At this point, I don't care.
No one likes us.
Like you came on here with a red skeleton, looking like where's Water?
I mean, Elias came on here with no fucking brim.
Yo, I think, yo, I'm so happy you mentioned my hat because I've been dying to talk about it. Yo,
I didn't even see that.
It's my poetry.
I was wondering. I thought he had it this way.
It's my poetry.
That bitch checked out. I thought he had this bitch like that. I said he hired a brim.
He got a beat.
I said he hired that bitch.
I couldn't afford the brim.
Yo.
Go ahead.
He got that joke.
No, I love this hat.
Go ahead. Let's just thinking that.
Yo, Yasmin, she hates that I call her my lady.
You know what I gotta say? To all those people that doubted us, to all those people that counted us out, and to everybody who said that we couldn't get it done, you. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're for Philly. F***ing Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. Perfect.
Close your eyes, imagine me now. Doing better, living better. Wow. Came a long way from the couch.
All right, man. Welcome to the No One Likes Us podcast where we talk Philly sports. Raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic, man. I'm your host, Pops, man. We got
Jose, what they do?
And we got
Burger
over there. Yeah, I mean, Burger's always on some shit, man. But guys, we got someone here today. I mean, I'll give him a great introduction. Poet, Arthur of Icarus. We got co-founder of the Blue Bear Project and purple belt of Jiu-Jitsu.
That's right.
And Temple grad.
That's me.
Some may know him as Israel Cologne. Most may know him as Israel Cologne, but we would know him as Elias. And that's what we're going to go for. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. This is awesome, man.
Excited to be here.
Welcome to the shit show, baby.
Yeah, definitely a shit show. It's a little bit different vibe on this podcast, so it's going to be fun, man.
I feel at home.
And usually, I always start things off from, we think about stuff I was on the toilet, but not this time around. I wasn't on the toilet this time. I was actually really thinking. Had some time to myself. And have you ever heard of Ice Wars by any chance?
Is that the MMA on skates?
Yeah, it's
like ice hockey.
It's basically like hockey, but they're just going out there to fight each other.
Oh,
I've seen some clips.
You see that shit before?
I haven't seen those clips.
Yeah, I was watching that shit. I couldn't believe it. Like, what? Why do they do this? Like, I mean,
it's essentially hockey.
But
hockey does that anyway, don't they?
What is it like? What's that, like a Russia or some shit?
It gotta be.
I feel like they just got all types of crazy shit.
It gotta be. I've been seeing a lot of weird shit lately too, because I also seen like there was like a bunch of people in a ring and they were kicking each other in the dicks and they were just like kicking each other.
They got fucking football on ice.
I've never seen that.
Football on ice?
Yeah.
I seen some shit.
I was just watching a clip of that shit the other day.
I was a little concerned with my algorithm.
I seen football on wheelchairs.
I seen fighting on wheelchairs.
No, I ain't seen the wheelchairs one. No.
I ain't seen the Joe football wheelchairs.
No.
I was like, what the fuck's going on here? He's oh shit, he about to run the play.
Do they tackle?
I don't know. They probably just like running.
Got it.
Bumper carts.
Yeah, I was a little concerned with my algorithm a little bit.
Yeah, you cheat. You just deflate the tires.
What happened to that?
The Brady of football.
Well, because like I was watching fights and then it's just like two people just kicking each other in the dick. And it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. So
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of weird shit overseas, man. They do a weird fight. They do like a guy versus two girls or something like that. They do
type of fight.
Yeah. What was the strongman? He fought two twins.
Yeah.
Beat him up. Eddie, wwhat's his name? Eddie Hearn? Eddie something?
Yeah.
What's it him or is just some random fat dude?
Nah, it was the strongest man.
Yeah, strongest man, Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall, there you go. Eddie Hall. Yeah.
Dude, I saw that. He's fucking
yeah. I'd like to see him on some ice skates.
Ooh. Like Ice Wars?
Yeah. Shit. You know how hard it would be to like punch? Yeah. I don't know how hockey dudes do it, but like I thought about it when I saw that clip. Cause like if both of your feet are forward like this and you go to like torque on a punch, your feet are sliding. So like that back foot has to hit an angle to dig the blade into the ice so you can get some leverage on that punch. Like
so they got
that's why that shit is always short.
Yeah, they grabbing each other. They got to hold on for leverage. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I seen them wear a lot of weird shit. Some some MMA basketball stuff that if you shoot the
Yeah,
basketball,
they was slamming the shit
you
out
got,
of
you
each
gotta
other.
take off your jersey to suplex somebody. So they just take off their jersey and then suplex the other
It's just
ball.
weird
It's
shit.
weird shit.
I mean, eventually one of these sports is gonna catch
yeah,
on.
Somebody's
you know
gonna
what
be
I'm
new.
No.
Something.
Yeah, look at the
Something
slap
new.
shit.
Yeah, the slapping jaw.
The
That's
jury's
crazy.
out on that one. I think that's the stupidest sport.
Yeah, I think so too. I
Fuck,
fucking hate it.
I
I'm
mean,
being honest.
it's hard to look away.
Yeah, true.
It's hard to look away. So
I do
like,
get caught, right? You
I
do
did
get
the
caught.
one dude just quit because the dude wouldn't stop. And his face was like,
Just swelled the hell up.
it was
yeah.
just fucked up. And the dude's like, he's not gonna quit. His shit is dying. His eye is
CTE.
dying.
But the guy from the UFC guy,
Dana
yeah,
White.
right? He did that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's
got
an
handle.
awesome businessman,
Yeah,
and he's got the connections and the know-how,
Mhm.
and you know, he's definitely
that's
he's
good.
doing it right.
Because there's a chick, an ex MMA fighter,
He's
Paige,
right.
right? She's in there now, right?
Pretty.
Yeah,
more
pretty
than,
girl
like,
too, right?
back in the, not even that far back in the day, but like one of the few attractive
Fighters.
And strong
women
fighters,
UFC.
So we're talking about attractive. So we're talking about attractive MMA fighters, right?
Yeah.
All right. Who's yours?
Man or woman.
The jury's out.
All right, so this is gonna be controversial
Okay.
because it's only partially looks.
Mhm.
Valentina Shevchenko. Does anyone know who she is?
No, I'm about to look her
Pull it
up.
up.
All right,
Pull it
so,
up.
That's my last name.
Spelling bee, bro.
Shevchenko.
Valentina
Shevchenko, do
and
the
then
best.
S, and then it'll start to pop up. Now,
All right.
Valentina. So when you look at her, nothing too spectacular, right? But this chick is a badass,
Yeah.
right? She shoots. She's been a champion.
Mm.
She's Polish, but was raised in Peru. She speaks
Okay.
with like
She's
a
solid.
perfect
She's solid.
Spanish accent. She can dance, do ballet.
Mhm.
She's just like, it would be like dating a weapon,
Yeah, definitely. A Swiss Army knife.
a Swiss Army
a
knife.
I'm looking at the
Polish,
sorry.
a Polish,
Nah.
a Polish
Nah.
Army knife. A Polish Army
But
knife.
like, just looks wise, there's what's it, the one that was dating what's his name, Mexican dude, why can't I think of his name right now?
I don't
I
mind.
Huh?
I don't mind.
Who is it?
Tracy Cortez.
That's the Mexican dude's girlfriend.
Yes.
What's
I
his
know
name?
she just got her eyelashes knocked off. Or
She
fucking
did get her eyelashes
But-
knocked off.
but-
I hate
but-
those eyelashes, but, yeah.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
Tracy Cortez is.
She's
She's
the Puerto Rican
beautiful.
joint, right?
She's
That just
beautiful.
fought.
Yeah.
She not Puerto Rican, is she?
No, she's Mexican.
Nah,
Oh,
she's
my
Mexican.
fault, my fault.
Oh,
But the Puerto Rican joint ain't too bad either. That just fought.
She a boxer, though.
Oh, you talking about boxer?
Boxing
You talking about Leona
yeah.
Cruz?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Mackenzie Dern isn't bad either, the Brazilian.
But I got one.
And she's beautiful. That's what I was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's pure looks,
She a fighter?
Tracy
Yeah,
Cortez.
she a fighter.
She a fighter. She
was-
ain't the
she
car
was supposed
girl.
to fight.
Nah,
Did she
yeah.
cut her hair recently?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
she
of the
had to cut-
weigh-in.
yeah, for the
Because of the
weigh-in.
weigh-in, yep.
Mhm.
She was supposed to fight.
You know what's up. You watch it.
Yeah, I've been watching. I told you, I've been watching really. She's supposed to fight recently, and then she was supposed to get a surgery. She got to get surgery done now, so she's gonna back out the fight. So she's hoping to fight early 2025 now. Yeah, so
Mine is she ain't an MMA fighter no more, but her name was
Cyborg?
nah, yeah, that's Cyborg. The John she's actually was in Deadpool. She was Gina
yeah.
Carano or something like that.
She got in hot water. We're not gonna talk politics.
Yeah,
but
but-
like,
But I like she had a movie out that came out was called Haywire, that she played like this female that was like some secret agent or something
How was
like
it?
that.
I didn't
pretty
see
good.
it, but I know
The
it.
fight sequences were pretty badass. Like obviously because she's an MMA fighter, but they made her look badass.
She was like one of the first popular
yeah
female
MMA
professional
fighter.
MMA
That's pretty
fighters.
cute. That's her by the way.
Mainstream.
What are you talking about?
Show some of the older photos.
Okay, yeah, for a fighter,
Yeah?
I bet.
For a
Short
fighter?
hair. Short
The
hair.
fuck that means?
No.
Well, no, because
She's
some
in
fighters,
Star Wars too.
some fighters,
Oh yeah,
some
she's in the
fighters look kinda
Mandalorian.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there you go.
Mandalorian. Yeah, I think she was pretty cute, and she a badass too. you know
Yeah,
what
she
I'm
is.
saying?
Legit.
So-
A legit.
Knockers on.
Hey, she knock you out.
Yeah, knock me out them things too.
Cool.
Yo,
What?
No, but
Looks like you got something to say.
Nah, not at all.
You didn't pick yours.
Yeah, who you into?
What's the boy name?
Mike
Tyson.
Conor McGregor.
Well, man, another interesting thing that's happened over the week that came out. Nintendo 64, bro. Nintendo 64 4K coming out for $250. Well, my thing is with this too is like, okay, like Nintendo 64 coming out 4K, right? But is it gonna be just be like Mario Kart and?
Nah, it should be everything.
Or is it gonna be like NWO versus?
Is it one of the Johns that just comes with all the games in it?
No. Unless you're talking about a different one. The one that I saw was like $250.
Yeah,
it's
that's
out,
the one.
4K, and it's replacing like it's just like an old school unit,
Yeah,
but with upgraded. But
That's
like
dope.
So
but
the same
takes the
cartridges.
Cartridges. You gotta buy cartridges. That's
See,
dope.
I don't see the point of it though.
Yeah,
That's
because
cool.
the graphics are going to be the same.
Graphic, yeah.
The
They
graphics
say they're
are
gonna
changing.
upscale.
What? It
the
takes the old
graphics.
cartridges or
Yeah.
Old cartridges,
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe they're gonna remaster.
I thought they were gonna
the games.
revamp the games to make it look 4K.
No, the games themselves are not changing. So
Yeah.
you can actually buy right now an HDMI adapter thing that you could put on your
so you can't-
PlayStation,
64,
whatever, and
yeah.
it'll upgrade.
So you can't
The,
really use it.
Oh,
on
so
the
if it comes
4K
out with
TV,
new
so
games-
now you can use it on the 4K
Now you can
TV.
use it on a 4K.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
But you could just get an emulator, bro.
Yeah.
I got like, you're into that.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
I know what you're
You got the
talking
handhelds and stuff.
about. I used it on my phone, the Game Boy Advance,
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
Jones
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I went down the
And
handheld
emulators
rabbit
is
hole.
pretty much.
Yeah, I got
just-
an emulator.
What's her name?
If I
Emulator is just pretty much a program where it gets all the games together.
tell the people.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking
I'm
about.
talking to y'all.
I don't know.
No, I know what
He's
you're
an
talking
expert.
about. I don't think they know what
He's
you're
an
talking
expert.
about. I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Yeah,
I'm
he
bad.
knows.
You know all that shit. Yeah.
No,
I don't know
but
shit about emulator.
but back to the Nintendo
Yeah.
64. I feel like for $250, when I can buy for $50 a small handheld emulator
Mhm.
that will
Yeah.
plug in to my
Yeah.
4K TV
Yeah.
and have 5,000 games
Same
off
graphics
the
though.
rip.
So same graphics.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit sharper looking, but that's it.
But that's what I thought when I heard 4K. I
I
thought it
got a
was gonna
flux
be like.
capacitor.
Yeah, I bet you do. A pacemaker too. You
I
know,
thought-
motherfucker.
I thought since it was gonna be in 4K, it was gonna be like a whole different like revamped like graphics.
Yeah, nah.
Like Mario's gonna probably look like
Nah.
fucking Mario.
I mean, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I just don't think
I mean, that would be dope if they just remaster the games and just make them better.
That's
It's
what-
a lot of work.
that's what's happening in gaming.
Well, right now they got like Silent Hill 2 that just came out. They remastered it.
Did you play? Did it come out already?
Yeah, I think it did come out already. But like what they do is they pick specific games that were popular to remaster. They don't want to remaster all the games that are out because not all of them were popping type of shit. So they're not gonna take the time to do that shit.
But there's not very many.
Well,
good
can we
new
come out with
games.
a 4K Sega? Thank you.
Yo, Sega's
Dreamcast,
that used
bro.
to be the shit.
Yo, I love
yeah.
Sega Saturn. When everybody got PlayStation, I had Sega Saturn at
Yeah.
home. It was only like 3 good games.
I
Yeah.
Dreamcast was lit.
I did too.
And
Yeah,
then you had
Fight
to like
games.
had a little memory
Marvel
card in the middle.
versus
I went
Capcom
from
and shit.
Sega to PlayStation to Xbox, back to PlayStation, back to Xbox.
You got both now. You go both ways.
I don't know what that means in the gaming world, but
Xbox,
I have a
PlayStation.
game. I have a game console.
Is that PS5?
Any y'all play UFC?
I don't even have my shit no more. Got rid of it.
I gotta get
You
your
told me
gaming
about
tag,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
You got PS5?
You got
Mhm.
PS5. Yeah, you might
What do you
want to.
play?
We might be
Yeah, you do that shit later. You can do
I
the
play
gamer
Call of
shit,
Duty.
the gamer tag.
Yeah.
I still
I
play
think
Cold
so.
War, but I'll upgrade them.
I don't play none of that because
I mean, I got.
Who's on, man?
no.
I got 2K.
can't just-
I put,
You
you
said-
get motion
serious?
sickness.
Yeah.
You got a
Ain't
couple
nothing
things
wrong with
holding
that.
you back from really getting able to get in.
I mean, this is before. this is before the miss happened.
the buttons won't work.
I said, Doug, I can't, man.
I can't do this no more. I can't do this shit no more.
Take me out. Take me out.
So one more thing before we get into everything else. Apparently, there was a bit like a weird howl. So people are saying that they heard Bigfoot howl in Connecticut.
Here we go.
I thought it was kind of interesting.
I'm gonna be honest. It's probably like one of them Goonies in the mountains just busting a nut.
You've experienced that before.
Well, what's a Bigfoot howl? Do Bigfoot howl?
That's what I figured too. I was like, but how do you know?
How do
it's a
you know it's a
Bigfoot or not,
Bigfoot?
right?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Well, you
Somewhere
know
in
what?
Connecticut, but Connecticut is like one of those places that's a bunch of woods and shit.
Bunch
right?
of weirdos.
Yeah, nah, they got some weird stuff up there, but they got this shit out there that is like this. Mesopotamian or some Mexican kind of howl thing that you. It's like a wooden drone, like a whistle.
Oh, I know.
And it sounds like a screech,
death
like
whistle.
death whistle, exactly. Yeah. That shit sound like it sound crazy. You know?
That sound.
It's like a. I can't do it no more because then I might die. But it be sounding crazy, like a loud screech type shit. But who the hell knows what the fuck?
It was interesting. I was like,
did you hear it?
I didn't get to hear it. Nah, I should look.
They gotta have some.
Y'all believe in that kind of stuff?
That's all I wonder. Do you believe in that shit though?
Bigfoot? Man, I don't know if it's just like regular ass niggas just walking through the woods.
Because like at this point,
with
like
a suit on or
with a
it's
suit
really
on. What's your idea of Bigfoot, bro?
I don't know, just
that hairy motherfucker.
Hairy like ape, right?
Yeah. No, he over here with a suit on.
But
no,
like a costume.
Wow.
Let me do the taxes. It makes sense now. First of all, what the fuck is he talking about?
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah.
I can say 5% on your car.
Yeah, he's like, you should get
Are
the
those
porterhouse.
cool,
You should get the porterhouse. Thank you, Bigfoot. Yeah, thank you, Bigfoot.
Why I thought
costume.
Yeah, I didn't know you worked
I
there.
don't know, man.
I didn't know you worked there.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's real.
I mean, look, we don't know that much about our ocean. We know more about the universe than we do about our
But there's
ocean.
no way that something like that was running around all the time. We don't know by now, right?
No, he gotta take naps.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I want to believe. For real, I want to believe.
Yeah.
Like,
there's gotta be some
I do too.
mysterious
I ain't gonna
out
lie.
there.
we haven't, to your point, Jose, like, we haven't discovered everything on our own planet. We're constantly finding new species of birds and insects and
That's true.
stuff. So, like, the little kid in me is like,
Yeah,
Maybe
motherfucker.
one
out
time.
there.
Maybe one time. Yeah.
So do you believe there was giants before us?
Hell yeah. I do.
I do. They're called the Nephilim.
Okay.
No, you ever heard of that?
No.
You never heard of the Nephilim? I don't want to go too far down.
No,
that
go ahead, because
rabbit hole.
I watched that shit on what's that channel?
Discovery Channel.
Yeah, you ever watch like Ancient Aliens?
Yeah, I
and
do
stuff
all that
like
shit,
that?
yeah.
So,
You like, yo, that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do believe in aliens.
so the
We're not gonna get
Nephilim,
into that.
Yeah.
the Nephilim are supposed to be the offspring of fallen angels procreating with human women, and their offspring became like giants and basically fed off the flesh of humans.
All right,
Now-
so I did watch Jack and Giant Slayer. Go ahead.
Was that what that was about?
No, I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, it sounds like
It was
that.
about a beast.
No, but that's what the story is, and like it's in. I don't want to like the people in the
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
but-
Go ahead, man.
misquote. I don't want to be
Look,
misquoted.
look,
Listen,
like,
man,
I'm
like and
misquoted all the
subscribe
time.
and do your own research.
yeah,
please.
yeah. Look it up yourself. But like, whether it's in the Bible, whether it's in the Old Testament, New Testament, I don't recall. But you know, people who are
the
very
Trump
religious Christian, like, especially like evangelical,
Mhm.
will speak of the Nephilim often. And like they'll even say like they got bones of really tall people. That
They
they
do.
call.
That's
You
another
know,
thing.
so,
You
like-
see fossils and shit of that, right?
Yeah. So
And it's like
I think, I'm not saying that it's that angels came down and did that, but like
no.
It
I
would
do
be-
think there were giants.
Yeah,
I
there
do
was
think
big
there were
I think there
giants.
were bigger people, but
I mean, we got some big motherfuckers right now. They play for the
Yeah.
NBA. I'm just saying, like 6
Yeah.
feet plus. They some big people.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to me, I'm your average 8th grade height, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I might want to go lower.
you might want to relax, all right?
He was just about to choke you out.
You might want to relax there, buddy. I'm pretty low, bro.
Personal.
I'm pretty
Go ahead and
low.
say fourth grade, bitch. Go ahead and say fourth grade.
You already know. Dog.
I gave myself eighth, nigga. Go ahead and say fourth.
But no, I think there's a lot of hints that it could be some other things like that around us, man. Like,
Yo,
We
the
don't know
universe is
everything.
just so big. You don't know
yeah,
what the
for
fuck
real,
is
man.
out there.
That's a fact.
Same with the ocean. Like I always heard, like NASA started off, exploring the ocean,
Yeah, you told us that. Yeah.
and then they started exploring the planets because they want to get the fuck out of here.
Why haven't we been back to the moon?
Because we never was on the moon. I promise you that.
On that
Do
note.
your own research.
Think about it, because
Do your own
Earth is
research.
flat. Earth is flat.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Good.
that's
I
weird.
wanna make sure.
They proved it wasn't.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
I'm gonna tell you who proved it too. Was flat earthers that proved that the Earth wasn't flat, and they were just like, Cut the camera.
I know people who believe that shit.
It's weird. Like, how can you?
Yeah.
Mach.
No.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I can't wait to have him on the podcast one day, but he's an air flat guy.
Is he?
100%.
No.
And he's not a pull-out guy, so it don't even matter.
Well,
That's my god, brother.
It's cool. We think alike.
We got some similarity. That's my brother.
All
Might
right,
have
man.
to think twice about that.
Oh, man. Well, listen, man.
He said maybe he's right. I'm gonna hear his side.
Well, man, Elias, we're here about you, brother.
All right.
Yeah, we're here about you today, man. We're gonna go right into you being the Arthur.
An author.
And,
Arthur.
Arthur.
I keep calling you Arthur.
I know, right?
Arthur, like.
I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
Hey. Was it PBS,
Icarus?
right? Yeah, Icarus, man.
So, let's start with the name. What?
Icarus, as you
Icarus.
said.
All right, whatever. I said Icarus before, but we're not gonna bring that up.
Yeah, we already did.
What the title? How'd you come up with that?
So I had this reoccurring dream.
Epiphany.
Figuring out what the dream was about was an epiphany, right? But so you've been to my mom's house. In the backyard of my mom's house, we have a pool. There's a diving board, and I would have this dream that we were playing this game that we actually play in the backyard, where it's like you grab a pool noodle, right? So you're like standing far away from the diving board, and you jump off, and like we see who can jump the furthest, right? And you just constantly or the highest, depending on how we're playing the game. But like generally, it's to see who can go the furthest. So in this dream, we're playing this game, and in the dream, I realized that after like going further and further and further, that I don't need to hit the water unless I want to. And so in my dream, I jump off the diving board and I start flying. And this is a reoccurring dream that I have, that like I find myself flying and I'm like it's real in my dream. Like I'm like moving my body around to like manipulate like where I'm going. And it's like when I'd have this dream, I'd wake up like panic and like a hot sweat, like scared. Like seems really cool, but like scared. So like for a while, I just like kind of thought about like, yo, what does this mean? What does this dream mean? Because like when you start writing, especially when you're like collaborating with other artists and you're doing workshops and like you're always pushing each other to like think outside of the box, tell a story. Like most of writing is just having something to write about, right? So like I had this dream and then I'm like, well, what does this dream mean? And so I sat down and most of my poetry starts from me not really understanding something. So by the time I'm done writing it, I like crystallize what that means to me. So I wrote the poem entitled Icarus, and what I interpreted that dream was essentially like a fear to fly, right? In that if I did fly, I would fly too close to the sun, right? Like the Greek mythology, Icarus.
Okay, so that's where that come from?
That's where it comes from. Yeah.
Right.
So, and then I started looking into the story of Icarus more and more and more. So like I have a poem in the book entitled Icarus, but then the book itself is also titled Icarus. And the story of Icarus, like most people know, it's like the boy who had wings made of feathers and wax. Flew too close to the sun and melted, and like that is essentially
the
what took place. But on top of that is really a story of his father, who was an inventor, who essentially was like perceived to be too godlike or trying to emulate God, and would create these things. Like if you know the story of if you ever heard of the Minotaur, like the half human, half bull, right? That's because Icarus's father, Daedalus, I think the pronunciation's probably off, right? Made a bull costume for the wife of, I believe, like the king, so that she could get impregnated by like this prize bull. And so her offspring became the Minotaur.
Yeah, the Greek mythology.
Yeah, it gets wild.
They're wild. That shit.
I watch Percy Jackson.
That shit gets wild.
So
he's the great inventor. The suit.
Yeah, he's been like exiled to different places, and so the king finds out that Icarus's dad made this suit, and so he made him create like this labyrinth, basically a maze, right, for the Minotaur to be housed, and then they put Daedalus and his son Icarus in the tower, and like banished them there. And so once I read into this story, I was like, yo, Icarus is a kid, man. Icarus is this kid that got caught up in a bad situation, who's basically like fighting for his freedom, for his life, to get away. And like, I put myself in those shoes of just like, that resonated with me, and being like, look, I'm just trying to get out of this place that I'm in.
Yeah.
And in the process of doing so, I end up losing my life, right? And so the book, which is very much chronological, and like it starts with me as a teenager and goes to me at about like 30 years old.
It starts off with that story of you flying, right?
Yep, it's like a dream sequence. It starts with like a dream sequence of like, I love the idea of waking up, and like in the poem, it like depicts like me grinding my teeth and sweating and like essentially being in bed while having this dream. It's a very like visceral, just kind of like overwhelming, kind of like if you've ever had a bad dream, like I wanted the reader, I wanted that to be the introduction to my story. Yeah. Of just being like, here's this, you're gonna be right, I'm putting you right in the shit. You're gonna be right in the shit, me in the middle of the night.
The shit show.
There you go.
Right to the shit show. Come full circle, right?
Yep.
Man, I mean, and like we talked about before, and I said we'll bring it up.
Yeah.
We got the one poem, December.
Mm-hmm.
I know about it, and it's pretty personal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We can talk about it.
You want to talk about that one? How
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about that in a way that so the poem that we're discussing is December 26, 2005, and I'm essentially reliving a home invasion that I was in with my little sister and some of like, calling my cousins, they're essentially my cousins, but like friends of the family, right? And I was 17 at the time. My little sister, I believe, was 9. And it was a violent experience. Like we were like taped up, pistol whipped, all put into a room, being asked like, what are the combinations to save? I didn't even live there, so like I don't know the combinations to save.
Nigga. Traumatic as fuck. But
you know that I had never written so personally, right? Like it's funny. I was having this conversation before, and they were like, "Yo, you're like a reluctant poet. Like it's almost like you didn't want to be." It's like, well, in some ways I didn't, right? Like it's a very sensitive. It's almost like an effeminate thing, right? Yeah. And but like it's something that I need. Yeah. It's not something that I wanted. It's something I need, right?
It's how to express what you wanted to say, but you can write it and express it how you need to.
But I never had the balls to just come out and say things in my poetry when I was younger, and I've been writing since 3rd grade. Like awesome, I love you, mom. You are the bomb. You are so fine. I'm glad you're mine. Into like literally first bars.
He went from writing Valentine's Day cards.
Yep. It's just some heavy shit.
Ty Harris.
So, but I would use all these like poetic devices or little creative ways to hide the truth behind things, right? They were riddles, essentially. I would write like clever lyrical riddles that like, they were really powerful at making you feel something, but you had no idea what was going on. Damn, that was deep. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Off topic, I just thought about something. Back when we were back in the younger years. Yeah. This is back when we were like we were in the house over at Temple, around Temple, and you wrote a poem that I really remember. I think it was something about the moon.
There's a lot of moon poems.
Yeah. There was one that was really good, and that was the time where I was like, this motherfucker's actually good at this.
That's going back.
You sent it to me, and I was like, really? Damn, dude, this is good.
Yo, you could tell how close we are, whatever, because I ain't share my poetry.
You sent me that.
The only people I sent my poetry to were like my very close like circle.
Yeah.
And whenever I like messed up in a relationship and I was trying to get it back, you know,
And then,
You gotta spit your game, baby. You gotta spit your game.
Baby, check this joint out.
Yeah, I remember. It was a nice one. I don't remember it word for word, but I remember it was something that had to do with the moon.
There was a lot.
And I'm like, damn, this guy is good.
He's like, this joint's called I Fucked Up and I Know.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, man. And once I seen that you got the book, and I'm just like, wow, he did it.
Yeah. It's funny how some things are like right under your nose and you just don't pay attention to them. But so I would always hide behind my poetry and like use little clever devices to like hide my truth, because honestly, it's scary to just be like.
It's a sensitive topic to expose yourself like that. You know what I'm saying?
And what if people are just like,
That shit whack.
it's whack,
Not
but
even that. Like, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is why you got trauma. Like, you know, you stubbed your toe.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
Well, that's listening with the podcast.
Like
too.
you know, my husband had a car and I took the bus.
Oh, did you?
Rosa Parks, baby.
That's terrible.
Yo.
Like that's it. That's all you got right there.
So I started. It was actually I started taking my poetry really seriously when a friend of mine, her best friend, passed away, and she died of cancer. And so it's funny you say that, right? So like we say things like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for your loss, right? Condolences, and like it's like the socially acceptable thing to say, right? The problem I have with that is like I'm a poet.
Yeah. There's a lot of words.
It's crazy though, because you say stuff like that, but when I say it, I really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said that right now, that shit hurt because I have family members that died from cancer.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but like, especially with someone close to me, like I feel this profound need to really express that I understand what they're going through, what they're feeling. Like it's not just like a Facebook post where I go, I'm sorry for your loss. And it's like, it just happens. So like that, it's so commonplace that it happens. So I was like, man, and I met her. Like I knew her. She was like this like free-spirited woman, like who knew she was at the brink of death and was just like living life. You know?
That's how you do it though.
Yeah,
like, that's how you should do it.
Fed off of her energy. You wanted to be around her. And so instead of saying, I'm sorry for your loss, I started writing a poem. And like I wrote a poem from my friend's perspective about her dead friend.
That's dope.
And I was scared to send it because I was like, yo, what if I just got this all wrong? Like I'm assuming I understand how you feel. You know, like but I was like, you know what? I trust it. I sent it.
Just to like that note, right? It should have been like, I really hated that bitch. Corny ass nigga, like when you said this shit,
But right. You just don't know.
That's just the way you think.
Like,
That's your thoughts.
You know how I feel.
How dare you think you know how I feel? She took my man.
But isn't it crazy that we always think that way? Like
it's sad.
Even if the same thing with the podcast, like the first time we're about to put up our first episode, and I'm like, man, we're gonna get all this pushback. I'm so corny or something like stupid shit like that. Nobody
we are corny though. That's facts. But
you gotta own it though.
You
fuck it. At this point, I don't care.
No one likes us.
Like you came on here with a red skelly, looking like where's Waldo?
I mean, Elias came on here with no fucking brim.
Yo, I think, yo, I'm so happy you mentioned my hat because I've been dying to talk about it. Yo,
I didn't even see that.
It's my poetry.
I was wondering. I thought he had it this way.
It's my poetry.
That bitch checked out. I thought he had this bitch like that. I said he hired a brim.
He got a beat.
I said he hired a bitch.
I couldn't afford the brim.
Yo.
Good.
He got that joint officially.
No, I love this hat.
Go ahead. That's his thinking hat.
Yo, Yasmin, she hates that I call her my lady. Like, she's like, you sound like an old man. Like, yeah, my lady. She hates
the old
this
ball
hat.
chain.
When I was getting ready, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put my Bluebird shirt on.
There you go.
Right? And I'm gonna put my hat on. She was like, why don't you switch it up a little bit? And I was like, no, like
she don't want you to embarrass her.
She was like, you in that hat. She hates this hat. She hates this hat. People make fun of me because they had all the time. They be like, "Yo, bro, you couldn't afford a brim. Well, you lost your brim." Da, da, da. And I'm like,
No, you know what it looks like? It looks more like a skelly with a.
It's a snapback skull.
Yeah, but I mean,
like a snapback skelly.
realistically,
Oh,
it probably should be like this.
Yeah, the snap.
But
Yeah.
I like to put my flair on it, right? Because this really gets people guessing when I go like this. Because now they're looking for the brick.
I thought it was on
that shit.
Right?
You do
Everyone
that shit on
does.
purpose.
And then I go like this to grab my drink, and they're like,
You do that shit on purpose.
Oh.
yo, and especially at gas stations, Muslims love me. Sometimes I'll switch it back the other way so they you know.
So
Like,
you turn around and like, hey, give me that Slim Jim back.
yeah. And then they see that my first name's Israel, and they're like,
Yeah, fucking
"Wow,
liar.
you're not one of us."
Yeah, you're not one of us.
But wow, we went off of it.
Yeah, we did. It
It's
happens, though. It happens.
It's alright.
I enjoy it, but I remember where we were. So
Yeah, go
I sent that to her.
Yeah.
I sent it, and like I waited for like minutes, like, oh my god, was she gonna respond? And then she loved it, bro. She absolutely loved
That's
it.
dope.
And
That's
I
the
was
response you
like,
want.
Yeah,
I had this feeling of like, yo, I just did something. Like
Mhm.
I had this motivation to do something more than just saying, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And it worked out. It got me like, it was such a positive feeling. And at the time I was looking up domain names on GoDaddy.com. Like I was looking up like famous people's names. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy their name and I'm gonna sell it back to them.
Yeah.
Like
Trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
We trying to make a quick buck real fast.
And then I started looking up poetry.com,
Yeah.
buypoem.com, and then buyherapoem.com was like 99 cents. Bought it. Within 24 hours, I had a functioning website and I started selling custom poetry.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
Which
And
I
was
thought was fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
Badass,
dude.
man.
You still have it?
Nah, I let it. I mean, I think I still own the domain. I'm just not paying to like host it right
Okay.
now. But it was cool. It was cool, and it still is cool sometimes,
Did
right?
you,
But like
anybody, you get traffic on there?
some, yeah. Most
Yeah.
of it was word of mouth, not very much like organically through online, but like once people realize,
Yeah.
you know, especially like, oh my God, it's my anniversary and I ain't doing
I
anything
need something,
special. I
yeah.
need something,
Yeah.
and it's just like, yo,
Mhm.
I can write quickly. So like, I just came up with a script of like questions to ask to pull the right kind of information out, right?
Mhm.
So much of writing poetry is being vulnerable,
Yeah.
which I'll get back to. But like, so like, it was really fun.
Real quick, you was AI before AI.
I mean,
I'm not. I'm just.
AI was AI before AI.
I'm an artist.
All right, but and now I distracted myself.
Go ahead.
But vulnerability and getting back to that, it was like when I had someone who really had a profound emotion. Poetry's all about emotion,
Yeah.
right? I call it bleeding on paper, right? So if I have a dude trying to write a poem about his wife, and he's like, I can feel what he's feeling,
Mhm.
I enjoy that. I can really I enjoy that. I get down with it. I live in that emotion for a minute.
It's dope.
But if it's just a dude like, you know, I just want to get her something,
She got red hair.
I mean, we do
she's
that with
cool.
movies as well, though, right?
Yeah.
Like we do that with movies, we do that with shows and all that shit. So, and you do that with writing and people's emotions.
Yep, but if there isn't a lot to work with, then it's a really hard
It makes it
process for
difficult.
me.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you got dickheads that are going there and just like, hey man, I'm just trying to make her happy.
Yeah, maybe I
And
can.
then you also kind of get to the point where it's like, yo, you don't really love her. Like,
Yo, I sometimes,
right?
yeah,
Get that right.
yeah,
Right.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Vibe,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, you know what? A lot of those guys, I think they really didn't love anything, right? Like, I think that's the problem with some people is that like,
Drop the mic.
especially with like in the corporate world, you know.
He said drop the mic. It's hard. It's
Open it up.
understand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, but like, look, especially as men, right? You know, if we're providers, we're go-getters, or we're just trying to like, we're chasing the dollar, we're doing this, we're doing that, like, that becomes a drug. And like, our whole identity gets wrapped up in that, right?
Facts.
And so, if you don't have the wherewithal to still stay in tune with reality, your family, your woman, then it's not like, I can't even be mad at him on some level of like, you just don't love her. It's like, nah, bro, you just don't. Anything.
No, you just
Lost. Man.
getting by.
Yeah.
Getting by. You're just going. You're just living.
Yeah.
You think you're doing
Yeah.
something because you're making bread, but like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're you're just surviving.
You're just like a machine. It's just
Yeah,
working. That's it.
so I experienced a lot of that, and but that whole story is like how I started really taking myself seriously as a poet because I felt like, wow, I could really do something with this.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of like helping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
You should.
from that, it went into volunteering with the Wounded Warrior Project through my dad.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Are you a vet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
simplify.
I thought I saw a little, but I was like, yeah. So I did something.
You
with-
know, the fake bull.
I know, yo.
Yeah.
But no, from the angle, I didn't know. I was like,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like it, but
Yeah.
but so I did work with the Wounded Warrior Project, and like the thing about trauma, right? Like everyone has different types of trauma, but like when you've been through some shit, there's a certain wavelength you can hit with a person. You get past the bullshit real quick.
Yeah.
And like, and so I went to this Wounded Warrior Project with all combat vets, and I just was like, you know, this is my name. This is, you know, some of the things that I've been through, the violent things that I've been through, and like, this is how I use poetry to help like communicate with others, but more so like, I'm gonna be honest with you, to just help me go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
And they all felt that shit.
Oh wow.
They all felt that
Well,
shit.
yeah, because, I mean,
So-
wow, right, baby.
Yeah.
Simplify, baby.
So I remember in that moment when I spoke with them, like I felt like this connection and sense of purpose that I never felt before.
Wow.
To be like, yo, like I've got a gift. I can do something, like I can like try to bridge the gap between people. And then I was like, all right, I got to use my talent to help people.
Yeah.
And so from that, I went into volunteering with a drug rehabilitation house center, Savage Sisters. And from there, I ended up getting a contract with Aspida to work with kids in school at
There you
the
go.
charter school.
Awesome.
So like,
Dope.
while all of these things were transpiring, I was also writing a book and going to these workshops with this poetry group called Green Street Poetry. And at the time, I was like, was taking my work seriously, but I was still hiding behind it, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
And I remember my first attempt at writing about the home invasion, man, I had all these like I was hiding behind so much. And there was this older poet who I respected, a good poet by the name of David. Afterwards, he just kind of like looked at me and he was just like, 95% of writing is having something to write about. You obviously have something to write about. So just write about it. And like,
Simple.
I was offended at first, like, motherfucker, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm bleeding on paper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I do. Man. Slice.
But
For real. For real.
thank you for bringing me back.
I can get lost.
So I went home and I was like, I allowed that to motivate me though. I'm that type. Like, yeah, in the moment I might be like, man, what you know? And when I think about it, I'm like, you know what?
Constructive criticism, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
So
don't know how
like,
to take it. Some people don't know how to
Yeah.
take it.
Exactly.
Yep.
man.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write this down how I remember it. I'm not gonna worry about structure of a poem. I'm not gonna worry about rhyming like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm just gonna put it down. I wrote that poem. I remember bringing it back in like weeks later because it was like a once a month type of ordeal workshop. People were crying, and I was like,
Wow.
There you go.
I was scared as shit, but I did it, and that was a poem. Like I performed that poem at the what was it? I was about to say the Mutter Museum. You know what that is? The Mutter Museum. That's like some terrible. There's a bunch of dead bodies or something.
Oh shit!
It's the oh my god.
That's why everybody was crying.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's my grandpa.
I don't know how it's escaping me. It's like one of the biggest like theater like performance places in Philly. It is called
Performance
it'll come to me.
theater.
It's right on Broad Street.
Not the Met.
No.
Look it up, Jarvis. Look up the.
Jarvis, help us out.
That is
It's
Jarvis, look up performance theater
Kimmel
on
Center.
Broad Street.
Kimmel
Kimmel
Center.
Kimmel Center.
Oh, there you go. He got it
Yeah.
already. Got the
So like I performed that at the Kimmel Center and people were like
Wait, that's
Oh
dead
wow,
people
the
in
Kimmel Center. That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's from Marshall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So-
dead people in the Kimmel Center?
No, at
No,
the
the
Mutter,
Mutter.
the Mutter and Mutter Museum. You should go there. Unrelated. I perform poetry there, but like I have.
Might be next time you perform.
But
At the dead people one.
it's dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Halloween?
basically a medical like arts place where it's
Okay.
like they show like cadavers and different
Gotcha.
diseases and like
You got anything coming up?
yeah, I've got like 3 books that I haven't published. That
Oh, wow,
I've
really?
written. It's sitting
awesome.
in like my Google Drive. That I've just been focused more so on the kids that I'm working with. And
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
So let's go to that, man.
yeah, let's get
Go
there.
to the Bluebird Project.
Bluebird Project.
Which is
So,
like I'm very interested in because I have nothing. I don't know anything.
you don't know anything.
Yeah, man. I thought the Blueberry Project came out of nowhere. Kind of like how you feel about the podcast. How you say
Mhm.
you saw me out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So
I was like, that's my cousin.
yeah, so same thing with the Blueberry Project.
I see you. Have you seen my comments? I'll be like,
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Bluebird Project.
Yeah, it's the only comment on there.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Like and subscribe,
Show love.
motherfuckers.
Show
Same thing
love.
with the Bluebird Project.
Fuck y'all. Y'all don't give us no comments. Sorry.
I seen you outside of that one school on Front Street, right? Front in like Godfrey, up that way. No.
Oh, what was that? The old Cardinal Doherty?
Yeah, the old Carter
Yeah,
Docker.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I seen that, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, what is he doing there? And I saw the Bluebird Project. They
I don't
come
even
up.
know what I'm doing to some extent. I'll be completely honest. People tell me to talk about it, and it's like, so I'll tell you how it came to be. So I mentioned the Wounded Warrior Project, like, and then I was working with Savage Sisters doing that's the drug rehab, and that was like cathartic writing, like writing therapy and stuff, and like I just knew I was I was on the right track of like. I'm all about purpose, man. Like when I get to another point, which I was at one point where I'm like, all right, my life's over. Here I am. We're gonna die right now, right? Like I want to feel like I did something. Like I was here for some reason.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm just like, in retrospect, looking at my life, the only thing that pulled me out of that darkness was having my oldest daughter. And so it was having my daughter at 19. It was freshman year of college, and it was like, oh my God, I'm about to be a dad. While I'm going in and out of like federal court for the home invasion and stuff, and like, so all these things were happening, but kids were always the thing that like grounded me. We're getting deep.
Yeah, it's all about.
So
Whoa.
He did say that. He did say he was expecting that later on.
plausible deniability.
Not right now.
All right, guys. Sorry.
So I like with me, I look at kids as like the best investment, right? They're innocent. There's still room to change and for them to grow. Like dealing with adults sometimes it's like, look, if an adult doesn't want to do it, they're not going to change, right? So I had a Piazza one. I know that.
They both be out.
These two are Did you have a bigger ice or no ice? I feel like I grabbed this one.
That was like, that was me.
I feel like I grabbed this one.
No? Oh, Jarvis knows.
Yeah.
This is mine?
Yeah. Jarvis, if you have any questions, man, just put your hand
Yeah,
up.
please.
Yeah, man. If you have anything.
Angelic voice of you. No,
Do you know what Jarvis is?
I do
It's
from
Iron Man.
It's
I do.
Cambodian.
Oh, just throw that out there. My
You
fault.
know
My fault.
Jarvis
it
comes
was also in the series, right? Oh no, I'm thinking of
This guy.
who's the other?
When you talking shit, what would you
No,
say?
Go ahead.
He said,
You got something to say.
He said, do you know what Jarvis is? And you were talking about really what Jarvis is. And he was saying, yeah, Jarvis Cambodian.
Oh, shit. He's not.
Look at Vietnamese.
Yo, what the
That's
fuck?
close.
Oh, you have.
Yeah.
He's half hat. Half hat.
Was I wrong?
Half hat.
Have hat.
All right, man, go ahead. Sorry. That's
I don't
John.
know.
That's just John fucking everything.
Oh, anyway, yeah,
I love
kids.
Jarvis.
Kids, yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. I just in retrospect, looking at my life, like I'd still be in a bad place if it wasn't for kids, and I just realized that kids are my biggest motivation.
That's dope.
You know, like I just don't care about anything else. Like I've worked in corporate America for a long time. I worked in Fortune 500 companies. I've traveled across like the U.S. I've even traveled internationally for work and done stuff. And like
I
at the
don't
end
want
of the day,
to bring it up. All right, can I bring it up?
Watches, yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember that the last thing you did with the watches. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was pretty
So,
awesome.
but like even that, man, like, and that was really cool. Working with like $1 million watch.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
about
saying,
to buy my
yeah.
desk sometimes. Like
Yeah.
any watch that you've ever seen a rapper wear, I've likely held it in my hand, checked it out, and decided whether or not it needed work or we could sell it right away. Like,
It wasn't fulfilling though.
but it wasn't fulfilling. You know, I wanted to do something that, like, again, when I'm at that final moment that I'm proud of. You know, I don't care. I don't need anybody to be proud of me. I just need to be proud of me. So
Facts.
with kids, I was just like, you know what? I feel like me doing something for kids, like I'm looking back at my own life and like the things that I needed, right? Like that person to just speak, that adult to speak to a child, just like a human, and not like I'm speaking down to you because you're a student or you're this or that. Like, so like when I go into a school, I'm like, they don't call me teacher, mister. I was like, look, I'm coach. I do the whole jujitsu thing.
Yeah.
Like in that, like, look, I'm your coach. I'm here to make you the best version of yourself that you can be.
Nice.
You've got teachers here that are going to teach you math and do this and do that. I want to focus on everything else that's going on.
That's awesome.
Because you're expected to show up and to do all of these things, right? When there is so much going on in your lives that are getting in the way of that. So until you figure out how to like figure that out, how to take something ugly and make it beautiful so that you can go to sleep at night, you're never going to make it. And none of this is going to make sense. And so when people are like, oh, what is Bluebird? Bluebird is my attempt at doing that for as many kids as I possibly can. And I'm just we are taking every opportunity we can to do that for kids. So like we're contracted with our speed on now. We're in a videography class where once a week, my co-founder and I, Dunya, comes in and we're really helping to like cultivate the creativity.
Awesome.
And to play a support role to the teacher. Like the teacher can be a teacher and they should be a teacher.
Yeah.
Like same way like dad needs to be dad and mom needs to be mom, right? Like, you know, so we're playing our roles to do that. But like the idea of it came from all of that. And the name Bluebird came from a Charles Bukowski poem. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like a lot of poetry. I don't like a lot of poets, to be honest. I think most of them, a lot of them are weird and way too sensitive.
That's a you read my
I
mind.
get down with Edgar
You
Allan
read my
Poe.
mind.
One of my favorite poems
You read
is
my mind.
Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe.
That's the
But,
OG one.
Yeah, so but Charles Bukowski was my kind of poet. So he was a postal worker who like wrote on the side, who was an alcoholic and who was just like, dude, would fight,
Sounds just like him.
get into what are you doing over there?
My shit away.
Oh, you ready to go?
No.
But
Anybody need ice?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Jarvis got ice.
Oh, damn. Ooh, what a catch.
That's some hard ice.
We got some. Well, that's what we do here. We got some good throws and some good catches. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
I ain't say catchers.
Hey.
I ain't say catchers. I said catches.
On that note,
That's no one likes us after dark.
yeah.
Like BT.
I'm trying to keep my contracts from school. I won't be around for that one. But so he
I don't need it. I'm good, man. I don't need it that much.
He's sleeper.
so the so that's Charles Bukowski, right?
Yeah.
And he was like anti-normal poetry, right? But he wrote this poem called Bluebird, and it was a very deep poem. It was like one of the first poems that scared the shit out of me. So the poem goes, and I don't know it verbatim, but it goes essentially, and he has like a really raspy voice. So if you have the chance to hear it in his own words, I suggest you do it. If Ja Rule was white and much older. Yeah.
Chris Stapleton.
I want to say yes, but not quite.
All
right, but you're getting closer.
You're getting closer.
Yeah.
You're getting
right.
closer.
Santa Claus.
The poem goes, there's a bluebird in my heart that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for it. You know, I pour whiskey on him, and he says he goes like, it's repetitive to some extent. Like there's a bluebird in my heart. I'm too tough for him, or I'm too this for him. Like, and he's
constantly like suppressing it.
He's suppressing this version of himself that
so
he wants. He is the bluebird.
He's the bluebird.
He is the bluebird. Like his true self is the bluebird.
Yeah.
But life and expectations and being a writer and being a this and being a that are forcing him to contain this bluebird, and he is the only person knows that it exists, and he lets it out at night when he's by himself. And the bluebird, and he talks about how he hears the bluebird in there crying, and like he just can't let it go. And like I read that poem and I was like, I do not want to be fucking Charles Bukowski with this bluebird.
So essentially, he lives his life the way he was living, and
he never let it out, right?
Succumb to his bluebird.
Yeah, so like exactly. And so when like establishing an LLC and figuring out like what am I gonna name this thing, I was just like, Bluebird. We are setting as many bluebirds free as we possibly can. Like that's our mission. Just let that shit out, right? So like, so first it was Bluebird Poetry, and then it was like Project Bluebird, because like more and more I've leaned into my creativity. Like, sure, I'm a poet. I also like to draw. I'm in the videography now, doing things. Like I'm doing all of these different things, and honestly, it's just like whatever space I can put myself in to help those, like let those bluebirds free within those kids. That's where I want to be. So like they need me to be doing poetry, fine. If I'm a motivational speaker, fine. Same thing with jiu-jitsu and being an instructor there. Like I run the kids curriculum on top of like adults fundamentals, but it's like for me, the idea of like the time that I've like this bonus time, because I thought I was dead years ago, right? So like this bonus time that I have, I'm spending teaching kids how to protect themselves, how to boost their confidence, right? I'm trying to keep them alive. And then also, I can't control the environments around them. So when something does happen, I'm also teaching them how to cope, how to write through their emotions, and to do something positive with
or
it.
even
So
how
like,
to protect themselves.
So like, so whenever I go to take that final nap, right? That's what I want to be thinking.
Oh man, you a fucking utility knife.
I'm trying to be what I can be.
So I it's funny, right? Because the way you've been talking today, and like I have a group chat with my family. We usually text in the morning, and it was like I sent them a quote this morning. You know, it resonated with me because the way you speaking, and it's the purpose of life is not to be happy, it's to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's what I got out of this. And it's crazy because look, I can show you right now. Like that's literally what I sent to my.
Oh, you sent that?
I sent that.
Look at you in the right headspace.
Listen, I sent that to my family this morning.
Nice.
But that's.
And especially that
I didn't write that or nothing. That's from that is just a quote.
No, but
it came full circle.
Yeah, it came full circle. Yeah, definitely. That's from Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
So
no, but that's, and that's the beauty of some of the darker times in our lives. Is, it puts things into perspective. Like I wouldn't be who I am, and like for the first time in my life, because of my actions and how I spend and invest my time and what I'm doing with myself. The first time I've ever been proud of myself is like, the first time like I'm like, I like who I am.
That's awesome, man.
So like that's like a new thing for me, I was
that's
just trying to live.
It's dope. No, definitely, yeah.
That's funny, man, because you say that, and that's like where I'm at now too, where John understands. I took a year out to myself, and it was like one of those type of things where like now, after that year I took out for myself, coming back, got the podcast going, and like I kind of like finally in that headspace where like I like myself now, like I do. Good. Like I really do. Like I like the things that I'm doing now. Like
he can't write a poem. Though.
I can't write a poem for shit.
I can help you.
I'll hire. I'll have you.
Go on the joint. Go on the joint.
I'll give you lies on my feelings.
Think about that's my Arthur.
Yeah. I said, hey.
You gotta get a hashtag going.
Yeah, man. So I get where you're coming from with that, though, because like it's funny. We always said it since we were younger. That we always go through things around the same time.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we're living on very similar wavelengths.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask one thing too, in the poetry world, like where do like Latinos come in with that? Like, how did that feel? Like being a Latino going to the poetry world.
So
right? Like
that's a good question. That's a really good question because it depends on how we break it down, right? So like, you have like spoken word, slang poetry type of stuff, right? That's not really my style. But in that area, like for Blacks and Latinos, it's heavy.
I figured that's right because that's the ones that we see.
They
Like,
can speak their truth.
On social media, I mean,
it's just not writing an experience. It's
that's the ones that we see on like social media, right? When they get like to like the rap.
That's like
it's spoken word.
That poetry jam.
Well, you know, poetry jam. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's. I remember like when that was starting to get really popular. Throughout like late high school, college, and like I remember like most of the people that I knew who wrote poetry, especially like being in a Latino fraternity, and like I'm around like Black and Latino like fraternity and sororities, and so like that was really big, and I had just already found my voice prior to that. So it never felt authentic for me. To start doing that kind of poetry.
Yeah, you're.
That's a special kind of person too, though. To be able to just go up there and express themselves and put it into words and do it in front of a bunch of people too.
Yeah, no, so like
it's performative.
Yeah, I mean, it is performative. So like, look, what we're all doing is very similar.
Yeah, facts.
There's the structure of a slam poem, like the cadence, and then
the
delivery is like
you be the who.
Yeah, so like and that's
exactly what I have in my head.
But like you see how there is an expectation as to what that is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't write like that. So like if you read my book, and I even chose the poems that I did. So for like everything that I wrote like about, I probably got 3 or 4 different poems about that same situation because everything in that book is about my actual life.
Yeah, it's dope.
But I chose a poem that would show my like range as a poet. So some poems are very like rhyme heavy, and concise, right? Like none of my poems are really too long because I feel like if you know what you're talking about, you don't need that much.
Keep it concise,
But some poems are rhyme heavy and short. Some poems really don't rhyme at all and are longer. But I'm doing not rhyming, but I'm using a lot of alliteration where it's just like every word in the line starts with the letter B.
Like camera.
Sometimes. You know, every time I think of Cameron, remember the song Shake?
Yeah.
That one? Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean, yeah. Whatever, those were good times.
I mean, he's still spinning shit.
Yeah. But so, like, it's almost like formless in some type of way. I have a lot of, like, some classical elements to it in terms of, like, if you think of, like, your Edgar Allan Poe's and stuff, like, there's things like that in there, you know? But at the same time, the December 26th poem, like, I've never read a poem like that. In the way that it's structured, in the way that the rhyming, like, it's unpredictable rhyming. It has a rhythmic quality to it, but it's not like, you know, like you learn in school how to write a poem. It's like an A-B rhyme scheme poem, like, you know, or like or ABC, like, no, it's like, I'm going to hit you with a poem. Like, the thing about rhyming and poetry and all these things, right, we're setting up expectations. So if I'm writing a poem where it's like, all right, every other line rhymes, right? If I want to really leave an impact, right, on a certain line so that you really, like, it really hits home with you, right? On a line that you would expect me to rhyme, I'm not going to rhyme, but I'm going to hit you with something really hard. Because I set an expectation, and so you were waiting for it, almost like, you're like, yeah, here it's going to be, and then I'll whack you over the head with something more profound. That it's like, screw rhyming for a little bit. Like, Boom. So it's like know the rules so you can break them.
Yeah.
So you'll find some of that in my poetry, but like there's still people that kill it. Especially if you ever heard of some of the spoken word like slam poetry stuff.
Yeah, that shit.
About being like a dad,
some
kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like no, like I don't want to like. I'm not bashing at all.
Yeah, no,
So you said you write you write a lot about the same stuff, but is it like a different perspective of the same situation?
So when I wrote the book itself, right? So some of the poems in that book go back to like freshman year of college. I wrote the poem in freshman year of college, and then so I'll give you an example, right? So I had this poem that I wrote about the birth of my daughter, which took place the sophomore year of college, and
how old were you at that time?
so I was like 19.
19, okay.
19, 20-ish.
Okay.
So now fast forward, this is over 10 years later, I'm coming out with this book, and I'm going in order, chronologically, thank you. Damn that burger. Chronologically, right? Going from like, I talk about like a murder case that I was involved in, to the home invasion, and to like having a kid, going to college and having a kid, right? And so, at that part in the book where I put that poem that I wrote about my daughter being born, I didn't like the way that it fit.
So
I didn't like the length of it. I didn't like my
perspective.
Not so much perspective. It was almost redundant. Like I don't want somebody to read my book and go, I know how he writes his poems. Every time he writes a poem, right? So I basically, sounds crazy, but like, I kind of close my eyes. I go back to that moment. I read the poem again. I got back into like, how did I feel when my daughter was when she was born? And so I wanted to write it in a way that again showed my range as an artist. So I'll spit the poems to you right here. So I came up with this. The name of the poem is 6 pounds 9 ounces, and it's in the book. Right? It goes, I won out. I can't begin to count the numerous times I've put steel in my mouth. My eyes won't sleep. The rage pouring causes drought. I drink it down with the thought that I won out. So tonight, the bottle races the trigger. I figure either way, I won't stay to see the sun as the morning sprouts. Somehow I want, either way, I won't stay to see the sun as the morning sprouts. Somehow I won, and I'm glad I did, because I have news and reason to live. The boy who died is having a kid. I'm having a kid, and she'll never know the places that I've been. I doubt that I want out, but don't know my way in. And I thought that was something that like better represented one, my feeling in having a child and being like, at that time in my life, man, I was at Temple. You would think that I'm like, I'm going to college, I'm going to make it. Like, that's not where my head was at all. It's just like, I showed up freshman year of college in the dorm room with a black trash bag full of clothes. Like, I guess I'm here. That feeling of like, man, enough things have happened in my life now at this point where it's like, I know tomorrow's not promised. Like, I'm just going to live it up, see where this takes me and figure it out. And it was like kind of like a death wish, kind of like you squeezing everything out of every day that you get until my daughter was born. And it was just like,
that's something to live for.
I got to stick around.
That's
right?
crazy.
But like not knowing how do you flip that switch on? Sure, your child does it slowly, but like those beginning years were hard,
and not only that, because we're men, right? We're not pregnant. No. So it's the attachment ain't the same. And I always say this: you don't. It's we say instant love, but you learn to love too, because it grows with you. It grows with you. It's not right away, like how it is for females, because they feel it growing inside them. We don't.
Yeah.
So they have a different bond. We have to build that bond, you can instantly say that's my child, and I bear the responsibility of taking there,
that protectiveness
all day,
gets in first,
but then it's like you don't know what the love is like, right? Because then you got deadbeat dads. I don't know how you could do it, but there's people that just walk away from that shit. But I could never.
Man, so maybe they're doing the kid.
I can't wait to get to that. Let me just say that.
Yeah, and I had a question. Have you ever like wrote a poem, right? Have you ever like looked at your poems when you were younger, and then as an adult and have a different perspective about that poem, like a different mindset, a different way of thinking?
Oh yeah. I mean, every time I read a poem from like back in the day, it's like taking a little time machine back.
Yeah.
Like I could start to. Those poems will make me feel emotions that I forgot about.
Yeah, but would you like let's say you would write that poem as an adult? Would you write it differently? You know what I'm saying? Would it be a different opinion, different
I
thought?
felt like some of my old stuff is like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
yeah.
You know, like the way we listen to like old school rap.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that was kind of corny, but I feel it.
Well, like in therapy and shit, when you mention things about your past and your trauma, when things happen at the time, you can't pretty much express how it is because you don't know or understand what that is at that time. And then once you grow older and you start to understand the certain words and express, understand life itself, when you go back to these situations and the trauma that happened when you were young, you're able to express what you actually felt at the time. Because what you felt was so alien to you that you didn't know how to feel or actually, be in that trauma. And like bringing up that question is, of course you would probably write things differently because you're in a different headspace now. More understanding.
Like curiosity. It's just
it's cool.
Even my understanding of love now, that moon poem that you mentioned earlier, likely it was about a woman, right? We were talking about like
we're not gonna talk about it,
but like even my perspective on love has changed. Like, look, we get older. True love,
bro.
Yeah, true love is like
it's a lot different than we thought.
What are you willing to endure?
Yeah.
What are you willing to?
X.
How are you willing to alter yourself?
A lot of compromises. Understanding too, and maturing yourself.
You don't realize. I don't think you really realize who you love until you look at yourself and go like, "Yo, why was I willing to do this for her?
Yeah,
nobody else. Like,
why was I willing to stay?
Yeah, why did I stay? Why did I like finally take that hard look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I gotta stop doing this. Or I gotta do this. So like even the me now, like
growing, man. And that's the problem with people nowadays, and men in general. We just don't grow. Dude,
stay stagnant.
Latinos are fucking sexist.
Worst, bro.
They fucking you better cook. You better cook. You better clean up at work. Or come home and do this. It's like no, it's not like that, man. I'm all about quality. You cook, I cook. You cook, I wash the dishes. I cook, you wash dishes.
I don't really make sides though. I cook the meat, but like I don't really care for sides.
I love a good side, bro.
Do you like a good side?
Yeah.
See, I'm done with that phase in my life.
Like Thanksgiving's coming up, man.
I don't want no sides at all.
No sides anymore. Nothing on the side. Nothing on the side. Yo.
Well, I was talking about stuffing.
Food.
I couldn't help.
Mac and cheese.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Collard greens.
I'm still gonna eat it though.
But man,
from earlier, it sounded like you was eating it too.
But yeah, I know, right?
You just made me so comfortable. How things in the Northeast?
So man, before we get into MMA.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
wait,
before we get into
MMA. There's a podcast.
There's a podcast.
Man, this is dope.
This is dope, though.
This is awesome. Yeah, man, this is awesome.
We appreciate you
coming down. That segment right there.
Yeah,
but I feel like we know each other now.
Yeah,
you know?
And we're gonna skip through some stuff because like it's probably not that deep anyway.
Yeah.
But I want to know, how did you get into the whole jiu-jitsu thing? Because like the last time I seen you, you definitely were into the whole jiu-jitsu thing. You were into like guns and stuff. So I'm
still in the guns.
Hell yeah, Second Amendment, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Me too.
Semper Fi, baby.
Safety first.
You know what's crazy?
Oh my God!
I'm gonna tell you a story, right? You know what's crazy?
Please.
This shit happened at work, right? On safety week, right? It was on safety week. You know,
safety week at work.
it was safety week at work, and you know what was
What do you
the?
do for work?
I'm a power driver, union power driver.
Okay.
So, yeah, I had that in there. Fuck you.
No, my mind went somewhere else.
Like porn.
No, I don't like where your mind
Did
goes.
he give you a thumb back? It's my question.
No, wait, come on. So, it was so we do a lot of drilling, right? We do.
Okay.
And it's gonna get worse. So for that safety week, the slogan was hands off loads.
Yo, I
got a sticker on my hard hat.
I'm trying to like.
Yeah, I got a sticker on my hard hat.
He's a construction worker. All
And
this
it
is
was
construction.
it was a hand with the little fucking drum going through it. Hands off loads.
Uh-huh.
And that same the next day, I put my hand on a loaded one.
Yeah. Yo, listen. When
That's
you're,
besides the point.
but besides the point, I will say, I don't know if I ever told you this, but like when your sister called me, she literally said it in the worst way possible.
Everybody did. And
I was ready to like drop and start fucking crying because I thought that like, I'm like, yo, my guy.
He's like, take me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
First thing he did was.
To defense though, it's
Was it hanging?
I actually pictures later, but it's a lot worse than this. I hit myself in the stomach too.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
It was a lot worse.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it was just more than
I'm
just.
happy to hear it, bro.
Yeah.
The iPhone,
You know what?
baby.
Bro, for real.
I'll tell you what though, man. It's really important to like. How do I want to put this? Like, there's firearm safety and shit like that, but like, you need to respect the
Yes.
shit on
Yes,
what
yes.
you're doing.
Yeah,
man.
man.
I'm an
Yeah,
advocate.
play around with it.
I'm an advocate for the Second Amendment, but I'm an advocate for safety.
Yeah.
All day.
Understand?
And,
play around.
Yeah,
and it's
Don't play
facts.
around.
There's negligence in it.
yeah.
It wasn't like playing around or anything. It was just a
No, but
freak accident.
but even with like the way you holster,
Yeah.
the way you do
Lock it
everything
up,
with it,
yeah.
like we as humans are very quick to just get into like routines and habits
Yeah.
and become
Complacent.
complacent.
Yeah, very, very complacent.
And
So
like,
my thing now is and I was told this by a friend, a coworker, and he was just like, "Listen, I don't pull in the head." He's like, "Listen, you got me, but it doesn't take that much to rack it." You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
And I do
I
because
agree
the
with
point
the
was,
set. I'm
yeah.
sure you do.
Yeah. So right now, right, you always
Brother,
like
amen.
I always watch my surroundings wherever I'm going.
Yeah,
Watch
of
my
course,
surroundings
yeah.
like that. But if I feel like I'm going to a place where I don't feel comfortable or anything, yeah, I'll definitely put one in there. But if I'm always on my P's and Q's,
Yeah.
especially in driving.
I mean, the Israeli Defense Forces, they train. They don't got one in the pipe.
Yeah.
They like train, but like the thing with anything, like I can't knock it. Like whatever makes you
Yeah, and
most
it's
comfortable, then
preference.
also
Facts.
as long
Be
as you
safe.
train around
Yeah,
it,
Be safe.
train
Yeah.
around it. Like
Train how you
I do
fight.
push-ups while I got that type of shit. Okay,
no, but like, and this will go back to MMA, jiu-jitsu, and all that stuff, right? Is that like at the end of the day, things need to become muscle memory.
Yeah.
And you need to train, right? Like without that training, like there is no time to think through. Like, look, anyone could watch UFC and go like, "Oh, I saw what he did. Now I'm gonna store that in my memory
I can do
bank.
that.
So when it happens, I'm gonna do it like that. Like it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Under stress, it doesn't work like that. But pops back to like the jiu-jitsu stuff. So I've been training jiu-jitsu now for just about 12 years.
Dang.
What happened?
No. Sixers game. Sorry.
We were talking about the Sixers game. Yeah, we were talking about the
Yeah,
Sixers.
sorry.
Is that the
Jarvis.
the fighting hockey league?
No.
Quick
That's
update.
basketball.
Quick update, bro.
The Sixers game just ended. The Sixers game just
Did the
ended.
Sixers win?
They lost.
No.
But our rookie Jared McCain had 34.
Cool,
Bro.
He's high.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Anyway, no.
So go ahead. We're gonna get.
So yeah, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for just about 12 years now. On and
12?
off. Yeah.
You got jiu-jitsu body.
Hey.
I'll
take it.
So I got into it. Like I used to fight a lot. You know, I always think about that time, Pops, at who did I knock down? Boxing. You know what I'm talking about? Old head.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all made me put on the gloves.
We all put on. Yeah, you put on the gloves or
It
somebody.
was your uncle or something.
One
He's
of
dead now.
Yeah. Oh, Raymond.
Right.
Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
Uncle Raymond. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't kill him.
No, you didn't. He knocked you.
Jesus.
I didn't kill him.
Well,
That wasn't my doing.
I was about to say, what part of the book this in?
No, but
Yeah,
I didn't read
Uncle
about
Raymond.
that.
Yeah, Uncle
Uncle
Ray.
Raymond.
He did pass
All
That's
away.
the
right.
only, that's the only
Yeah.
slam poetry he got.
He did pass away. Yeah.
Damn. Good one.
That was a
Good
snap,
callback,
right?
good
No, he did pass away. But you know what's crazy, man? Because like when I saw that, when I seen that you were in the jiu-jitsu, I was like, if there was one person that I think that I know of that can get into MMA, I thought it would be you.
You know what's funny?
I feel like if you before you get into, I feel like if you would have got that calling of going to jiu-jitsu like
Earlier,
earlier in the year, I
Yeah.
think you would have been in MMA.
just like 2 years ago, I was on some like, I'm gonna do an amateur MMA fight just so I do it, and like I still might do it just to do it. Like I still do like jiu-jitsu competitions, but you know, it's funny you say that, right? Because growing up,
Okay.
Look,
Can I do it? Wait.
He's pretty far.
thank you. Growing up, right? Like living in the Northeast, like John over here. No, it's funny. I'll give you shit, but like, I actually did live in the
He did.
I
He
know
did.
you
I
did.
actually
You lived there
I
before
actually
me,
did.
motherfucker.
I live there now.
No, but like, so me living in the Northeast, you know, my brother, especially my brother more than my sister, but like my big brother living down the way, it was like all my little brother from the Northeast type of thing, right? Right?
Mhm.
But I was always going down there to play football, to play whatever, and like I was always an aggressive kid.
Yeah.
Like we used to play football, I stiff arm you right in your face on some like, get off of me.
Like a two-hand touch?
No, like when we were playing
Like
tackle,
tackle,
like,
I mean,
I just
hey,
make sure
yeah,
that
yeah, we
fucking
and like
give me-
I always
Right,
felt
right.
like one, I always felt like I had something to prove, right? And then two, I was just naturally, I always wanted to get in some shit. Like I would set things on fire. I would like,
Yeah.
That's what happens when you come from the Northeast. You
Damn,
got that from the white boys.
Yo, my dad told me that like I was the most like him in that like I was constantly like stepping over the line, always seeing where the edge was.
Yeah. You give me that. You give me an inch. I'm gonna take the yard.
Yeah, but like so then going back to that time at that party, it was like I didn't even catch it. Go ahead, bro.
What the fuck,
You know the
Josie?
yard?
Josie's on a different level too.
Oh, he's impressed.
I was impressed. I thought,
He's like,
you
I
gonna
didn't know
take-
this
you
thing
gonna
was
take a
this
yard?
one.
You gonna take a yard? I thought it was usually a mile, but
Yeah, my mama.
He's being realistic.
Listen, every time before I got my ass whooped, it was I gave you an inch, you took a yard. Bow.
you gonna take that yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I give you an inch, you want to take a yard.
That makes sense.
Start beating
bad.
my ass.
fault.
No, that's just complaining. I got a lot. I got a lot in there. I got my ass whooped a lot.
Hey, we Spanish, we
Interestingly
better.
enough, I'm one of 10 kids, and I'm the only one that used to get their ass whooped.
Yeah.
You feel that way? Me too. I felt like she.
Are you-
I feel like I was
Are
abused.
you the middle? Are you
I'm the middle of the oldest, and then there's a whole nother generation under me. But yeah, I was the middle. But yeah, so like I always felt like I had something to prove, and then my brother would always like push me to fight, and I'm grateful that he did. But like, so we're at this party. And one thing, look, we all box too. We used to train out of Front Street Gym. Me and my two brothers, and I never had finesse. I could take a punch and I could give a harder punch. Like I just had
Straight brawl, man.
I
Straight
just
brawl.
had weight.
Yeah, straight
My older
brawl.
brother can fight. He got hands. He's pretty with them. So they're like, Elias, put the gloves on. Elias, put the gloves on. And I'm like, shit, I guess I gotta put the gloves on, right? So we're outside. I put the gloves on. How old was he at the time?
I don't remember.
40.
Probably at least 40.
Yeah, he was probably at least 40. I'm like, what, 13 maybe?
Yeah, 13.
I'm like 13 years old. I'm scared.
Yeah.
40-year-olds got different strength. They've been
Yes, they
around.
do.
And that's a
I
real
don't
man.
appreciate
That's
it.
a real man strength, right?
No one else will box him.
Nobody, yeah.
No one else will box him. But they talked me into it, right?
You go fight on the ring.
Yeah, go fight in the ring.
All right.
And I'm like, I can't be no bitch. I gotta do this. It's bad enough I'm from the Northeast.
Yeah.
My time shine. Put them on. We square up.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all already went through that.
That's what we do, man.
I gotta drive.
Nah,
It's okay. Don't worry.
When you
got
going back
that.
to the Northeast?
I live
No.
in Delaware County now.
Oh, you a Delco.
Yeah.
Ew. Hoagie.
I don't talk regular,
Wawa.
thankfully.
Wow.
But so anyway, long story short, we put the gloves on and I knocked him down. I knocked him right on
Yeah, you
his
did. On his
ass.
ass, bro.
On his
I
ass.
remember that shit.
It was like I remember I was scared.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, did I do that?
That's what I
Like,
do, yeah.
boom. But so I always got into these situations and I always felt like I was like forced into them. So I started fighting early. So then with the boxing and all that, by the time I was in high school and like coming out of high school after being through a bunch of crazy stuff too, like I didn't care if I lived in Delco, if I was from the Northeast. Man, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm over that shit. That don't mean
I'm
nothing.
who I am, where I'm from.
Yeah, exactly. But
Originally, where you from?
mama. No, Northeast. Yeah,
Don't
just like you, John.
He said, I found it.
Don't rub Delco.
So
Don't rep Delco, yeah, first.
don't what?
Don't rep
Don't
that.
rep Delco.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you just a lot
Hey,
of
no offense, but yeah.
yeah, no.
Icarus from Northeast.
By the book.
Oh, man.
So I'm like in college and I joined my fraternity. I'm trying to do the right thing, but I am constantly fighting all the time. Like with women, they look at her some type of way. I'm like, I'll kill you. Like, you know,
Bobby.
yeah, I was doing that.
That
So,
Ricky
like,
thing.
and I was just,
Yeah.
I had a chip on my shoulder, you know, so it was matter of fact, when I moved to Delco, I was like the only Puerto Rican out there. So I was just a light-skinned brother with glasses that was short.
I know about the light skin part.
Yeah. So like,
He
meaning
said
light-skinned
short,
black.
too.
Like they thought I was, they didn't even know what Puerto Rican was.
You said
like,
short, right?
Yeah,
I was short.
He
yeah.
only resonated with.
You know both.
light skin.
I said light skin.
Yeah, he said I said light skin. The other
You know
part,
both.
that's not me.
my first day in school in Delaware County, I got brought home by the cops because I got into a fight on the cheese bus because
You like a cheese buzz fighter.
Yeah, you did.
yeah.
Wait till you
But
know.
that's next
Next
up.
time, nigga, me and you.
Next up.
Because
When did they drop Johnny off?
I got the glasses slapped off of my face by this big dude.
Oh, man.
In retrospect, he wasn't that big, but like he was towering over me. So and that was that, right? But always fighting. But like how I got into jiu-jitsu was I had never been knocked off of my feet, right? I was always on the better end of a fight. -1 when I got my nose broke, right? But like very confident, cocky, like, man, I seen some shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I do this for real.
I've been around the
Exactly,
block.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Until somebody throw a foot at me.
I work in human resources, right? For SAP software company. And one of my coworkers is a Brazilian kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, you like boxing and stuff like that? I was like, yeah. He's like, you watch UFC? And I was like, yeah, a little bit. He goes, why don't you come to the gym? And I was like, well, what do you guys do there? He's like, jiu-jitsu. And I'm like, isn't that like wrestling? And like, that's like growing up in like a Latin household, that's gay.
Yeah, wrestling and shit like
Back
that.
in the day, it was like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Roll around with some men on some mats? And it was like,
That's true, though.
That was
If you
the,
think about it.
that old mindset.
Everything
was
was
that
that old
old
school
mindset.
mindset. Yeah, that old
So,
school
like,
mindset where it's
I
like,
was like,
Yeah,
I'm not
that
gonna do
mindset, yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. And then finally talked me into it, and I was like, all right,
I
I'll go.
am gay.
Damn. Happy.
Are we
happy.
all a little bit, right?
Happy.
How'd you lose that thumb again?
We have a tight clench.
I did not say that.
Can I have my nail back?
No comment. No comment.
All right. Just make sure that didn't make it a clip. Right? No one's gonna watch the whole
No,
thing.
yeah.
Clip that.
Hello.
Clip that, Jarvis.
We didn't even get to the podcast yet.
So he talks me into going, right? I go to its Alliance Jiu-Jitsu out in like Westchester. I go and I'm like diesel at the time too. Like I'm 5'11", right? I was close to 200 pounds.
Sit proud.
I wish I was 6 foot. I was 5'11", right?
5 foot.
I was literally 199 pounds at the time. Never hit 200 pounds, but I was diesel. Feeling myself. Dude probably weighed 150 pounds.
He whooped your ass.
He whooped my ass so bad. He I thought he broke my arm in an arm bar. Like I couldn't carry my laptop bag to work with my left arm after that day for like weeks. So I remember training, I'm on the mat, sweaty, like, oh my God, I've got two options. I can either act like this day never happened or I can figure it out. And that was it.
Yeah.
So I just was like, yo.
You went back to the same gym or a different one?
I went back to the same gym.
Good for you.
Did you ever get to whoop his ass, man?
I went to a different
I
one.
don't think I did.
Learned everything I need to learn. Now I came back like, remember me?
Yeah. I don't think I did, but I did that. I was there for a year, and then I think I moved to Atlanta.
Oh,
I lived in Atlanta. Yeah, I lived in Atlanta. I didn't train when I was in Atlanta. That was a little less than a year, and then when I came back, I started again under Daniel Gracie. And between kids and jobs, like I may have taken 6 months off here, a little bit off there,
Yeah,
but
It
like,
happens, yeah. Life happens.
bro, it's for me more than anything. After like, honestly, because once you become like a blue belt and you start really figuring it out, you're gonna be able to take most people if they're untrained, right? So like, and you throw in if I'm bigger, if I'm faster, like I could be really athletic. Like as a blue belt, I was doing pretty good. But realistically, I kept coming back because it was mad therapeutic. Yeah. Like,
nice.
There's nothing like having a 200-pound man trying to strangle you, right? To stop you from thinking about all your problems. Leave it. Oh, look at it. Look at where it went.
Oh,
you done messed it up.
He,
but no.
Yeah, he had not there for the big weird.
Jarvis, no.
Jarvis tight right now.
He gonna figure it out himself.
I got it, Jarvis.
No, but that's real though.
No, but like, look,
it's a different type of mindset and environment to be in to relieve that kind of stress of.
It's just like shooting. It's just like shooting. When you're shooting, you shouldn't be thinking about anything else. All you need to be, your head is on a swivel. You know what's going on around you. You don't point it at anything you don't wish to destroy. And like, you stick to that. When you're rolling, sparring, doing jiu-jitsu, it's like that. So like,
you really struggle.
It's like vacation. It's like vacation. Every time I hit that mat, it's vacation.
I want to do the boxing thing. I just started a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
That's why you got the Mickey joint on.
Yeah, Bohm.
Come on,
Bohm.
Come on,
Could have been a contender.
At Malik Jackson Fitness Gym right here on the boxing gym right here, and I see we get it because like when I'm there, that hour that I'm there, it's like literally it's crazy. Like some of the stuff that he forces me to like come out of me is like
he's like run. He's like breathe. He's like when he tell me breathe, I'd be like wow.
Yo, that's you stupid. I can tell you don't do that shit. I can tell you don't do it. Because yo, in the moment it's hard to remember.
It is.
It's hard to remember.
It is.
That's why my voice is like this. I was teaching yesterday, telling everybody, in your nose, out your mouth. In your nose, out your mouth. Telling people to breathe. Get your head off the center line. You know?
Well, man, like to get to the podcast.
Yeah,
we got this is like actually this is something that I'm pretty sure that you two guys probably will be able to speak on better than we would probably. This whole Mike Tyson and Jake Paul thing.
Here we go.
Is this real or is this fake?
Is this real life
Like, is this real life? Like, how do you feel about it?
So I watched Roy Jones, right? Remember Roy Jones fought Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
And Roy Jones said, he was like, they told us take it easy. He said, when I was in the ring, he said, Mike was trying to take my fucking head off. Yeah. He said, they was like, I was worried about you. He said, I was worried about myself.
He said, I got hit in the chest. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, he's like, Mike was really trying to take my head off. He's like, that man still got it.
Yeah, at his age,
you see him sparring, right? I mean, that's scary, dude.
Nasty, bro. I don't know how this shit plays out, right?
Where you putting your money?
I'm putting my money on Mike anytime,
100%.
any fucking time. I don't know if there's other things behind this.
So I'm scared.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm scared of.
Well, he's getting paid less.
Bro, I don't think you don't gotta worry. I don't think you gotta worry. Mike bit Evander Holyfield's ear.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Like, he don't play by rules.
Yeah.
He don't, like, nah.
Even with the...
Even as a changed man, right?
Even as a changed man,
yeah. Even with that fight with
he gave that man a pigeon. You know what he said? I'm gonna feed it to my falcon.
Yo, that was crazy.
Mike loved pigeons.
Did not see that.
He's Iron Mike right now.
Iron Mike.
He's
but my thing is I don't know how these things play out, right? Because a lot of them fights look weird, like the drops and all that.
Well,
a lot of Jake Paul's fights. Right?
Yeah. A lot of Jake Paul's fights look weird, drops and all that. Not saying that it is what it is, but I don't. Especially now because it's entertainment. It's not.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Well,
it's kind of weird.
I want to say this though.
Because I tell you right now, if Jake Paul go toe to toe with Mike Tyson right now, he has no fucking chance. I'm just talking about like in a regular fight without practicing.
Mike Tyson in the first interviews I felt like it was fake
right?
Or it was kind of like something was up. But recently now when it's getting closer, I feel like his attitude and his mindset is a little different. Especially in these interviews. Like I'm gonna tell you, like he's not joking and laughing like he was in the beginning of the interviews. You know what I mean?
Like,
he's in fight camp. That's why.
Yeah,
not only that, but he's not like a regular human being.
Nah,
that dude been through a lot as a child, and he grew up in a system where it was just fighting.
Yeah,
for my life.
I think
hiding between walls.
Yeah. I think Mike got
poetry shit.
Slam his head.
So if you had to pick, we're gonna go starting from Jose. We're gonna go around.
Iron Mike, baby.
I don't know how you go against.
I don't know how many rounds, but I know he ain't gonna make it 12 rounds.
I think it's two 8-minute rounds.
What the fuck?
I mean, sorry.
Two 8-minute rounds.
I think it's
8 minute rounds. Fight for your life.
I think it's eight 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
I think 8 2-minute rounds. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like an amateur John.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think Tyson.
Yeah, not only that, but
8 2-minute rounds.
It's 2-minute rounds.
Yeah,
Jake Paul is not. I don't think he's allowed to fight longer than that. He's not a professional. This is a
professional bout.
I think he's professional now, bro.
But
when he fought,
you have professional bouts that only fight 4 rounds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think he can't. I don't think Jake Paul could go 12 rounds, 3 minutes.
So
12 rounds.
I don't think Mike can either. He's kind of older now too.
If you look at this fight from like a scientific level, right? Generally speaking, with this age gap, right?
Jake Paul has
the advantage. When you look at like 2 similarly skilled fighters, I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying when you look at 2 similarly skilled fighters, and then you take into account the age, the younger fighter typically wins.
Yeah.
However,
one's a professional.
They're both technically professionals.
One's a real professional.
But but let's speak more like I watch this podcast where you guys talk about football and other sports and shit like that. So talk about boxing like that, right?
Yeah, it's facts.
Yeah.
One's a professional,
I agree with you.
And the other one, I guess technically a professional, but he picks his fights. He's not gonna fight. He's not gonna fight a Canelo. He's not gonna fight a top contender.
I think the reason why I go with Tyson.
I don't think he has fought a real boxer because I don't count Fury.
I
don't count Fury as a real boxer.
He's not that. Look.
I don't count him as a real boxer. He's a fucking he's a TikTok boxer too. TikTok boxer. TikTok boxer. TikTok.
Hip hop.
Damn you.
No, so look, the interesting thing about Tyson and you don't see this in boxing today very often. He has that peekaboo style of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
The way his movement is very different from what you're seeing from most people these days.
Yeah.
I don't think that Jake Paul has ever seen someone like that.
Yeah.
The last thing to go in terms of like as you get older is power. Tyson still has power.
That's all he.
They're both juiced up.
Speed, power,
He got that old man strength. He got that old.
Yeah, just think
old
about it though, right?
construction
Like,
working
when
man.
you talk about Jake Paul, you can bring up all his fights. Who has he fought as like professional boxers? And don't get it fucked up. He's beat his opponents, but he's fought more MMA guys and other TikTok other TikTok guys or other
people,
like. He would never, and I promise you this, he would never take a fight against a professional.
Well, he is
He
now.
would never.
Well, he is now.
Retired, bro. That's like,
professional.
I mean,
Listen.
Like, if I had to take my
chance, I seen Mike in the
I
gym.
see Mike, right? But if I was boxing, right, and I felt if I was on my shit, and Mike was like, I could do that, you know, and then this is gonna be his. If he beats Mike Tyson, this is his biggest claim to fame, and it won't even fucking count.
So I'm gonna pick Mike, and
I'm picking Mike.
Mike, right?
But you think if he beat
So
Mike,
to make things better, what are we gonna go? We're gonna go.
Does it count as like you? Oh, because
he's not knocking it out, right?
Because he's gonna go around.
I want him to knock him out.
I think Tyson might knock him out.
I think so too,
listen
yeah.
to this,
I
right?
think
Because
I think if Tyson wins, he knocks him out.
I think it's in his eyes.
So Jake Paul, if he wins, he gets to go around saying he beat Mike Tyson, right?
Not really.
You can't say that though.
No, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. All day.
Yeah.
You beat an old man.
He
Oh, you beat an old Mike Tyson up.
Mm-hmm.
Not even wash. You just beat an old Mike Tyson up. You're a young guy. You beat an old Mike Tyson up.
Now when you get beat, you gotta beat by old.
Now if you get your ass whooped.
But let's think about this. I mean, you guys are two
It's a
boxers.
great
You guys
payday,
are more
though.
boxing guys than I am.
It's a great payday.
So
Yes.
if Jake
Great
Paul
payday.
wins this fight, you have to fight somebody like a real boxer.
No, he don't, bro. He picks whoever he want to fight.
After
But he's
this,
not.
man.
You can't keep doing the whole
Bro, he's not a real boxer.
YouTuber boxing thing, right?
But
At this point, you have to go.
People love that shit. He has fans. His brother has fans. Bro, they love that shit.
Well,
It's just hyping shit up and typing shit up, bro.
He's training
I mean,
like a
look,
boxer.
The dude's an athlete, though.
Yeah.
He
They
does have
definitely.
he's
Him and
got
his
some
brothers.
skill.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. They know how to make $1, and they're fucking athletes.
Yeah.
I don't.
I seen the brother in WrestleMania. Motherfucker.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fucking bro. They're great they're both great athletes, and they know how to make a fucking dollar. They know how to sell shit. They know how to make money. If you want to get technical, he's not a real boxer, and he would never fight a real boxer.
I think eventually he will.
The thing, eventually you have to, right?
He's gonna have to.
He will get fucking killed.
And that's a point.
Well, I think
that's
the
a point,
idea
though.
is like he's slowly trying to
Think
build
about
up.
his.
That's what I think is going on.
Not only that, think about the way he fights him. He will fucking get killed, bro.
He's not going the average boxer route.
He will get killed.
definitely took
How
an
much do
alternative to
that
that
dude?
route.
How much does he weigh? Jarvis, how much does Jake Paul weigh? He's like 180.
Nah, he look bigger than that.
Nah, yeah.
I felt like we had a moment when you looked at me.
it was a silent
But
pause.
I had to
We
go
all
with-
paused
Was
for
it,
that
was, it,
moment.
was it the brown eyes too?
We all paused for that.
It's the
moment.
light, right?
It's the light.
You see that hint of green behind
You do
that?
have nice eyelashes.
They're like people tell me they're like camera apples.
Camera apples.
Yeah.
No, don't like that. That's the thing, wait.
I'm gonna deflect. I'm gonna deflect like a motherfucker.
That's your
I'm
brother.
going to Arthur.
That's a portrait.
That's the thing.
That's
Look
a
at right there.
portrait.
That's why you sit next to him. Eli, look at him.
Wow, wait. Was I rolling? I usually keep it together unless you stare at me
I
too long.
got you, baby.
There's a hammer right there.
Where you at, Jarvis?
He's at 224 right now.
I told you.
Damn.
Bro, that's wild. Imagine him fighting at 224. He's not beating nobody, bro. Nobody.
So what is he fighting now on Friday?
What is the bout at? It's a heavyweight fight. Gotta be.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Bro, he's not a natural heavyweight. He's like 5'6".
No, he's juiced up though.
Nah, he's not possible.
He's juiced up. Nah, he's not 5'6".
And he's like, I know
He's probably
5'6".
6'4".
I know 5'6", nigga. He not 6 foot. I know 5'6", nigga. He's
Hey,
6'5".
my man, yo,
I think he's
saying?
6 foot.
How tall is he?
He's got to be 6 foot, 5'11".
What's his
6
favorite
foot.
pastime?
Let's
I sound like RFK.
Yeah. Well, you know.
So let's go on. Big UFC card this
Oh,
weekend.
Yeah.
He's 220.
Oh man.
Big UFC card this weekend, man.
He's 6 foot.
I'm new to the UFC thing.
226 feet.
Told you 6 foot.
That's heavy as fuck.
That's a big.
How tall is he?
6 feet, 220.
That's a big.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
it's you.
You ain't 6 feet.
No, I'm saying though.
No, you're taller than
He
6
about 6 feet.
No, I'm about like 6'8".
Sideways.
He sounded angry when he said that. My bad, bro.
Anyway, big UFC card this weekend in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
The biggest, we're gonna get to the main event eventually, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna start off with the main cards though. We're not gonna go into, but there is one card that I seen McGee. Something
Yeah.
McGee. He looked like a gargoyle a little bit.
I said, John, I said,
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
have to pull this up.
I got you.
Show me.
Yeah. Apparently he's like plus 185 favorite for a knockout. He's been knocking people out, bro.
Show me this guy. Show me this man.
Yeah.
John sent it to me earlier. He listed the ball for Toy Soldiers.
like
The
like
movie
it's
Toy
like
Soldiers?
the general.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know him. He does look like he's an older fighter. Who's he fighting?
I'm not sure, but he's like plus 185 for a knockout. And apparently he's been knocking motherfuckers out recently.
A lot of those guys that get knockouts like that also end up getting
knocked out,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I see that.
Archer, leader.
But that was, besides him,
I gotta pee, man.
so
We're not doing this shit.
yeah, so
We got another old fucking on here.
I know, man. We gotta start bringing depends to the podcast now.
I would get down with that. I'll hold it in.
I'm
I'll
gonna
hold
need it
in.
though. 2 times.
No,
man.
yeah, go ahead.
Nah, yeah.
But you gotta go.
In that corner
You
over
gotta go.
there.
Fine. Don't go in my corner. We
All
gotta
right,
go.
let's finish this stuff.
Anyway, but listen, we're going Bo Nichols
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we
Paul
got Bo
Craig.
Nickel and
Paul
Paul Craig, man.
Yo, I think that's a dangerous
Bo Nickel,
fight.
Penn State guy, right?
He's a Penn
State
guy.
wrestler. Penn State wrestler, man. I like going with the wrestlers, bro. I don't know what it is, but I like
Wrestlers
going
are
with
tough.
because they got the ground game. They got the ground game going on. You know how to shoot. I think
I
like Bo
don't think.
Nickel.
All right, so here's the thing about wrestlers. Let me tell you a thing or two about a wrestler, right? Wrestlers are the things that wrestlers got going for them is that one, they're tough. Do it with the thumb. They're tough, right? They're tougher than that. There we go. No, like in wrestling practice, like, and I only wrestled for a little bit. Like I didn't even do a whole season in high school, but like I trained with a lot of wrestlers. Like they're just used to sucking it up constantly.
Yeah,
Cutting weight constantly.
yeah,
Like you're not even allowed to put your hands on your hips and breathe heavy. Like
yeah.
put your hands up, get
Yeah.
the blood flow going, shut up, rub some dirt on it. Like they're used to just grinding.
Yeah.
So like there's that. There's also, yes, when you have the skill to take a man down to the ground,
Yeah, that's
awesome. If he can take him down and do a ground and pound, great.
But the issue is,
But Paul Craig got good
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And like even for me, when I'm going against like good wrestlers, because like collegiate wrestlers will come through the gym sometimes, right? And they'll take me down relatively quickly.
yeah,
I can give them a little bit of a hassle, but not much if they're really good, right?
yeah,
They put me down, but then once they're on top of me and I pull them in my guard or I'm playing half guard or something like that, they don't have a great submission defense.
got you.
Now, Bo Nickel is in the UFC and he's been training this shit for a long time.
Yeah,
So yes, he's gonna have some good defense. And he's actually done a grappling match with I think Gordon Ryan at some point, who's like arguably the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioner. But I think Bo Nickel might be a little reluctant to take Paul Craig down. And that's what happens when you have two grapplers going against each other.
Now, what I think with the wrestlers is my biggest thing is what I've noticed while watching a lot of guys who are big wrestlers, like when they got to stand up and fight, that's a little bit of trouble too.
And that could happen in this.
And I don't know much about Paul Craig. I was hoping that you would know more than I
know
would.
something. Like he got knocked out. I think his last fight he won. He lost by knockout.
But apparently he's been always like been like an underdog for a while, right?
Yeah.
He's been knocking people out.
He has really good submissions off his back.
Oh.
Off his back. So like, what's a wrestler trained to do? Not be on their back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To be on top. Paul Craig has a lot of submissions off his back, like triangles, arm bars, like so. Like, I think if you guys if you know who Hamzat is, Chimaev, he's a Chechnyan fighter.
The Hamza is the one that literally just
I kill everybody.
Yeah.
So,
everything is ground game with him.
Yeah.
So.
So Hamzat, when he fought Brazilian fighter, oh goodness, Gilbert Burns, right? He was reluctant to stay on the ground with Gilbert Burns because Gilbert Burns was like a world-class jiu-jitsu fighter. Give him a thumb back. Fool.
No, I remember that fight because Gilbert Burns is like a top guy, right?
So
He's been in
fought.
the MMA for a mile, right? I remember that. Yeah.
And Hamzat didn't want to be on the ground with him.
He did not. Yeah, he
so
did
if you
not.
have a situation like that, now you got Bo Nickel, who isn't some former Golden Gloves champion boxer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Versus Paul Craig. It's more of a dangerous fight than I think.
So nitty gritty gets down to the point. Who would you have?
Bo Nickel's like
Bo Nickel's, right?
And
yeah.
I'm gonna say that because the UFC does a really good job of building up
Building up fights.
fighters.
Right.
Like when they start investing in a fighter like Bo Nickel, they could have thrown right into the fire.
Yeah.
Into the fire. They didn't do that. They're slowly building him up.
Building it up, yeah.
So I'm not saying that this is going to be an easy fight for him, but they're going to gradually increase the level of competition.
Okay.
And I think it would be in the UFC's best interest for Bo Nickel to win. So I'm going to go Bo.
What you watching over there, boy?
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Why are you on Instagram?
I was trying to get off the joint because I was showing him the joint on Instagram.
All right. The next one is it's actually a fighter that when I first started watching the UFC, I kind of gravitated to like, damn, I like this guy. Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira.
Du Bronx, baby.
How you say it? Charles Oliveira.
Oliveira. They call him Du Bronx. Yeah.
Charles Oliveira versus, but Chandler. He's fighting a good guy. He's fighting someone that's pretty good.
From Bellator.
Oliveira is literally probably like top notch, right? Top notch guy, right? Like Hall of Famer. Am I going too far with that?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer.
You know what I mean? Like he's definitely up there when it comes to MMA,
a
UFC.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
No.
So Oliveira, absolutely. Like Oliveira, at one point they thought that he could have been like the next GOAT of the lightweight division. He's post Khabib, so he never fought Khabib.
Yeah.
And so it was like, would he have beat Khabib? But then he ended up losing to Islam.
Yeah, I remember
So,
that, yeah.
But he went on a nice run. He's fought almost everybody. Oliveira has really good jiu-jitsu. He has clean boxing. He gets dropped a lot.
He does. You're right.
He gets dropped and then recovers and then will come back and win the fight.
His recovery is different.
Wasn't always like that. Actually,
I will say that because I remember that one fight. He was like boom, boom. I was like, he's done, and he just recovered.
You know who beat him? Going back, Paul Felder.
Wow.
Who I trained with out of Daniel Gracie's, who is now a color commentator.
Yeah.
So like back in the day, they would say that Charles would quit. Now that's not him anymore.
Yeah.
And then as far as, but like he's definitely gonna go in the Hall of Fame, no doubt about it. Now, Michael Chandler, on the other hand, Michael Chandler was the man in Bellator.
That's all I've heard.
He was the man in Bellator. Held a win over Eddie Alvarez from Philly.
Alvarez, wow.
Yeah, so like they went back and forth in fights, but Chandler came into the UFC to make a big splash. Ended up being like the backup fighter for a title fight, and then he got his opportunity to fight, and then dropped Charles. Almost finished. Yeah, they fought already.
They fought before.
Yeah, they fought before.
Never knew that.
Yeah. Chandler gave it to him. I think it was in the first round. Like, it looked like it was over. Somehow, Charles pulled it out, recovered, and then finished Chandler.
This is what I love about UFC, bro. I love that fact. Like I told John, I tell Josie about it all the time. Like, yo, the last year or so I've been watching UFC, and it's like, yo, I fucking love it because it's just like these guys go in there 1 round, this dude could be getting his ass whipped, and then something happens in the second or third round where he just totally turns it around, knocks someone.
Yeah.
Get that. He recovers. He knocks someone the fuck out, or he gets that arm bar. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's different than boxing, bro. It's so much bigger than
it is.
boxing.
Yeah. I mean, because there's so many different like
layers,
dimensions.
Yeah.
You know, like so.
Boxing is lateral movement. Back and forth, dodging.
So
up, down, ground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's cool, man. So let's get to the picking, right?
Oh god, it's a hard one.
I'm gonna go with the guy that I know better. Charles, right?
Dude,
yeah, I'm gonna go with the guy that I know better. Where are you going? You got to pick.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. So I actually bet on Chandler.
Okay.
It was bonus bets. Remember? I was texting you. I was like, "Yo, I got $20 for bonus bets, right?" So I put money on Chandler in the thought that he might actually repeat what he did last time.
But finish.
I
got it.
He spent the last 2 years waiting to fight Conor McGregor. It never happened. He's in great
I was gonna
shape.
ask you that. He is the one that's supposed to fight Conor, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Never happened. They did the Ultimate Fighter show together.
Yeah.
So it never happened. And people been giving him shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, you waited around for 2 years for Conor and
didn't do anything.
And he's over here getting sexual assault charges.
Movies and shit.
That's none of your business.
Allegedly.
But you got that. So how was that when you got to meet Conor? By the way.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
So your pick is Chandler, right, for that fight?
I think no. I think Charles is gonna win.
Yeah. Okay.
But it wasn't my money to bet because it was free money.
So you
I bet on Chandler. Yeah.
But how was that meeting Conor
as
though?
much free money as I can get.
It was cool. Like Conor's such a polarizing like.
Yeah. It was always one of those things that, that's Conor McGregor, bro.
It was. He was cool. So I brought my my purple belt with me, right? Because like, I didn't even know I was gonna meet him that day. I got a call by one of my buddies, Ryan, who's like, "We gotta go to Chickies and Pete's right now. Come to the house right now." I'm like, "For what?" Conor McGregor's serving at Chickies and Pete's, and I was like, "That's cool." And I was just like, "I'm tired. I don't think I can go. Like, it's probably gonna be a lot of people there.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood that I'm actually gonna meet him?"
Thanks.
And then I'm like, "I'll let you know." He keeps calling me, and I'm like, "Babe,
can I go?
you care if I go?" My buddy Ryan just had a kid, like literally the week prior.
Okay.
And he's like, "I got permission to go." He and I are like, of our friend group, like the only ones that really watch, train. He's a wrestler, so like I was like, you know what, I'll go. If I get a chance to give him a sign
She
something.
gave you permission to go.
So she gave me the blessing.
Gotcha.
So
you gotta check that off. You got to.
You got to.
I'm a learned man.
Hell yeah.
So she gave me the blessing to go, and I was like, "When am I gonna have him sign?" And I'm like, "I got these boxing gloves signed by Arturo Gatti."
That's cool. Wow.
And I was like,
that stays like that.
Can't
No.
do that.
Yeah, you don't put Conor on that shit,
Can't do
man.
that.
Not no gloves. You got your ass beat by Mayweather.
I don't have any UFC merchandise. The only boxing gloves outside of that I have are ones that I train with that are black. You ain't gonna see it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what can I have him sign? And what would catch his attention? My belt. So I came into the Chickies and Pete's with my belt. So when
What color
he
was
came,
it?
purple.
Purple.
Nice. Okay.
What comes after purple?
Brown.
Brown and then
Then black.
Then black.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I was told my brown belt is right around the corner. So
Ooh.
can't wait for that.
Hell yeah. Get that shit.
Look at that, man. That's
That's
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Doodoo Brown.
So have my my purple belt. He comes out. I brought a Sharpie. I was like,
Ready. I'm ready, boy.
ready to go.
Yeah,
so he
hopefully,
comes out. He's like giving out shots.
Oh,
He gives
fuck,
me-
mate.
Yo, he's on.
I want to apologize to absolutely no one.
So shot my belt, and he's like, I got you. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
His accent. Yeah.
But I'm like, of course he's
Give me
gonna say
more
that,
for a
right?
minute.
So then
More shots.
he gives me a beer.
Pretty good.
Gives me a beer for free. Boom. Drinking beer. We're cheersing, doing stuff like that. He's pouring out shots. And then he's like, I can tell he's getting ready to get pulled in a bunch of different directions. So I was like, sign my belt. And he comes over, he takes my belt. I give him the Sharpie. And I don't know why. What came out of my mouth was like, I earned that belt. I earned that belt. And he was like,
Yeah.
he signed like a couple other random things, but I was like, that belt definitely got his attention.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely got his
Because he
attention.
knew. He knew that this motherfucker know what he doing.
Yeah, it's like,
that's
boom.
awesome.
And it's a dingy, like I've had that purple belt for years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
got
it's
4
not
stripes
brown.
on it. It's getting weathered down.
Mhm.
He's holding it, probably stinks.
Smell like
No, but he signed it in the perfect spot right by where the stripes were, and I was like, cool. I still wear that belt to train.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I ain't
wow,
treating
that's
it
awesome.
special.
That's awesome.
But I'm like, what's that? I'm like, Conor McGregor signed my belt.
Conor
But-
McGregor.
That's awesome, man.
Okay.
Now, last but not least, right?
Yeah.
Main event. I will say this. I don't know if I said this. I think I said this to you already too.
Mhm.
I've never watched this guy fight,
Who's Stipe or John Jones? Oh no, John
Jones,
Either of them.
and either of them. I obviously.
Sean Jones.
I never seen John Jones fight, and I'm super excited because since I'm new to the UFC,
Yeah.
all I hear is
Like, never watch him fight?
I've never watched him fight, bro.
Like, I'm not the biggest UFC fan, but I watch Bohm fight.
Yeah,
I watch Bohm
see
fight.
some clips.
I've never
Not even
seen him
clips.
fight.
Like, I watch his fights.
That's the thing. And all I hear is John Bone Jones. That's all
And
I
that's when that
that's
shit
all
first. That's when that shit first started
Listen,
off. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I talk
Elbows.
about any of the fighters that I like, all I hear is
Anderson
like,
Silva,
yeah, man, no, man,
yeah,
John Bone
Yeah,
Jones.
I watch those like I used to watch UFC back in the
So-
day. Anderson Silva, John Jones, all the old shit. But now it's just
Mhm.
it's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah.
Because before it was like bang, it was one right every year. Now it's like one every motherfucking
Yeah,
week.
this fight nights.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
fight nights are
wild.
good too, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Now, with a guy like me who's like basically never seen this guy fight before, what am I looking forward to? Right?
With John Jones?
Yeah.
If you picture his wife on that guy's face, he's done.
Allegedly.
All right,
Allegedly.
never mind.
I don't
Allegedly.
know.
Allegedly.
There's some stuff on YouTube that would say otherwise.
Oh, shit.
Check out MMA Guru. He has a lot of interesting things to say about John
That
Jones.
man
Okay.
is wild.
So here's the thing.
Dana loves this guy.
He does, he
I mean,
does.
he just like
But he's a
I feel
freak
like-
of nature, though.
Dana has to love him right now. You know why Dana has to love him right now?
He's scared of him.
For the money. Because
okay.
the previous champ, Francis Ngannou, who decided to leave the UFC, left.
Yeah.
And it put them in a rough situation where they didn't have someone passing down the belt.
Is that the one whose son passed away? He fought for him the last fight,
He just
right?
fought recently, though, right?
Yeah, the last fight. He
PFL.
did it for his son, yeah.
So, all right, here's the thing about John Jones. I wish you would have been watching John Jones years ago at light heavyweight, because I would say that he's on a downward trajectory.
Okay.
If you look at his last fights, like, so his most recent fight was against Cyril Gane.
How long ago was that, though?
2 years ago?
I was about to say, because he don't, he's always in a lot of fucking trouble.
He is in trouble a lot. So he fought Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane for the vacant heavyweight title. Cyril Gane lost against Ngannou.
Mm.
So like he's fighting a guy that lost against Ngannou, who's a kickboxer.
Yeah.
Who has no ground game whatsoever. John Jones comes from a wrestling background, Greco-Roman wrestling, and he has awesome striking. Like, John Jones is a very creative, like, thinker, high fight IQ, thinks in the moment, can spin, throw elbows. Like when he gets close to you, where some people throw uppercuts, like he's throwing his elbows and kneeing and spinning and doing creative things. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's very well-rounded everywhere. He does cocaine. Or at least has done cocaine. Yeah. But
Who he picked up in the car accident? Johnny Manziel.
Yo.
Cocaine.
so, but if you look at his, like, I want to say it's the last 3 fights. So Gane, he just took him down and strangled him. Didn't look overly impressive. Looked a little slower at heavyweight. As a lightweight, I think is a lot. At a light heavyweight, he fought what is it? Thiago Santos and Dominic Reyes. Santos, and I could be messing his last name up, like tore his ACL or something during the fight, and it was still a split decision.
Wow.
Damn.
Right?
That's a warrior, dog.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then Dominic Reyes arguably beat John Jones. And it was like he got robbed. So then he disappeared and said he was moving up to heavyweight, waited until Francis Ngannou left, beat Ciryl Gane, and now he's in a situation where he's fighting a 42-year-old Stipe.
Yeah.
Now, Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time. No one has more heavyweight title defenses than Stipe does. Stipe has beaten Ngannou. They're 1-1. Stipe beat Daniel Cormier 2 times. Stipe is a natural heavyweight.
Yeah.
So I think this fight's a lot closer than people think.
I think you convinced me when we were texting.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. This is my first John Jones fight, but maybe this is one of them Jones where he.
Does age you think age play a factor?
So you got 37 and 42. Slightly, I think, age is definitely a factor. Again, if you're looking at it from a statistical standpoint, like John Jones has the edge. He fought more recently.
When's the last time Stipe fought?
He got knocked out by Ngannou 4 years ago, I think.
God damn.
But Stipe is also a firefighter. He's been training. I mean,
we say that, right? But it's not the same as and
you're staying in shape, but you're not training.
You're not fighting.
We're not in Embiid. We're not in Embiid.
It's like Embiid coming back and he's not in fucking game shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my bad, sorry.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah. So
but
if you had to put
you had to
down,
pick.
If I had to pick, I'm gonna use the same logic as I did before. It's in the UFC's best interest for John Jones to win.
And are you saying that because
entertainment, or
are you saying that because they want to see him in China? Team.
I don't really care for that fight.
I don't know much about it. I know that. So I know that with me getting into the UFC now, my goat, because like I don't know John Jones like that. I can't sit here and be like, oh, he's so fucking great because I don't know much about him. I feel like that'd be corny for me to say that because I don't know much about him. I've never seen him fight before. It's Alex Burr.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think what the UFC is doing is like they want John Jones, which is the biggest name that they have, to be the greatest heavyweight of all time. If he beats the former greatest heavyweight of all time, boom, they have solidified. Francis Ngannou doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Now, if they can get him to stick around for another fight, right? Whether it's Aspinall, whether it's Poatan, whatever, that person who now has a longer future with the UFC is now the greatest of all time. And at the end of the day, having the best heavyweight fighter, period, is what makes you the best organization.
So what I've seen recently was there's been a lot of talk about people asking John Jones about fighting Alex Pereira, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we finally been asking him like that. And recently, Alex Pereira finally put something on his social media.
He said, he would do it.
He said he would do it. He said, but let's make him wait, Chama.
Yeah.
So basically saying, like, you know, we're going to fight, but let's make him wait for it. Yeah. Like, you know, build up the fight.
That can play out a couple of different ways.
So it could be that thing where we're going to probably have to wait for him to fight. But I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know who to bet on. But I think that if I had to bet on somebody, I'm probably gonna take John Jones.
I use my free money to put it on Stipe.
Is it Stipe?
Want some more free money?
So I'm gonna pull a Josie MP.
Go ahead. And we're gonna continue.
Do your thing.
And we're gonna run through this too because it's not like it's not crazy. We're not going nothing crazy. Bryce Harper got the Silver Slugger, which is kind of cool. He brought something up, right? Yeah. Good for Bryce, man. And
he deserves it. I see a lot of people, he won it over this person. Yeah, he did. Pussies.
Well, you know, because Bryce is a good. He's a good batter, man. Like, when you got Bryce up the bat, I don't care what nobody says. You're scared.
Yeah, and that's crazy, right? Because Bryce when Bryce comes up at the hardest moments, he make him pay.
Yeah.
So, Philly's apparently interested in like the Japanese pitcher Roki. I don't think they're actually going to get him, so I'm not going to go too much into it.
Would be nice. He's going to go over like LA somewhere.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up going to LA. Somewhere. So we're going to keep it going, man, because I think the biggest thing out of all of this is really the fact that when we started this podcast, when I put the script up for everybody about the podcast, we were talking about Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Now, initially, Juan Soto, the Phillies had no meeting with Juan Soto. It's 6 teams that had a meeting with him. We're going to go Yankees. We're going to go Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Red Sox, Blue Jays.
How the fuck the Dodgers even try?
And the Giants.
Everybody.
How the fuck the Dodgers even try?
I don't know.
They want everybody.
But the Dodgers, the thing that's going on with the Dodgers right now, bro, is that Ohtani, his contract is so built for the Dodgers that he's not getting paid big money until almost like years later, bro. So
yeah,
he's getting paid nothing.
That shit over.
He's getting paid nothing until later on in his contract. So like the way they built that contract, he doesn't care about his money right now. He cares about his money later on. So, that's the thing that's happening with Ohtani, man. But when it comes to Juan Soto, are we going to actually be able to get Juan Soto? I don't know, but apparently today I read another.
They haven't had an interview with him though.
They haven't. They don't have no meeting set up with him. There's no meeting at all set up with Juan Soto. You open up the American.
Savage.
Yeah, open up the 10 year,
Savage.
Open up the 10 year, man. That's what we're here for,
man. Celebration, man.
Good.
You are first guest, man. Take the honors.
You are
First guest doesn't have a voice.
You had the biggest voice, so we're here for you.
I had to urinate.
That's good.
Everything was fine.
I'm happy it went well. It was there? All right.
And I was thinking, right, because, like, I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about other sports like that. I'm a Giants fan, if you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a Giants fan. Go Big Blue.
E-A-G-S Eagles.
Only Jarvis. Damn, you should have let me know, man.
My bad.
Only Jarvis is the only person that can understand that, and my sister-in-law, but we're not going to.
My Twister, Pop. What's going on here?
Once it pop, don't stop, brother.
So, I found this thing on TikTok, right? Don't get excited because I'm a little close, right? Look at
everybody get a 10 year. Everybody get a 10 year. Get that. The Eagle Rare, baby.
Like a bum, nigga. In the
Can I have some more, please?
Very excited.
Thank you, sir.
Let your taste buds go through. Go crazy, baby.
So, there's this TikTok page of a woman that breaks down the UFC fights.
Yeah.
In like ways that like we could show our wives.
It's simplified.
And get them excited. Like talk to them like a girl. Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm,
so if we could apply that to whatever the hell you're talking about, for me.
Yeah.
Right? So like meaning like I'll give you an example. To be like, so John Jones is fighting, and he's like the greatest that ever was, and then like she's fighting, he's gonna fight, but he hasn't fought a lot, and he's got all this controversy. Like sometimes he sticks needles in his butt, sometimes he doesn't. Right? And then
all right, so I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah, so
we got Juan Soto.
Break it down.
We got Juan Soto, who's probably
we're MLB,
right now.
We're doing MLB right now.
Okay, let's go. How can you compare that?
It was over.
It is over, but free agency is now.
Free agency. We're building a team.
So we're trying to. So the drama is the Phillies spent so much money on building this team, and we did absolutely nothing
to grab great players.
I went to a game this season, by the way.
Yeah, and now we're trying to figure out what we can do to change move things around, right? And we got this one guy. We got Juan Soto.
He sounds like a Star Wars
Juan Soto's probably.
Yes.
Who's the best young fighter right now that you can think of top of your head? That's coming
champion
up.
or coming up?
Coming up. Champion, probably champion.
No, you can't say that.
Not champion. Okay. Best young fighter.
You sound like best young fighter.
Yo, he's the best guy. He's the best guy available right now.
Yeah, but he's the best guy available. He's already known though. It's not like he's up and coming.
Yeah, he's a solidified player.
He's only 27 years old.
Yeah, bro, but he's already been on what? How many teams? 3.
Three, you're right. Nationals, Padres.
Yeah, National Padres.
All right.
You can probably
He's a proven guy.
He's a proven guy.
yes.
He's a proven guy.
He's the most sought after guy.
He's the best available in fantasy right now.
He's the Goldberg
Who's he play for?
of baseball.
Plays for the Yankees. And
You know, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not a Yankees fan.
Facts.
Yeah.
I only like the Giants. I like every other Philly sports.
yeah, you do.
Hell
You're right.
yeah,
You're right.
man.
You're
Good
right.
for you.
You're totally
I'm
right.
only
And that's
little.
this guy right here.
I'm only a
Really?
That's literally Jarvis.
We should move in together.
Did we just become best friends?
He just moved back. He just moved back to Philly. If you need a roommate, there you go.
There we go.
He's young.
No,
and up
Jarvis is
and
definitely about to take you up on that.
He's
So
ready,
anyway,
he's ready.
Juan Soto is that guy that everybody wants right now. Phillies were in it, but now apparently, from what I've heard, that the Phillies are like that. John Middleton said like horse stalker. He's like a horse stalker. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what the
Like a
owner-
racehorse stalker?
Yeah,
So he's a
said-
horse stalker.
Yeah,
Okay.
he said he's waiting. He's waiting to see if that once the Phillies.
He
get that
wants to see what the
opportunity.
market is.
He wants to see if he can get that opportunity.
Okay.
I think it's the
Yeah.
market
He
because
wants to
they
get as
offering
much
them
money as he
motherfuckers
can,
money.
It's like waiting for Saquon.
Yeah.
And guess who got him?
Thank you. I understand.
And guess who
Yeah.
got him?
So
Who got him?
Oh,
no one got Juan Soto. We're talking
Who the
Saquon.
fuck I say?
Yeah, they- no.
Saquon.
He'll get injured too. Don't worry.
Not with us.
So listen,
Put the evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
But- which I think is going to get this guy really, really riled up, or maybe he's going to like it. Alec Bohm is on trade block. He's on trade block.
Alex
Now,
In the Phillies?
yeah,
Yeah,
Alec
he
Bohm for
plays
third
Phillies.
baseman on the Phillies.
Oh.
The biggest issue with Alec Bohm, which is this guy right here.
Baby.
It's like Jalen Hyatt.
Long-haired crybaby.
So they said, so it came out today. So the guy said he didn't want to say who was his person, like the
source.
fly on the wall, the source. Yeah, he didn't want to say who it was, but he did say the biggest issue that the Phillies had with Alec Bohm is the fact that he needs to grow up.
He's a
Ooh.
bitch.
They say that he's one of those type of players where he really gets into his mindset, the
He get
crying
his bag.
and the
He get his
bitching and
bag.
bickering.
Oh, you never let me
The-
play today. Ooh.
Yeah, so the Phillies were just like at that point where it's like, you know what, man, like, you know, we can't deal with this.
We don't need
Like,
that on the team.
we're gonna get rid of you.
With a team of men.
Which is like it sucks
No,
because
Of white men.
I always agree with that decision.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
Let cut the cancer out.
Yeah, cut
Yeah.
that shit.
Yep.
he's great. Like he I want to say great. He's good. He hit first time All-Star, was in a home run derby. At one point you can basically say that he for a whole month he actually carried the team in the beginning of the season.
Anyway, go ahead.
But you're right. If you're gonna say it, say it.
Get him out.
Right?
Tell us what you really
Yeah,
feel.
right.
No, tell us how you really feel.
How you really feel about it?
Nah, just
You like him?
Yeah.
no.
He got a lot of growing up to do. Get him out.
I think that he would do better with somewhere like in Kansas City where people don't care about baseball.
Yeah. Somewhere slow, pace.
Where people like
I don't think he like the
Because
Philly
this-
vibe.
and-
Los
and-
Angeles. Send them to the Angels.
true.
They don't care about baseball.
Mm.
How do you guys get excited for baseball?
So
I mean, like, you have a ritual, like,
I'm relatively
No
new.
shit.
As a
I'm relatively new.
Latino, you don't like.
yo, I hated when then
How?
they used to
I
then
fucking
they
love
used to walk
baseball.
to Wild
you
Wheat.
like a Timu Bad Bunny.
No,
How
we-
you
we
hate
used to
it?
go to Wild Then we get sunflower seeds, raspberry iced tea, right? He would put a baseball game on,
Yeah,
and I'd want to just bang my head against the wall.
really. You know,
That is
Amanda
not
was like that.
interesting.
Amanda was like that until I took her to a baseball
Not
game.
Interesting. I like going to the game.
Yeah,
Half the time I'm talking to the guy next to me. The guy that sat next to me last time sells Ozempic.
Oh shit.
So I was like, what
Oh,
is the side effects?
Zampico.
What is the side effects?
What are the side effects? I'm trying to get skin look.
So that's where he ran.
Yeah.
He said the
I mean-
blob next to me sells Ozempic.
He was actually in decent shape.
I'm relatively new to it, so I mean.
Are you into it though?
I,
Are you into it?
What, Ozempic?
I mean.
Ozempic
Ozempic
or
or
baseball?
baseball? Where we going?
I don't know.
confused.
I got lost for a second. I got lost.
You
Baseball.
like Ozempic.
Yeah.
Baseball. Not
It's
yet.
very
Not
slow
yet.
pace.
Not yet. It is, but I
Yeah.
feel like
Well, not no more.
I enjoy
With the new
playing
rules?
it more. I mean, I played back in my day some softball and stuff like that. Like I
Was that-
enjoyed it.
Was that
You
on
play
Paris
what?
Island in the Marine Corps?
You play what?
I was lucky enough to be stationed in
Softball,
Hawaii, so
bitch.
Ooh.
it was fun out there. But we had a little softball team. You know, we got a cooler of beers, played and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
We had a little tournament.
I played with my.
We had a little tournament type shit. You know, I used to get into it.
We was they used to say we was a A drinking team with a softball habit.
With a softball habit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
We
not
saw-
bad.
Didn't you play with Buddha? Did you play with Buddha from the bar?
I did.
Yeah. Sorry.
I played for your dad's bar.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
And that's the only way I'll be like, look, you know what? I enjoy playing it. And it's not bad. I mean, it is kind of slow pace at times.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to go to a game than to.
I think hockey's so much cooler.
Hockey's fucking awesome.
Hockey's dope.
And
To
then-
Not
this
to
day,
derail the conversation.
yeah,
but
to this day, I think
Yeah.
hockey is the hardest sport.
Yeah,
Hell
and
yeah.
then we got
You don't fucking
Mitchkov.
skate,
especially if you're
dog.
fighting.
You're on
Yeah, we got-
you're on ice. You're
We got
playing
Mitchkov.
football on
We got
ice.
Mitchkov now.
Yo,
Mitchkov's on Matt V. Mitchkov is basically
This is how I describe.
the superstar of the future,
Yeah, this is how I describe
and
hockey.
he's on the Phillies. I mean,
It's
he's on the Flyers.
football
That's dope.
on ice while you're chasing a little black puck with a stick.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's not. But I was gonna say something. I was like, nah.
Yeah, don't say it because
Retracted.
This time. Anyway, we're gonna go to the Sixers, man.
Sixers.
We're not gonna go. Jeremy King, bro.
Ball, what I say?
Jeremy King, 34 today, which is like his guy. Been talking about Jeremy King since been
Ball
here.
Is
is.
he like the Kim Kardashian of basketball?
Jeremy
Yeah,
King
he's the
is
TikToker.
the TikToker.
He's the TikToker
word.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he paints the nails. He got the fro.
He's super.
And
Whatever generation we're in now.
From
with
Duke
kids.
basketball.
Are we all millennials?
We're
yeah,
millennials.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
So,
millennials. He's
You
probably
thought he
like
was older?
Gen.
he got his hair like
No,
Chandler.
I thought he might have been younger.
You think so?
Fuck yourself. Even with my canitas.
His hair's like
I
Jordan.
can't see. I'm
Yeah, I'm
Like
Never.
I'm in my mid.
wearing last month's contacts.
I mean, it's
You
a
know,
little
fix the
blurry.
bitches.
It's a
You
little
thought he was.
blurry.
You thought he was.
It's just a white spot over there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty patient.
He was wearing shit, nigga. That thought it was a flashlight.
So Jeremy King, man, he been playing well.
Yeah, man.
Is he a young guy?
Yeah.
Got Maxey out as a young guy.
Rookie. He's a rookie.
Rookie.
20 years old, 19, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Playing his ass off, man. He had 18 points against the Lakers, 27 points against the Knicks. Oh, no, against the Hornets, 23 points against the Knicks, and then 34 tonight
Yeah.
against the Cavs.
Tonight.
Well, Maxey out. Maxey's our
Point
other
guard.
star, point guard
point
on
guard
the Sixers.
star,
We had no starters today because Embiid and Paul George was out.
and the Cavs are 13-0 now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Thanks to the Sixers.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Bullshit.
Damn.
But
I mean,
I
they
wanna,
kept the game close though. Surprisingly, I thought it was gonna get blown out. Honestly,
I want to just get to the elephant in the room
go ahead.
with Embiid.
Where he at?
I know who he is.
You know Embiid.
The dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I want to get to the elephant in the room with Embiid, man. Now, what are we gonna do at this point? Hold up. I want to get to it because at one point I was very, very pro Embiid. I was very, very pro Embiid.
And now you're.
But it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. You played in the Olympics.
Mhm.
You're
You
blaming.
did nothing for you did nothing for 3 weeks.
That's fine. Obviously, he's hurt, and you're blaming him. He has to trust the process, pretty much.
How long?
How
though?
long,
How long
are
have
we
you
gonna
been
trust
trusting
this
this
process?
What have you done for me lately?
How
Bro,
long
what
has
can
it
you
been?
do? It's an injury,
You know?
Paul
Yeah,
George
yeah.
scored 29 last night.
Now,
and then he's.
now we know it's an injury. But it wasn't.
He doesn't
injury,
look
right?
comfortable out there. If you watch
Never
the
said
game,
it, and then the B came out. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a troll. I said I was gonna play back to backs. That's me trolling."
yeah.
Bro, he's hurt.
And
You
didn't-
seen him
and
yesterday. He didn't look
play
good.
tonight.
He
didn't
looks
play
good.
tonight.
He was
He
strong.
didn't play the game. He doesn't look good. He has to get. Not only that, he has to get in game shape too. You're not just gonna throw him out there and think he's gonna fucking put up 40.
Besides the
Exactly.
fact that he was trying to catch his breath the entire fucking game. Besides the fact that he was trying to catch his breath the entire game, I think the biggest thing that bothered me the most was the simple fact he did not look comfortable on that bad knee. He did not
It
look
looks
swift.
bad. He's injured, bro. And I think he was
How
forced to
old is
play.
he? How old is he now?
31 something. Like
How old is Embiid
No,
right now?
he's older than 31, ain't he?
No.
I've been hearing that name for
No.
a long time now.
Yeah, you have.
Well,
Yeah.
because he got here when he was like 19.
30.
He's 30.
Oh, wow.
I was close. I was close.
Yeah, my thing is that
Damn.
he's injured, and
He's young
At
as
what
us.
point,
I feel like at this point they're forcing him to play.
which is understandable,
That's
But-
tough, man.
Crazy.
at what point do you get to the point where you got with Tobias? We just paid you $190 million.
That's your fault.
You gotta play, bro.
Yeah.
I
That's
did.
a lot
gotta
of
play.
money.
Well, look,
I did.
like I said,
We gotta show up to work, right?
Huh?
We gotta
we
show
don't
them,
have
right?
to.
Wait,
we
I
don't
thought
have, you ain't getting paid.
wasn't Embiid like the Robin in a Batman Robin scenario a few years ago? Like he wasn't like a star player, was he?
Well,
Jimmy Butler?
well,
I didn't say that with Jimmy Butler.
well, no. Well, in John's eyes, we had Batman, who was Ben Simmons, and then Joel Embiid was Robin. Don't say you never said that.
Right?
Don't say you never said that.
Yeah,
You always said that
we
Ben
don't like
Simmons was
him,
better
but
than Joel Embiid.
John likes
Ben Simmons over Joel.
Yeah, you said that.
Alright,
So that was the Batman. If you liked him better, he was
Batman.
If you liked him better than somebody, that's the
It
Batman.
was more like Bane and the Riddler.
When's the last time the Sixers have had like a real star?
Joel Embiid is a star.
Yeah,
Star.
Joel Embiid.
I would say when he's at his best, he's the best fucking player in the country. I don't care what nobody says.
Really?
Like, he's the best player in the world.
I feel like I've been missing out.
He can drop 50.
Looking at him like
He can drop
Yeah.
45.
Yeah.
The problem with him is he's not healthy.
He's not healthy.
Never been a healthy scratch. And the problem with us is he said to himself, I was coming back hurt, blah blah blah. But my thing is, I feel like this time he's doing it the right way. He's gonna come back when it's right. He tried to come back yesterday, and it was cause he had to.
Yeah, it just gets me frustrated.
what's the shelf life in the NBA?
It depends. You
Now
got
it's
fucking
different.
Kyle Lowry on 19 years.
you got-
LeBron James.
You got LeBron James, who's 40 years old, probably,
He's
right?
Yeah,
not
on his
40
what?
yet, is he? I know he's playing with his son.
He was on 18, 19 years.
Can you?
How many
let
years
us know
LeBron?
how old is,
LeBron got drafted like 01?
LeBron's about 40 years old, and he's
Yeah.
still playing like better than most 20-year-olds.
03,
Curry
03, 04.
30s,
LeBron.
I believe.
So the shelf
LeBron
life,
39.
39. Well, he came in like 03, 04.
The shelf life in the NBA is different now.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
it's changed with the new technology. And
Kyle Lowry
recovery
been in
and
this.
shit like that.
Kyle Lowry been in for 19
got
years.
hurt.
All right, so like it wouldn't be.
03.
I'm just asking, right?
Yeah.
03.
03.
He's
So
just
what
30
is
years
it?
old.
He's a big
21
man.
years.
Bad
Big
knees.
man, bad knees.
Yeah, it's not long. It's not long. How much longer do we have?
Exactly.
Honestly,
So like
That's what scares me
Honestly.
the most.
big dudes, I'm telling you, man.
It's not easy.
I see it in jiu-jitsu. Even I got a bad knee. Torn LCL, torn meniscus, torn this, torn that, right? It's never the same.
no.
It's never the same. And you can learn to work around it, but the shit that you did from before it was hurt, you can't do no more.
You
Yeah, you're done. You're done after that.
Yeah.
You got
That's a
it
fact.
roundhouse.
That's a good point. You
No,
roundhouse your
yeah.
ass.
Excuse me.
No, but
That's a
like,
good point though. Nah, it
like
makes
I'm
sense.
just trying to think of it in a way
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
understand. It's like, all right, big dude,
Big
especially that's a
dudes,
lot of
yeah.
weight on
Yeah.
knees.
People
Yeah,
don't understand that.
issues.
He's jumping, he's flopping, he's
He's
balling.
flopping.
It's
He's not going to change the way he plays.
No,
That's the thing.
he still
He's not
does it.
gonna-
You don't want
He
to fuck
still
with
plays
me.
that
fucking
way.
He's
I know that yesterday was just a little bit of a snippet because he just got back, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that it's frustrating because, like, yo, this is what we need. We're 2-8 right now, 2-9 because we just lost against the Cavs
Yeah.
in live feed, right? And it's like,
today.
when are we gonna turn the page, bro? Like, when are we gonna turn the page? It's like,
I
What are we
think
gonna do?
I think we're
are we
fully
gonna
healthy.
fucking tank?
When we're fully healthy.
Like man,
what's
McCain, all I know is McCain's been balling.
McCain's been balling.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
got an
Been
issue with the
balling.
Sixers right now. Hopefully hopefully
Do we
Joel
have any
Embiid.
Puerto Rican Sixers?
Nah, man.
Yeah.
We haven't
What's up
really.
with that?
Puerto Ricans haven't really gotten to the NBA yet. Like we got
There's been a couple.
We got
Yeah,
the one guy on
there's
the
been a
Pelicans.
few.
On the Pelicans.
You had Carmelo Anthony. You had
He was half,
he was
half.
half.
I'll
He
take
still
it.
repped
I'll
it.
take
He
it.
still repped it.
He reps it hard
Yeah,
too.
the tattoo on his
Jose,
fucking
we're
jaw.
talking about Jose from the Pelicans.
You had Jose. You had what's the other boy?
Jose Barrera from the
Jose
Mavs.
Barrera. You had fucking what's the old guy from the Olympics? You got the boy in the Pelicans right now.
I said, what? Is it Alvarez?
Alvarez.
Is it Alvarez? I'm not sure.
I felt like AI was like Puerto Rican.
Hey Jarvis, what's the guy from the Pelicans? Jose.
Alvarez.
Is it Alvarez?
Yeah. Then you had the bull from Puerto Rico who was at the Olympics.
Was he Puerto Rican though?
Alvarado.
Yeah.
Carlos
Alvarado.
Arroyo.
I
Arroyo.
Arroyo.
Carlos Arroyo.
You got Jose Ortiz.
You had Charlie Villanueva, who's a fucking Dominican.
Are we just not good at basketball? Is that our issue?
We're getting better. We're getting better.
Well,
No, because you go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, that shit is
that
big. in
shit's
Puerto
big
Rico.
in Puerto Rico.
Bro,
yeah.
last time I went to Puerto Rico, there was a parade because the niggas in Santurce won.
I think they.
And when I tell you about parade, bro, this shit was on the highway and it was miles long.
I
I'm
think
talking
they
about
recently won some big basketball thing out there.
The Santurce won. When I was out there, they won, and it was crazy. I was just like, yo, let's go. Where they going?
It's been always big, but it's been getting more.
Basketball is big
popularity.
over there. Always
It's
been
getting
big.
more popularity.
Did we get like worldwide notoriety? I don't think so.
We gotta-
we play good in the Olympics though.
But
So-
we got a kid that's going into college ball right now named Brandon Lee from
Oh,
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Top
Not
prospect.
from Puerto Rico. He's from New York. He's Puerto Rico.
But he's Puerto Rican.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
from
He's
New
Puerto
Jersey. He said from Puerto Rico.
Oh, I thought he
He's
was.
Puerto Rican. He's Puerto
He's
Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Gotcha. I thought you were-
No, he's Puerto Rican. He's from New Jersey.
But he's as Puerto Rican as we can get, though.
That's
He's
Puerto
more
Rican.
Puerto Rican Carmelo.
That's Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
dog.
but
Puerto
then
Rican.
you-
I'm a Puerto Rican from New Jersey.
You from Jersey?
Well, I was born in Puerto Rico.
No
yeah.
one likes.
I was born
no
from
one
LA.
likes.
Nah.
No
No one likes
him.
me from Trenton.
Fuck
He trying to
you.
take the
Yo.
six
I'm
and
from Camden, bitch.
Oh, Camden. Sorry.
Alright.
Anyway, Brandon Lee is
That's
college ball now, and
No bad, Joseph.
Prospect. Someone
I-
to look
I'm
at.
yeah, someone to look at Puerto Rican
Next song.
in the college collegiate ball.
What school does he play for?
I think that he signed with Illinois.
Yeah, I think he did something.
I think he signed with Illinois,
I think
yeah.
it was like.
Yeah, but
Which
he's
is a
pretty
big
good.
school.
He's-
Which is a
he's-
big school.
He's
man.
been balling. He's been
So
fucking
where we at?
balling.
What else are we at in the NBA?
What's happening with cricket?
Yo,
So
fuck Elias.
excuse-
What
So
is
the biggest thing,
Yeah.
we're gonna skip everything with the NBA because like the Cavs are 13-0.
Yeah,
Like whatever.
Just run
Fuck.
through it.
I just wanted to ask John one thing because John was a big advocate for Spider, which is Donovan Mitchell.
Is
Yeah,
he in?
you
Is
know
he
anything about
in? Is he in the
Donovan.
race? Yeah, he in the race.
MVP race? He's
Yes,
not actually.
definitely.
He
He has to be.
He's actually not.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's actually not.
He has that team. He has
And-
that. My man dropped 25 points in the first quarter. He has that team. Has that team.
I think he was like lower to. I think the highest one right now is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which was from OKC.
Then it's KD who's hurt. Who's hurt?
KD is like what? Jarvis, what's the record for Suns right
I
now?
think they got like 2 losses.
Yeah,
They're
one.
like 8-2 or 8-1.
The last time I seen it was one.
My man Spider has his team 13-0. How is he not top? My man.
My man.
Just say my man Spider.
Right, my
I know,
man
right?
It's so crazy.
But it's crazy because he never used to like him.
I told you what happened.
It's
But-
so wild.
They're 9-2 right now, but they're playing right now.
I told you they're 9-2. I know, but KD's hurt. He's gonna be out for a couple weeks.
So
And KD was dropping 28 points a game.
yeah,
But his team got 2 losses. My man Spider, 0 losses.
My man.
all right. Now let's go to my last thing that I want to talk about the NBA because, like I said, we're
Yeah, go
not.
ahead. Speed run.
Bronny. Is Bronny actually good or is he not?
You got
Bronny-
Let's start from this guy. Let's start from this guy. We're gonna go around.
Yeah.
you ain't gotta start with me because I said it from the beginning.
What do you say about Bronny from the beginning?
What you
I
said?
mean-
I didn't hear it.
I don't think he's all that.
Cool.
Send him to the fucking G League or send him back to college. Let him fucking play somewhere else for a while. All because he got his daddy pool, he got into the NBA. That's just my opinion.
I feel like you're blaming him. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, he probably didn't have no power over where he was gonna go, what he wanted to do, but he could have said, "Nah, I want to play college. Let me do my thing out
A lot of
here."
pressure. Go ahead.
Bronny James was not ready to go to the NBA.
He wasn't.
Bronny James was forced to go to the NBA because his dad wanted him to be
He
there.
want that
His
legacy.
dad wanted to be the father-son thing
He want that
with the
legacy.
Lakers,
That is
right?
the corniest father son
Yeah.
thing.
Booty cheeks.
I just think it sucks because he's under a lot of pressure that he shouldn't have been. Because even at USC, I don't think that he was that great. In college ball, he wasn't that great. He
All I heard was
wasn't.
UFC.
He wasn't even at USC.
He could fight.
He can fight too. What kind of basketball is this?
He's actually really good at Call of Duty. So he's a champ.
He wasn't even the best. He wasn't even
I
the
can
best.
talk about that.
He wasn't even the best player on the team at USC.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Not even a
Yeah,
second
he wasn't even
best.
the best player on his team at USC. I think it sucks, man. I think that he needs time, and he's struggling in the G League right now.
I hate it because I think he was forced into a
G
position.
League, but he's not in the G League. He's in the NBA.
No,
No, he
He
is
was,
an
no,
NBA.
he's
He's
a
a
two-way
two-way
player.
contract.
He's
He's
a
a
two-way
two-way player.
Ways.
Yeah.
two-way player.
So the problem was his dad brought him up. His dad brought him up, and it was like he wasn't supposed to be in a position. And I felt bad for him because his dad just wanted a record, something to have.
The legacy, yeah.
First.
And it don't even matter about legacy. The legacy is look at Scottie Pippen's son. That motherfucker's a beast.
Pippen Jr. balling,
He's a beast.
but it's nothing like his dad.
Yeah, nothing like his dad. You gotta let them time develop and let them be their own players.
Mhm.
He's his own.
Bronny ain't got
person,
the height. Bronny is not Bron. I I think he needed more college, and not only that, he had that heart problem where he had to take time off.
Oh yeah. Like, he has some bullshit.
No, he did. No,
He has some crazy
So he's not even good at basketball, and he doesn't have an education.
he's good, but he's not real.
Terrible.
Outside speaking, it sounds really bad.
Technically.
I said outside speaking like he lies. It sounds really bad.
I feel like he's gonna be the J-Lo. I feel like he's gonna be the Jello of the LeBron.
We'll do RFK's take on Bronny.
Yo, you're wrong, though.
So he's bad at basketball. And he didn't finish his college. He didn't finish school. What does he have going for himself besides his dad?
His daddy money, dog. That's fucked up. It's real though. That's real shit, though. That's
But-
My bad.
No, that's the truth though. That's true, man. That's true
But
though.
I think that's an oversight on LeBron.
Now, I got something that was kind of like interesting with college football this week. Colorado beats Texas Tech at Jones Stadium in Texas, 41-27. During the game, are you familiar with Colorado? Colorado's Coach Prime. Colorado, Coach
I've
Prime.
been there once.
Oh, wait. Coach
No,
Prime, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. You know Deion
Oh
Sanders,
yeah,
right?
of course, yeah.
Deion Sanders is the coach of Colorado.
Yes. The
Yeah.
ref shit.
Yeah, exactly. So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So the referees, let me get back to where I was going.
Yeah.
So Coach Prime mentions that the fans are throwing debris at his players. The referee replies to him saying, "Well, your players are blowing kisses after they score touchdowns."
Mm-hmm.
So
is that a legitimate reason for someone to be throwing debris at you? And then you're gonna sit there and tell me that it's okay because we're scoring touchdown. Like you're blowing kisses.
Yes, if I'm a referee, I'm letting you know that your players are antagonizing and they're causing that. If they wasn't doing that, it don't matter. If they wasn't doing that, you wouldn't get the fans pissed and they won't be throwing shit.
You're not allowed to throw stuff, bro.
That's fine. You're not.
Yeah,
but
you
they
shouldn't
will.
be throwing things.
But they will. But if you antagonize them, they're going to throw shit. If you go to a Sixers game and you're doing dumb shit, fans are going to do shit to you. So let's not act like this is... Y'all making this story bigger than what it is and trying to make it a race thing. It ain't. It's an anywhere thing. If you go anywhere, you can go to soccer. You go to soccer. If anybody in soccer was to do some dumb shit in the fans, what they gonna do? They gonna light that bitch on fire.
Yeah.
So don't make it just. I think this fucking whole Colorado thing is overplayed. It's getting way too much attention. Just because it's Deion Sanders and his son and this fucking nut ass young boy that wants to be controversial over. He is nice, but it's too much. Oh, I can go both ways. I'm over that shit already. We know you can go both ways. Nobody gives a fuck. Let's see where you end up in the NFL. Y'all playing this shit the way the fuck out. Y'all making this way bigger than what us. You antagonize fans, they're gonna get pissed and they're gonna do dumb shit. They're drunk, they're kids, they're gonna do dumb shit. Look what happened to Kelsey.
I didn't realize
Stop making it a big thing.
Going on.
Yeah, they trying to make it a race thing.
I think
no. Everybody's trying to make it a race thing. It ain't a race thing. It's a fans thing.
I think that it does at times. When it comes to Deion Sanders, when it comes to Deion Coach Prime, I think that he gets treated a lot differently than a lot of other coaches.
No. The ref said your players are antagonizing the fucking fans.
If your players are antagonizing the fans, that's not.
I can't control the fans. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna go there and kick all the fucking fans out?
Maybe.
How?
Maybe.
How? I can't just single one person out. It's everybody doing it.
You can literally call a timeout. You call a timeout and say you can't be doing this.
It's after a touchdown. There's already a timeout.
John, question. Doesn't Deion Sanders not have like his big toe?
He don't have no toes.
Yeah,
he walk in a circle.
Yeah.
You don't feel like
toes.
a certain kinship with him?
Damn.
Listen, man. Coach Prime. Shador Sanders is a lot better than what people think.
I ain't got much to say.
Travis Hunter is a lot better than we think he is, right? But when we're coming to this towards the situation, you can't penalize the kids for basically celebrating they scored a touchdown.
And you can't come at the fans because
you're not allowed to do that. What
college games doesn't that not happen at?
You can't throw shit.
You just singling this out because they're fucking popular right now, and that's all everybody talk about. I'm over that shit.
You just can't do that.
Bro, it's fine. Their dad is fucking Deion Sanders. It's this is that.
Like
don't make it a race fucking thing though.
You sound like a Bengals fan right now.
We're talking about this.
No, don't make it a race thing, bro. It happens in more games than you think. It happens in way more games than you think.
It does.
It happened in sports in general.
It does. It does.
All right, so why is they fucking shit more important than everybody else's?
Because it's Deion Sanders.
Because it was on tape, Deion Sanders, and everybody making a race issue. It's not a race issue.
It's a simple fact.
It's not a race issue. It's a sports issue.
It's a simple fact that he expressed like, yo, you can't be doing
yeah,
that.
And the refs just spoke facts.
Tell your players.
He said your players are blowing kisses. You're antagonizing the fans. What else are they gonna fucking do?
So it's okay for them to just throw stuff.
No, it's not okay. I never said it was okay. It's not okay. But what can you do?
You can't do
the ref just told him what's going on.
You can't do it.
Bro, you go to any fucking stadium and you fucking
blowing kisses
at the fans. They're like, oh, this motherfucker's showing up.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's college. It's a bunch of drunk fucking kids. What else they gonna do, bro? They still goalposts and throw them in rivers. What the fuck do you want them to do?
You're right.
Bro, you're complaining about college. It's a bunch of fucking kids. You just seen what they did to Kelsey.
It just you're right.
No, they're kids. They're dumb.
I just don't think that it's okay for you.
They were throwing fucking tortillas too, wasn't they?
That's racist.
What? That's very racist.
How? They're not Mexican. They're not a Mexican team. We're not playing the motherfucking St. Pablos.
The Federales.
What game were you throwing tortillas at, by the way?
I don't know. It was a game. I didn't throw tortillas.
I'm not okay with it.
All right, well, Jarvis, what game were they throwing tortillas on the
Yeah,
field?
the Texas game. That's what they were throwing. That's what they were throwing.
It was a
so
kids.
the debris that they were throwing.
It was tortillas.
After that, Shador was actually he was like I didn't even know that was possible. Like I didn't even know that was
yeah,
the
they were
thing.
throwing tortillas, bro.
Yeah,
bro, it's college kids, bro. Get pissed on Dollar Dog Night. What's gonna happen? What happened with the Phillies on Dollar Dog Night? All right, man, come on with the bullshit.
We got with Dollar Dog.
Y'all making a race thing. It's not a race thing.
I don't think it's a race thing, but I do think that.
Let's put it like this. It's more of a.
I do think that Coach Prime get judged very, very differently compared to a lot of other coaches, bro.
No, I think.
Jarvis got something to say.
Go ahead, Jarvis.
but also for that game, that game is actually like Texas Tech. That's their tradition. Like they throw tortillas on the
nothing new.
field.
And let's put it like this: I think Coach Prime is just getting more attention because of who he is. If he was any other coach, it wouldn't be this fucking big. And he's more vocal. He just talks a lot of shit. Just put it like that.
I love Coach Prime.
I didn't say I didn't like him. He just talks a lot of shit.
But
there's a lot of tension around him. I'm just over it.
Going on with how he
very
trains and
passionate.
Yeah, because just being a college team, like any other college team, it's just so much. It's so extra just because who he is.
Yeah. Coach Prime.
How is he as a coach?
Yeah, that's
he's a great coach.
That's what Jose was just coming.
Yeah,
from.
I want to.
There was some controversy with him as a coach.
Is he a good, you know?
Jarvis got
So speaking on Coach Prime being a great coach, Jerry Jones actually talked to him after the game. A rumor is going around saying he's going to be with the Cowboys between 3 years.
Big, and it's like next year he's like.
I feel like I
love how Jarvis is the voice of reason.
Yes,
yeah,
he definitely is.
Yeah, he's always like that. Yeah,
he's not drinking.
Exactly.
But if you're gonna have Coach Prime going to the Cowboys, that means that his son is gonna be playing somewhere else because son's gonna be playing for the Giants. His son is this close.
Oh, Big Blue.
Giants, Panthers, or
Jaguars first.
Jaguars.
The Jaguars first, then it's the Giants, and then it's the Panthers. That's what we're looking like right now.
Giants actually have number 1 pick right now.
I was about to say.
As of this,
we've earned that.
As of
really?
this,
Wow, I feel like I just seen it earlier.
Panthers become 3-7. Giants become 2-8.
Yep.
We lost to the Panthers actually just last week.
Jaguars. I heard the Jaguars is first right now.
As of right now, we're first.
Jarvis.
Big Blue, you guys did your thing this year. You guys.
I don't know what we're doing.
You guys suck like we always thought you were.
You know what? I remember when both the Bengals and the Eagles sucked.
So
cool. Anyway, I'm over that.
But they don't though.
Where we at now?
You know?
Eagles ain't doing that great. Right.
Well, listen, Eagles
because you beat the Cowboys doesn't mean you should get all excited.
Well, we're gonna get there. Let's go to Debo. You know Debo Samuels is, right? For 49ers.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Sassy ass with leather shorts.
I'm be honest. I'm not a fan of this guy.
No, who is
Debo
he?
Samuels.
Seriously.
He's a utility guy he came into the NFL from South Carolina. He's a wide receiver at South Carolina. He came into the NFL as a utility guy. He's being used as a running back / wide receiver. He is not as good as people think he is.
Mm-hmm.
and it was two things with him this week, right? Deebo Samuel's one, he mugged his long snapper, which we don't understand. Which I'm thinking,
I think
it's a downfall to 49ers.
His long snapper was protecting the kicker because the kicker missed 3 kicks.
And for some reason he was still Deebo Samuels was upset with the kicker, obviously, because he missed it. He mugs the long snapper. They get into a whole effect. And they go into a whole little debate or whatever. And the long snapper stays away from him. Fuck it, whatever. But also, later on this week, Deebo Samuels go ahead and say, "Are you familiar with Brock Purdy?"
Nah. Is that what he said to him?
No.
Brock Purdy is the quarterback.
Are you familiar with Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
Niners.
So Brock Purdy is basically you trying to play quarterback for the 49ers.
Okay.
I give him way more fucking credit.
Damn, you know what? I'm one of the bus like that.
Put some respect on your fucking name.
Yeah.
Well, Life's not really a quarterback.
He made kids.
Yeah, hey.
He
go deep.
See, you Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, that's different.
Donovan McNabb. That's Donovan McNabb right now. This is Elias.
That's
Elias doesn't really play quarterback. That's Donovan McNabb. That's not. Yeah.
Thanks. Never mind.
So, you know,
it's always been. You know, I miss when you used to wear your keychain thing.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you. He brought it back for you. He brought it back for you.
Anyway, I haven't wore that fucking keychain.
Deebo said that
Brock Purdy was an MVP.
MVP.
And I want to bring Jarvis in this conversation. I want to bring Jarvis in this conversation, man.
Of course.
I love your voice.
Because you have that, what you said, that angelic voice.
It's soft.
Yeah, I mean, so.
It's soft.
What do you? How do you feel?
It's a Wemby voice. It's like very, very virgin-y.
How do you feel? Virgin. Nah, I won't go I was going too far. Anyway,
that made me want to go on a tangent, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. But go ahead. How do you feel about Deebo saying that Brock Purdy deserves to be a MVP?
I don't feel like it's true at all. I feel like the way Brock Purdy's been playing is just I feel like he's on the edge to the point where Sam Darnold is this year. He had a good year last year. He played good, obviously, but then he's just gonna go right back to his normal self and play like trash.
That's where it's at, man. I don't think that Brock Purdy is good at all. I think that he's a system quarterback. You know, and
I know what that means.
Yeah, I think he's a system quarterback. I mean, I think that. And hold on.
Good job.
No sidetrack. Finish what you're saying.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna go in. I feel like he's throwing shots at my quarterback right now.
No, I wasn't. No, I'm actually. I love this kid.
Jarvis is awesome, man. That's our guy, man. Our unpaid intern.
So anyway, man, I think that Brock Purdy is not what people think he is. I think that it's finally showing that he's not that great.
Cool.
He's a good fantasy player. I mean, he probably put some numbers up, but he's not going to win the game. He's not going to be that guy that's going to come down and win the game for you. He's going to need George Kittle. He's going to need Deebo Samuels. He's going to need Brandon Ayuk. And he doesn't have those guys out there, right? Just to put it in perspective, bro, we're basically talking about Daniel Jones needing Victor Cruz, Jeremy Shockey, Armani Toomer. You know what I'm saying? He needs... You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Put it in perspective. That's what I'm saying. It's a shitty quarterback needing. It's a shitty quarterback. It's
good.
It's strong.
I'm sorry.
It's a shitty quarterback needing those type of players.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's not
Which
that type
one?
of guy, man.
The analogy.
So I don't know if you know. Kansas City Chiefs are 9-0.
I know.
Trash. That's a weak ass 9-0.
Kid that I graduated with, Dino Vasso, played college ball and played under who's the quarterback?
Pat Mahomes.
Not quarterback. I mean head coach.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, though.
Was Andy Reid's assistant coach.
Oh, wow.
Marshall Vasso, and he went out to. He followed him from the Eagles to Kansas City.
So he's over there now.
I believe he's still there.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Obviously, if they win. I think it's a weak ass 9-0.
Yeah.
I think it's a help 9-0.
Well, you can't help with the block field goal, right?
Does that feel?
Can you actually help with that?
No.
You got lucky with it. That was luck.
Look,
The
they overloaded one side.
Had him, man.
Yeah.
And they got.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna skip it because I want to talk about it right now. You know how you just said. You know how you guys just said, well, the whole thing with Andy Reid, right?
Yep.
Where you say like, oh, Andy Reid, we had him.
No.
You said it. You said Andy Reid, we used to have him. We didn't appreciate him while he's here.
Yep.
What's the difference between us not appreciating Nick Sirianni right now?
We're doing the same thing.
We're doing the same exact thing
We're doing the same thing
that we did to Andy Reid. When Andy Reid was here, we didn't appreciate him.
He was here for like 14
And
years.
then now that Nick Sirianni's here, he's winning. He's a winningest coach. You can actually two Giants fans, like they understand when it comes to winning.
They don't understand
right?
winning though.
They understand because they understand losing, right? So listen.
And more gold.
So listen, right? So you got Nick Sirianni, who's the winningest coach in the NFL right now. Like he's top tier right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but we don't appreciate him. But we don't appreciate him.
Yeah.
And we did the same thing with Andy Reid, right?
Yeah.
And
No.
When does it get
Andy ran this course with us.
That's what I'm saying.
look.
It was
But
unappreciated.
you're saying that he ran his course.
No. It was time for a new change. And you can't say that because Andy was appreciated, but he did run his course.
All changes now.
Andy was appreciated when he left.
It was like 14 years though. He was out here.
He was
playing
there for a
his
while,
game.
and then he had his little dope fiend kids that just kept, it was just...
That was an issue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That definitely was for real. Oh, look,
Right, Jarvis.
you look it up.
So I have a question for you Eagles fans. Do you guys think it's the expectations that you guys thought it was this year? Or do you guys think it's like the time? Do you think you need to give him more time?
No. Expectation is where it's at. Technically, we're 7-1, right? It was just a catch. Where we're playing right now, I think
what does that mean? You're not 7-1.
No, we're not.
We're 7-2 right now. Right?
But
We're 7-2 right now. We could be 8-1. Now, you know what?
We're not though. We're 7-2.
we lost to the Falcons.
We're 7-2. That's a reality.
By a drop pass.
I don't know if you remember.
It should be 7-1. It should be 8-1.
Falcons
but it's
my
fun.
secondary team.
Yeah, I remember that.
Always beating the Eagles.
Because they had.
Besides the NFC Championship when we whooped their ass. And
Yeah.
All right.
Oh!
But listen, man.
The Hawk, right?
So we got.
Okay.
So besides KC being undefeated, we don't. I think they're frauds. I think that when they play the Bills this week, right? Can you double check that? They play the Bills this week, and they're gonna lose to the Bills. They're gonna finally
Bills
lose
is
to the
good.
Bills.
Bills is always good on the regular
Yeah.
season. They suck in the
They're gonna
Bills.
finally lose to the Bills. There you go. Yeah.
Rack it.
No,
Rack it
right.
open.
But you're gonna finally lose to the Bills this week. I will definitely say that they are gonna finally lose this week to the Bills. Now,
They get a lot of help.
since I felt like since we we had our Giants fans around today, I feel like we'll have
here
a
we
Giants
go.
question, right?
All right, let's do it.
So Giants are 2-8
Yep.
after losing to the Panthers, which is fucking crazy.
You lose
Right.
the worst team in the
In
NFL.
Germany. In
That's why y'all first
Germany.
Now-
In Germany.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, the funniest shit was like, what did Germany do to deserve the fucking Panthers?
That's
I could respond.
You can, and that was the funniest shit I read. I was like, well,
Okay, I like it.
bleep.
yeah, we're gonna bring
Yeah.
everything on. That's coming through.
Yeah. So, man.
Yep.
What's the next move? And then, you know what? And I feel like since we have two Giants fans here today, we're gonna let them talk first.
Now, what
And-
all respect, we
and-
love
I'm gonna
everybody here, man. We
agree
love
with
Right.
everything he says.
Okay, so what do you think that we're gonna go for Jarvis and then we're gonna go to Elias?
Yep.
What do you think that you guys have to do? Because like it's bad, man.
What's the next move?
As of right now, I know it's not Brian Dable's fault. Everybody said it. Says it on the internet. It's not his fault. Daniel Jones
Sucks.
is supposed to be actually. Everybody's looking forward to him being benched next game. He's supposed to actually not be playing the rest of.
And it would
Who's
be
your
Not
backup?
be playing the rest of the
Tyler,
season.
right? Taylor, right?
No,
he's
Tyrod
gone.
Taylor's on the Jets.
Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
him, bro.
Oh wow.
That broke my heart.
And don't tell me it's the Italian bull.
Yeah. I
Oh
think it is.
shit, he back? What's his name?
Give me my money.
Spaghetti dude. He lives with his parents.
Yeah. Well, as Jarvis looks for that, what do you think is going on?
Who is
What do you
it?
think
All right,
needs to
so
be done?
wait, let me just put this in perspective for you guys.
Give us
Right?
some.
He's about to put it in
stuff.
perspective.
Grab your
Right,
breath.
so-
Put it, but do it in the poll.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, do it in the poem.
Eagles are green. Giants are blue.
Oh, so we have Drew Lock and then Tommy DeVito.
She
There
don't
you go.
like you.
So, yo, I have season tickets with my mom.
There you go,
Awesome, hell yeah.
So
you
I go to this game, every home game I'm there, unless I'm trying to get rid of tickets because it's cold or
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
Hold on.
It has been so depressing.
And we played in New York already, right? Shit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to the one at home for home, your home, our
really?
home here. I should be there. You
Don't
should.
admit shit.
When is that?
Don't clean that shit.
When is that?
Velcro ass. No,
That's at the end of the year, right?
Northeast living
Yeah,
ass.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We should all
Northeast
go.
living ass.
Well, you're
North
going to
Philly.
the.
I'm going to the
Visitor.
Cowboys. I'm going to the Cowboys.
I should be going to the game tomorrow.
Let's fight.
Cut the camera. Cut the camera.
Yeah,
January
right,
5th.
Right. That's what I mean. When the Bulls like, I hate when people like, I'm from so and so. When they about to fight, and he's like, "Pussy, if you ain't from Uganda or fucking Wakanda, let's throw fucking hands."
I don't give a fuck where
Yeah,
you
I don't know where you
from,
from. As long as you're
That
from
game's also a
Uganda,
flex
that's
game.
Uganda.
The flex game. Yeah, it's a flex
Yeah.
game. Anyway.
Yo, it sucked. This season it sucked. The last few seasons it sucked. We've made a lot of mistakes with the Giants. I mean,
Yeah,
let's
signing Daniel
just
Jones instead of Barkley. You can have Barkley as your
sign
fucking.
I think-
Daniel Jones instead of Barkley. Yeah, Barkley. Look, we didn't have great luck with Barkley either. To be honest, you guys are thriving with him. It ain't.
Yeah,
been a
because
whole
you didn't put
season.
the pieces around him.
It ain't been a whole season yet.
Don't
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna say love Barkley, but he also has his limitations. There's things he can't do.
With us.
Like what?
Yeah.
With y'all, because y'all ran the
But
fuck out of him.
that's what I'm saying. So
that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
can say that, right? But y'all, that was y'all whole offense. He did everything. He caught, he ran, and he threw.
But the thing is, so for that is, if we sign him to a major $1 million deal, right?
What are we getting at?
We're not gonna give every game out of him like Embiid, right?
No.
We're not. He's gonna play. He's gonna get hurt. He's gonna play. He's gonna get hurt.
Exactly.
So there's no point of signing him and wasting
But
money.
y'all didn't build no team around it, though, neither.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah. So
Like, your fucking GM decided to sign fucking Daniel Jones rather than Barkley.
We're recording.
Well, I'm gonna skip the Commanders and we're gonna talk about the Jets. I was wrong about the Jets, by the way.
They're not from New York.
Don't stop touching my. I hate when you do that shit. Don't touch my mic, bro. Real shit. Don't
Don't
touch
touch
my
his
mic.
mic, dog.
Don't touch my mic. I'm talking.
The
They
Jets
can hear
ain't
me.
New York. They in Jersey. They
No,
No, the Jets are Talk about
Right,
the
if you
Jets.
wanna
The Jets
apologize-
are New York's team. The Giants are New Jersey's team.
If you want to apologize,
I agree with that.
Family.
Huh?
Bro, I thought
We're
we were
family. We're family.
February.
Sorry.
The Jet, I was wrong about the Jets.
No,
Yeah, no. Hold on. I was wrong about the Jets. I'm gonna tell you. I was wrong about the Jets.
What
I
about
was bad.
The
I
fossil.
said that the Jets were going to be good this year. I said they were going to win the division, and that's not happening at all.
he piped up Aaron Rodgers. He piped up
I
Devontae.
thought the Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams connection was
Yeah,
going to be.
old ass
Well, look.
motherfuckers, dog.
I just want to say, I don't pretend to know shit about football, right? I don't have a brim. And then my cousin over there, he also has 0 brim.
Yeah, and he has a Where's Waldo joint.
Boom.
Got a beanie and a beanie snapback. It's
Hey,
we
A
Gucci.
beanie and a beanie
We
snapback.
Gucci.
It's Velcro.
And Mickey Company.
Yeah, bum. Yeah, bum.
Now, we're going to talk about the Cowboys.
Right.
Where we can connect, right? We can connect with
We
the
can,
Cowboys, right?
we
We
can
can
all
connect
hate
it, right?
together.
We all
Let's all
So apparently a sports analyst said that Dak Prescott quit on.
I didn't like that. I thought
the-
that was
on
a
the Cowboys.
horrible fucking take. A dude is injured. His shit is off the bone. And that was by the doctors. You know what I'm saying? He needs surgery. I thought that was such a bad take. He was just trashing him for no reason.
So do you
I-
think?
What?
I'm sorry, Doug. I'm sorry. to cut
No,
you off
you
like
go.
that.
You go. Go
But do
ahead.
you think that he kind of said that because the same week where he got injured, he basically said we fucking suck.
No, he
He
was
said that
spitting
on live
facts.
TV, right? He said
was
we
spitting
fucking suck.
facts.
So
We
you don't
suck.
think that he got
He
to the
said
point?
we. He didn't say they. He said we.
He did.
He included himself.
So you don't think that he got to the point where he was just like, yo, man, it's not worth it.
Bro, Why would I play? Why would I play?
He needed the surgery.
Bro, he needed the surgery.
He needed the
The
surgery.
doctors told him he needed the surgery. His shit is off the bone.
So do you think that
The meat is off the fucking bone.
So do you think that we're at the point? So do you think that do you think that the Cowboys are at the point where it's like
they're done for the season?
They're done for the season. So there's no reason to play Dak. So
preservation, bro.
Not
right
saying
now.
that he quit, but it's just like, yo, it's not even worth it.
Let's be real. They was riddled by injuries early. Unfortunately, right, like some teams get back from it, some teams don't. We got back from it. We weathered the storm. They didn't.
So since we're talking about Dak Prescott, right? I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does it get to the point where you got to get rid of Dak Prescott?
It gets to the point where Dak needs to be on a new team the way he's treated.
Now, listen to this, right? Now, listen to this, guys. I want everyone in this room right now. I know that you haven't followed football in a while, but
get it together.
I know you know. I know you know who Dak Prescott is.
I do. I know his hairline.
Kind of like mine.
Look at ours.
We're the same person.
Whoa, shit. Yo, it shit look like a lasagna.
What is that?
Lasagna.
He said,
So anyway.
Let's switch hats.
No.
Why not?
Okay.
It'll look good on you. I think it will.
Hereditary is just bad in this family.
Get that snapback beanie, bro.
There you go.
You look
like
way
that.
better than John.
Do I?
Yeah.
You do look
You
better.
like Benito.
I think that looks good on you
You
too.
look a little bad boy. You look a little bad boy.
So
Is it this or this?
One of those, I don't even know.
So look,
Look at that.
so look, right?
Put it the right way. Put it the right way.
All right.
Put it the front way. Put it the front way.
It's a little baggy.
They should have zoomed.
It's baggy.
I can't even see you right.
I got a big ass head, so
I
like
can't even
It's
see you
baggy.
right.
that's a big hat to fill.
It's baggy.
That's all I'm gonna make it, brother.
Yo,
Listen, it's
That's why I
baggy.
got like this.
Baggy.
I want to own this.
All right,
that
it's
nigga
baggy.
like a
Anyway,
chapstick.
the chapstick. What? You need
You, like
chapstick.
you look like a chapstick.
Do you have herpes?
Whoa.
If you don't have herpes, I'll share with you.
No, I'm not putting my lips in that.
I've never had herpes.
No, I have herpes.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
All right. In mid,
What's going on?
Jarvis said I look terrible.
He said
Oh,
nah.
waffle.
Yeah.
He
So
said
anyway,
shit,
listen, right? So listen. At what point, as an Eagles fan, I'm not gonna lie, I think
Shut
that.
up, frisbee.
Do you think that Dak Prescott would get a lot more respect
I feel like
if
when
he's
you-
not on the Cowboys?
I feel like when you put this on, you gotta flip it like dough.
Do people hate him because he's on the Cowboys, right?
I think there's an element to that, right? There's definitely an element to that. But let's. I think Dak Prescott, like, it's hard for me to compare him to anyone, a team, anything other than the Giants, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely had more opportunities surrounding him with the Cowboys and the Giants, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So when I look at a team like that and I see a quarterback underperforming,
Yeah.
I can't feel bad. I can't feel bad.
He make money. I don't feel bad at all.
I think that's the reason why, because he makes so much money.
Yeah.
Is-
And so,
I feel like for Dak Prescott, it's time for a new change.
Yeah.
agreed.
He's don't get it fucked up. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but he's a great quarterback.
Great.
Yeah, he is. He's
I think
good.
he's really
I
good.
promise you, if Dak was anywhere else,
If Dak was anywhere else,
he would get mad respect. It's because he's a Cowboy and nobody like Cowboys, and that's totally fine.
And
Because put
it's
Dak on the
funny 'cause it's
Bengals.
America's team, right?
Yeah.
No, fuck all that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
look at Dak numbers. Dak has this great or equal to numbers of the greatest quarterbacks out there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are compared Dak to like fucking you know it's crazy, right? Because you always got like the Bengals quarterback.
Compared to Donovan McNabb.
His numbers is up there.
No,
No, that's fine, but his numbers is up there, bro. His numbers is up there.
There's been times where Dak Prescott threw for 5,000 yards.
Yeah, bro. His numbers is up there, and he never gets the
praise
or credit he deserves. And I get it. He's a Cowboys, and I'm totally fine with that. Fuck you. But if he was on any other team, he'd be fine. Imagine Dak on fucking the Niners. Imagine Dak on fucking.
Well, on the Niners, I'll fucking still hate him. But if he was like on
Yeah,
the
I'm just saying.
Jaguars, if he was a Jaguar, I would be fucking hype. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, imagine. No, I'm just saying, like, where you can plug in Teams that are
Plug
good
and
need
play,
quarterback.
plug and play.
Like teams that got shitty quarterbacks, like 49ers.
The
Imagine
Vikings.
Dak on there.
The Vikings.
Imagine Dak on the Vikings.
Imagine Dak on the Vikings, guys.
I mean, when do we play the Vikings?
We don't play the Vikings.
All right, cool.
But
That's it. All right, cool.
I'm imagining. I'm like, I know what he would look like in that jersey.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But let me go. I'm gonna go to the next one because we're still talking about the Cowboys, right? I got the next one to come up. One more thing about the Cowboys, and then we're gonna go straight to the Eagles. Michael Parsons post game basically implied his teammates work harder than his coach, Mike McCarthy.
Taken out of context.
Did you see that?
Taken out of context. I did.
Harder than the coach.
He had an interview post game, which is kind of fucked up though because you just lost a divisional rival, so everything's still upset.
It wasn't said like that.
He said, "I feel bad for Zach Martin and some of the other guys on this team because they put in more work."
Exactly,
than
because
the coach.
Because they do, right, and they've been there longer than the coach. That's what he was saying, and what he was saying was, they're going to retire and they're done. He's going to coach for a long time, so he can go to another team.
In that perspective,
yes, and that's what he said.
In that perspective, I understand, but there's. I know people that coach.
Fuck Mike McCarthy. No, fuck.
I know people that coach.
You cheese eating fat.
Coaching,
cup of soup sucking sucker.
Coaching
like that.
Coaching takes a lot.
I like to watch.
Coaching takes a lot, bro. Coaching takes a lot from you.
But are you on the field putting the work in?
Coaching, you are home more as a player than you are as a coach.
I just love to say he's my cousin.
You are home more.
He knows a lot about sports.
You are home more as a player than you are a coach.
He's
but
right.
you suck. But who's been? What he's mean is who's been on that team longer.
I understand where he's coming from with that.
He's gonna go and play for another. He could be a coach.
He can go
team.
And go
get
coach
another
the
job.
Browns.
Yes,
he can go coach the Browns.
Exactly.
Zach Martin can't.
Zach Martin is not gonna play ever again.
Without getting
and that's what he's saying. You people are taking it way out of context. It's all the fucking
risk.
time. You people go deeper than what you're supposed to.
You shouldn't. You gotta be careful what you say, man. See, I mean,
stop reading into everything. They throw fucking tortillas. You mad at the players throwing kisses and throwing tortillas?
You can't throw tortilla, man. You can't.
You can't throw a tortilla, man.
You can't.
Get this nigga away from me.
I feel like this podcast is gonna bite me in the ass.
That's it, yo.
I love it.
Listen, man.
I'm happy.
After this, he gotta be a regular.
Well, listen. Before
you get very excited, by the way. You're like, I feel like you want to cry on the mic.
You get emotional.
Well, now that his mic worked, he's getting excited.
Yeah, no, right?
Oh, fuck you.
You can keep it a distance. You don't even gotta keep it close.
Hold on, before we get to, I'm just going.
Josie, some of us are tall, so I gotta
listen,
speak down to the mic. You
so
speak up to it.
We got the last thing before I get into the Eagles. James Houston from the Lions. Was it special teams play?
No, he was chasing somebody down.
Chasing somebody down. Literally looks like he shit himself.
He did.
I think he do that.
That's
I think he shit himself.
That was
when he got hit?
Yeah,
that was bad.
That was dookie.
I think he shit himself.
Now and then.
I think he shit himself.
According to other posts, like they said he sat on Gatorade or what he said on Twitter. What he said on Twitter. Yeah.
You sat on Gatorade in the middle of the field, bro.
You know you can get disqualified in the UFC for shitting yourself.
Yeah, because
it's a defense mechanism.
No, it's like
I don't laugh, bro.
Back up. Get out of here, dog.
Primate, right?
It's fecal matter. It's if you have diarrhea at work, you're not supposed to be at work.
It's hazardous for your health. Yes.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be at work.
Driver, right?
Yeah. I have diarrhea every day.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, that's shaking.
Are you have Crohn's disease?
No, I'm lying.
As long as you're healthy, that's all that matters.
I am. I'm good.
All right, we appreciate you, bro. Thank you for what you do.
Picture my pussy.
Thank you for what you do, dog.
In the blue porta potty water, the blue just take a shit.
I can't.
You look good.
Listen,
Did I say that on the air?
Look, man, look.
You do look good.
Don't like a porta potty, dog.
I'm trying that.
Don't like a porta potty.
Be weird about it.
No, don't.
I know
Don't look me in my eyes when you say it though.
This guy talking about porta potties now. Sorry.
You talking about porta potties? You said,
Nah, I didn't say nothing about porta potties.
Do we ever talk about your military service on this podcast?
Nah,
We do sometimes, not really.
Let me give you a shout out.
We give you a shout out, motherfucker. Happy Veterans Day.
No,
Yeah,
but like
We
spent
haven't.
some time in porta potties.
Yes, several times in porta potties.
All right.
I'm sorry.
What's the
I'm
weirdest
sorry.
thing you've ever done in a porta potty? Joe?
3 to a stall.
In a porta potty?
Inside the one porta.
Wait, how big is that? Wait,
Exactly.
How the fuck you get
That's
two
it.
people in there?
Sir. That's how you do it.
Sir, coming down, sir.
That's the weirdest thing you've
Coming
done in a
off
porta
your
potty?
shoulders.
That's not
Nah,
true.
I mean, not real. I mean, there's nothing really weird. I mean,
That's crazy because I work with a lot of veterans and they have some crazy ass stories.
That's probably the weirdest shit that I've done in a porta potty.
Like, I heard-
one person in a porta potty trying to piss. That's about it.
so my
Personally,
Fair.
my man's
Fair.
told me they
Personally.
were in I guess
There's a Desert Storm.
no, like a Humvee
Damn,
or whatever.
that's OG
Or-
shit.
Late 80s, early
They were like in a
90s,
Humvee or whatever,
yeah.
sleeping in the joint,
Yeah.
and it was like one up top, one on the bottom, and the dude decided to take off, and then got it on his other friend, and they start fighting in the joint.
I mean, it
Take
could,
off.
It could get to that
Mistakes
Don't
they
know
extent.
what
got
you're
it.
talking about.
It could
Sorry.
get to that extent.
Take,
he gonna spell it out for you.
What you're
He
talking
gonna-
about.
he gonna
never
spell it
done
out.
it. Never
Look.
don't know what you're talking about.
Things can happen like that, but in my personal experience,
What's up, Chico?
What's that, Chica? L? No more locked
Like,
doors.
no more locked doors. That's it.
Better wire.
Nah, but my porta potty story is 3 to a stall, bro. Like, if we had a piss,
Did
You
you go
gotta
to
piss.
the new spot they opened? Happy birthday, by the way.
oh yeah, Simplify.
A little-
Yeah,
little
Marine
belated, but,
Corps
like,
birthday.
They opened up a
November
spot
10th.
recently
Yeah,
in Philly because
they're
this is the
they're
birthplace of
rebuilding
the
it.
Marines.
They're rebuilding it
I
because
thought they were
Philadelphia's
there.
the birthplace in the Marine.
Yes.
hell yeah,
It's
Tons
just
of
their
Tavern,
birthday.
baby.
Come on, bro. Just
Hey,
Their
shit.
birthday's right before Veterans Day. That's what you say to
November 10th.
the Marines.
Damn,
yeah.
fucked up. Sorry, man.
Nah, bro. Don't.
Hey,
Look,
really?
I don't.
Man, we should have got you a cake.
No, we should got you a fucking
Yeah.
cake, man.
You
No.
should have got him some crayons to eat.
Yo, somebody got me my other military boy got me crayon fucking gum, dog. He be like,
For
yo,
real?
Simplify Marine. I'm like, yo,
This
you
one tastes
fucking
like yellow.
asshole. So the story is that because Marines are gun ho and
Yeah.
dumb, we eat crayons.
Ah,
That's our thing. That's
You
what
like-
they talk shit about.
You like yellow crown.
Hey, I like the green one.
Yeah.
Simplify.
Is it crown or crayon? Crown.
Damn.
Crayon.
You
Now
all
I'm
fucking with
thinking
yours,
about
man. That's an author.
Let us know. Let us know.
Arthur.
Arthur.
My name's Arthur. I eat crowns.
Arthur.
And I said, hey.
Arthur.
We get off subject. We get off subject.
Arthur or Arthur?
We
Wait.
definitely hit a home.
We should
Straight left
hear
field.
from Jarvis though, just to reset.
Arthur or
us. Where
Arthur?
are we?
It's Arthur.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, who's your favorite all-time quarterback in the Eagles?
In the Eagle.
As the Eagles, favorite all-time
No,
quarterback.
start with a lie.
My favorite all time.
A Giants fan.
Listen,
you
Giants fan.
You
It's an
low key
Eagle.
like the Eagles.
Okay, no. I'll tell you. My favorite all time quarterback for the Eagles,
Yeah. Please say it.
Michael Vick.
Yes. Yes, that's my guy, man. Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
My all-time
That is
guy,
honestly
bro.
the only time
I knew
ever
he
thought
was
about.
going. I
And
knew
he knows
was
this.
going
He
Michael
knows
Vick.
this. He
I knew
knows
he was
this.
going Michael
It's the only time I've ever thought
Listen,
about
man.
being an Eagles fan
Michael
or
Vick.
buying an.
And I know a lot of
Eagles
people.
jersey.
I know a lot of people.
I know why.
I know a lot of people are not
Your
gonna like it,
secondary is Falcons.
Boom.
but
That's
fuck
it.
that. I know a lot of people are probably not gonna like this because of the whole background with Michael Vick and stuff like that. But yo, Michael Vick was the man, bro.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
I got a dog. I don't like that nigga no more.
Yo,
I
he
love
got
Michael Vick.
I'm
he
a
got
dog
bear.
dad.
I got a bear.
He got an
Wolf.
osito.
Yeah.
We saw him in the last podcast, by the way.
Who's your all-time?
I mean, it has to be Quick Depper. Like,
You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even.
I'll
know
be
who that
honest, it's gonna be
is.
my nigga, Big Dick Nick.
Hey,
BDR.
BDR, baby.
He the only one that got a Super Bowl for us.
All time?
All time. Who else got a
Respect
Super
it.
Bowl?
I respect
Who else got a
Yeah,
Super
BDR
Bowl?
got it.
Yeah,
BDR got it.
Who else got a Super Bowl?
Huh?
You only have one?
it. You got one.
We got one official Super Bowl and then one championship before it was the Super Bowl. Before it was the Super Bowl.
1933.
Who's your favorite all-time quarterback?
The year before the Super Bowl
Michael
happened.
Vick,
Them motherfuckers did it dirty.
Michael Vick, right?
Michael Vick, he was a runner.
I like Michael
He
Vick.
throw them fucking bombs. I
mean, but that's just preference. If we talking real, who's one of the top Eagles quarterbacks? You heard that, Bert?
God damn.
That was a burp. Which way did it come out?
That shit tasted like tacos too.
Tacos?
No, I had the hamburger helper.
Yo, chill. That shit was delicious. Stop it.
It wasn't.
All right, so we're gonna go next topic. If you had to pick an MVP and it came down to Jalen Hurts or Saquon, MVP of the NFL, and it came down to Jalen Hurts or Saquon, who deserves to be the MVP this year?
For this year?
This year, right now.
Ooh.
Right now.
How do you judge MVP?
Most valuable player.
I think
I know what.
I think that's.
I know what it means.
I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair.
Like, who had the biggest play? Who's making the biggest difference on the team? Because who's responsible?
You say that, and that's always the quarterback. It's always the quarterback.
I agree.
It's always the quarterback
because he bears his responsibility.
But
who's done the most spectacular thing?
Saquon is doing what he's supposed to be doing. Saquon is running.
But do you think?
But
he's also responsible for the fact that
who's throwing to him? He's not gonna get them catches. Who's handing it up to him? He's not gonna get that.
So Saquon's also responsible for the fact that we are 7-2. And when I say that, I'm not saying it in the positive.
Because we lost. He dropped the ball.
We can easily be 8-1 right now.
But we're not.
Now,
what's up,
guys?
We're that joint.
Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah.
I feel like with Saquon, you can't base him off of one game, right?
Yeah,
so you can't base him off of one game. As of right now, Jalen Hurts has technically done worse games than him.
You know what? I would agree with you.
With
Jarvis, I do agree with you.
You can't say that because
what do you mean by
if
that?
you take Jalen Hurts off the Eagles and you put Kenny Pickett in, this team is a lot worse than if you take out Saquon Barkley and put in Kenneth Gainwell.
But that's position wise, right?
As a quarterback.
I agree with Jarvis.
But
Don't even know what he said.
As of
make the plays regardless to whoever it is to the player, right? So if he hands it off to Saquon's gonna do his own thing.
No. Listen.
They whisper.
Listen,
they boo loving over there.
I don't give a fuck what they're doing. Listen.
They boo loving over there.
I don't care what they're doing. Listen. If you take Saquon out and put in Kenneth Gainwell.
Don't touch my fucking mic.
If you take Saquon out and put in Kenneth Gainwell, this team will still be pretty good. If you take out Jalen Hurts and put in Kenny Pickett, this team will be shit. Hands down, this team will be shit.
Hold on, wait,
come on.
My answer is Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
so
my answer is Jalen Hurts too.
I'm
gonna piggyback on that.
Wait, so
I'm gonna piggyback.
I like Saquon for that.
And I'm gonna go back to Odell Beckham.
I like turtles. That's what I just heard.
Odell Beckham. Hold on. We get misled and confused by big plays sometimes, right? Because big plays, they catch headlines. Everyone's looking at them. Everyone says it's so great. One hand. Yeah. I'm doing backward hurdles, jumping over people I don't even see coming. But at the end of the day, that's one play. It's one play. That don't happen all the time, right? A lot of Saquon's plays, and Jarvis could probably attest to this, when he was with the Giants, right? They didn't amount to anything.
Because y'all didn't amount to anything.
But still, meaning like...
They were strong fucking runs. He's doing the same thing he was doing with y'all, but he got a better line, and he got a better team.
Look,
I don't want to get too excited over a couple big plays.
What you mean? We're getting excited over the season.
My reasoning is...
The season ain't over, bro.
Not yet.
My reasoning is...
The upside is
he's
amazing.
He's making more than 5 yards of play every time and keeping our defense out and keeping them fresh. So I feel like it's a much bigger play behind
couldn't
that.
Another running back do that?
I see
offensive line.
I see where you're coming from. Because you're
not the way he's doing it.
Listen. I see where he's
because
coming from.
Kenneth Gainwell ain't doing it the way Saquon
Exactly.
And that was a bad comparison.
Kenny Pickett, Daniel Jones won't do it the way Jalen Hurts will do.
I agreed that Jalen Hurts is the most valuable player.
So what you're also telling me is then again, if we take out Saquon, right, and we bring in who's y'all back? Who's the other one?
Gainwell.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh,
So if you take out Saquon and put in Kenneth Gainwell, you guys telling me you guys are still gonna run the ball?
Nope. Not as much.
We're not gonna run the ball as much.
I'm not gonna be as confident.
We're still gonna run it though.
But we're gonna start running it. And we still got Jalen Hurts throwing.
Not as confident.
We still got Jalen Hurts throwing.
Not as confident.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, but you gotta open the run game to get that deep ball.
But that's what's the consistency.
Listen, we did it before. We did it before Saquon.
Yeah, but we had another good fucking running back as Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had three head, and they were all
still had
good.
3 of them.
Now you have Saquon. Kenny Gainwell don't look as good as he did last year.
Nah.
He did, but it's Jalen Hurts, bro.
It don't matter. He
He
don't
be
that's
throwing
fine.
all the time.
I didn't say it was Saquon. The argument
bro.
is who's the most valuable. It's Saquon. But you're saying you can put anybody else in that position and get the same outcome. You cannot.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
You cannot.
The
I
most
worry about your
valuable.
heart sometimes.
The most valuable.
No, you cannot.
The most valuable.
Bro, you cannot put fucking Kenny Gainwell in for fucking Saquon and get the same results.
If you take out Saquon Barkley and put in Kenneth Gainwell, you're not going to get the same results.
At all.
Oh,
Not even
You have
close.
Jalen Hurts as quarterback. If you take
So-
out Jalen
I
Hurts,
said it.
But
if you take out Jalen Hurts and you plug in Kenny
Yes,
Pickett,
Daniel Jones.
Okay,
that's not the
hold on.
you plug in
argument.
Daniel Jones.
But the
That is the argument.
No,
What?
it ain't. We said the Hurts was the fucking MVP.
All right,
But,
so
but what I'm arguing is, you said you could take out Saquon and put fucking Kenny Gainwell and get the same results. You cannot.
I didn't say you can
Yeah,
say
you
results.
did.
I did not say you can get the same results.
Jarvis said
I
something
said that you will still be productive.
Jarvis is
Nah,
the
you will.
reason.
You will still be productive.
Yeah.
We're going to watch this shit. Go ahead.
So
You will be productive.
Jarvis got something to say. Shut up.
He brings us back to normal.
Go ahead.
what is it? So if you guys take out Jalen Hurts, right?
Yep.
Or if you take out Saquon and you put in Kenneth, what is the one thing that you hate? It's always Kenneth Gainwell can't block. He can't block. He can't block.
Block the same fucking line.
So like how many sacks are you guys gonna increase because of him not blocking?
That's why Jalen can run. That's why he has the most
But-
fucking touchdowns.
but-
I'm done.
Jalen
Hurts has
How many
the most
fucking
touchdowns.
blocks did Saquon fucking throws before he goes out in the middle of the zone?
how many rushing yards has
Saquon,
Jalen had
MVP.
over the span of 11 weeks? Not that much. He has not been rushing
Hurts has the most touchdowns. Jalen Hurts has the most touchdowns.
at the 1 yard line.
He has the most touchdowns, bro.
After getting his fucking tush push.
But who's also been in that league for the tush push? It's Saquon, right?
I'm not gonna say that.
How many times? Let's put it like this. How many times have Jalen Hurts accomplished a tough push without fucking with Kenneth Gainwell?
Probably none.
Ooh.
Didn't.
He had to. He had to when He had to.
No, he did. They got stopped every fucking time.
But that's
They
when-
put Saquon in.
That's when they did that different formation when Kenneth Gainwell was all the way in the back.
Yeah. And what they do when they had Kenneth Gainwell in there, what they did? The next time they ran 2-2 push, and then they brought Kenneth Gainwell in and put fucking Saquon in.
Or every time Kenneth Gainwell was in, they always brought another player.
All
I'm a
right,
fan
well-
of World War II.
What?
That was a weird question. My bad.
Cut this shit off.
It's hard.
Cut this shit off.
That's hard to say.
I'm sorry.
I think
I
we're gonna
need
wait
to-
for what we're gonna go.
I need to
Listen,
All right, listen, man. Two more. We got two more. We got three more questions.
Refresh my
We got three
memory.
more questions before we get into World War II. All right. Listen. What the fuck, man?
Saquon for MVP.
He
That's
said
how
he's
I
gonna do
go.
this dumb shit.
That's how I go.
He did say he was gonna do that. He said, "Oh, it's gonna be hard for me to control my fucking thoughts and not just like."
I said that.
Go ahead before they start talking about flux capacity.
All right. Yo, so it's.
Josie a fucking geek too.
Are we over Darius Slay?
Huh?
Are we over Darius Slay?
I've been over Darius Slay.
So it's time for Isaiah Rodgers.
It's time for his hurt ass to stay hurt.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, stop coming back, motherfucker.
Even when he
Heal.
came back, he looked bad, right?
Heal.
Yeah, he looked bad. Yeah,
Bro,
you're
just heal.
right. I thought we were gonna have an argument with that, but we didn't.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
What's next?
That's just bad. Yeah, that's just
He's
bad.
gonna have hard
Speed
speed.
round.
That's real shit.
Yo,
That's
so-
real
yo.
shit.
It's been about 30 years since the last time the Eagles and the Commanders had like an actual real like game.
Yeah.
Where they had to actually play each other.
Damn, so I was alive for that.
Yeah, you were. It was about 30 years ago.
Coming up.
Facts.
And
This
Thursday,
weekend?
tomorrow.
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. NFC East.
By everyone,
man.
by the time
y'all see this, it will happen
over.
already.
By the time you guys see this, the game is gonna be over. But we're gonna start doing our
Commanders
predictions,
win.
man. We're gonna see
Commanders.
how stupid everybody is or not.
We did good last
What
week.
was the react?
What was my prediction last week?
I think we all said 30 plus.
We did all say 30
We all said 30 plus.
I had like 37.
I think I had
3. I had like 37.
I think I said
What
like
was it?
30. I think I said 30.
So listen to this, man.
31,
I gotta watch the
17.
podcast again.
What do you think? What do you think the reaction is gonna be tomorrow with Zach Ertz coming in as a commander tomorrow?
I hope they give him a good standing
I hope
ovation.
they don't.
Because they kind of booed Saquon when he went to New York.
Yeah, that's different
fucked
though.
up.
Zach Ertz won a fucking Super Bowl with us.
You right.
It's like the whole spiel
Yeah,
they did with
man.
Clay. We should do that for Zach.
Well, not yet. Did we do that?
It wasn't his fault. We traded him.
Yeah,
You're making it seem like
You're coming in as a commander, man. Listen, like when you're done, you're done. That's
But
it.
didn't we do that with Dawkins?
Dawkins is different.
what the fuck?
I'm just
Dawkins
saying.
never won a Super Bowl for us.
Yeah, I'm just
Brian
saying.
Dawkins
He was the
baby.
man.
Brian
bro.
Dawkins compared to Zach
That's
Ertz is a lot
fine.
different, bro.
That's fine. That's like cheering AI every time he fucking
Brian
comes.
Dawkins compared to Zach Ertz is a lot different.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow, you
shit.
get canceled,
I
bro.
believe that
What did
shit
you
out.
say?
I don't stand
I'll
behind
believe that
any of
shit
this. I don't stand behind any of this.
I believe that out. I believe that out.
Okay,
I didn't even know what he said. I didn't hear what he
You
said.
guys edit at all?
Don't. Keep going.
Anyway, Zach Ertz.
I don't know football, but I don't say shit like that.
Zach Ertz.
Northeast.
Listen,
Yo,
What's in here?
Yo, for
Hatred?
real.
that 10 year,
For
that's it.
real,
Yeah, the
that's
Eagle
10
Rare.
years.
That's
That's what it
American.
is. 10 years ago, motherfucker.
America.
A decade ago, motherfucker.
Hey,
Jones, you got a lot of editing, motherfucker.
guess what?
Hey, no worry. Now I'm gonna believe this
Listen,
one out.
y'all.
What time is it?
Listen.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
don't worry about that.
Yeah,
remember.
listen,
Jarvis, put that in the notes.
And then we
320
done.
to him.
320.
After we done,
320.
after we done, we'll talk about it. Anyway,
320.
listen, man.
320.
Go ahead.
Zach Ertz, I understand where everybody's coming from, but you coming in as a commander.
Yeah, bro, but you praise
Yeah,
AI every time he comes to the fucking the gym.
Iverson, bro.
And that's fine, but he never won a
If
championship.
it was Nick
And he
Foles,
also
if it
went
was
to
Nick
Denver.
Foles coming in, cool.
We did. We
I'm not
praised Nick
saying
Foles.
that. I'm not. I just is Zach Ertz.
He was the Hog Wild.
Like what?
Hog Wild.
What Hogwarts? What are you saying?
A Jaguar.
What's going on here?
Agua. That was fancy as shit, dog.
He owned it too. Like we all knew what he was talking about.
At
I
first,
thought
I
He
he
was
said
Alright,
Nick
bro.
Foles. I said he was a Hog Wild.
We got a big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow.
Wait.
Commanders.
What are the
Commanders.
keys? We're playing Commanders.
Mm.
What are the keys to winning the game tomorrow? We're gonna go one by one. What are the keys, bro?
What are the keys?
What do you think the keys to winning the game?
What are the keys, Elias?
Eli's.
Halalis.
Halalas.
Hello.
He put that.
What are the keys for the Eagles winning the Commanders game tomorrow?
What do you think?
What do I
You're
think?
not, you're not,
So,
Eagles, you're not
honestly,
Eagles fan,
honestly, I
obviously.
think no. All right, so I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Saquon is predictable. Like I think they're gonna be. I think the Commanders. Look, let's be honest. Commanders are a good team this year.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Mhm.
And that's
No,
weird for all of us.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird.
Mhm.
We're just like
Yeah.
I want to laugh at them, but I can't.
Are they a good team or they just played a lot of teams that has like a top?
Well, anyway,
As far
we're
as the
gonna
Eagles
keep
as well.
talking because you don't have a thumb, so.
Damn. Damn, bro. He's on that thing.
Listen, man.
You sound like Theo Vaughn. He's on that.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, he funny
love-
as shit. He funny as shit.
I'm
love
so
Theo
happy
Vaughn.
I got to sit next to you, but
Just finish your
at the
fucking
same
thought.
time,
Finish your fucking thought.
all right.
We like on 4 hours.
Yeah,
we like-
I've been having a
Yeah.
good time.
This is
We're
a
gonna
great-
make
this is a
it
great-
quick.
No,
Nobody's
no.
watching this.
That's
your
Nobody-
fault.
Nah.
Only people that watch
It's
it
your
are
fault.
my mom's probably
My
the only person
mom's
that watch 4
I'm
hours.
gonna watch it. I'll be the
I
first
watch it.
commenter too.
And then I pause it, and then I'm like,
No,
I gotta
so-
come back at this point.
Anyway, I think
Right.
all right. Real rap.
Mhm.
Right. I think you guys need to use Saquon strategically. I think you need to use him as a threat, but not necessarily use him as like a legitimate asset.
Like a clutch.
I felt like we did that in Dallas game.
Mm-hmm.
And look at how that worked out, right?
Yeah, he got his good runs, and then it was like,
yeah.
So, I mean, I hate to always bring it back to fighting, but like it's the sport that I understand the most,
go ahead,
right?
do that.
So like, you work the body to open up the head, right? Same way that you work the run to open up the deep
Like you
ball.
want the shad.
You know what I mean? Like, so I said, hey, you gotta just like.
Damn,
Nah, he said something.
That was him. It wasn't
that was your cousin over
What?
here.
my cousin.
My cousin over here talking about work the shad.
I did not say that.
I heard Shaq.
And he said stroke the chef.
Clip
Work
that.
the hit.
This is terrible.
Get the gravy.
I've never been happier, but
Get
this
the
is
gravy.
terrible.
Get the gravy.
Hey, we some boys.
Yo,
in the
that'd be a
garage,
good
man.
clip. I've never been happier. This is terrible. Please tag me in that shit.
Yeah, guys, you know.
But no, so realistically, I mean, look, you guys have a good quarterback. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. So you need to diversify your attack to keep everyone guessing. Is that gay?
He said, get off our dick.
Nah,
Gay is okay. It's
he's speaking
2024.
facts. He's speaking facts. It's all right.
No, but seriously. So I think you need to utilize Saquon as both like from a running standpoint and a passing standpoint.
Gotcha.
And you got to protect
Yeah,
us as well, too.
Gotcha, yeah.
But he's not your crutch.
Yeah.
That's just gonna open up everything else.
Everything else, yeah, you're right.
If you
I like
do
that.
that, if you do that, I think you have an opportunity to legitimately win because, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
Right?
Passionate.
When you have someone
Passionate.
else throwing a creative attack at you, there is no pattern. And so you just start doing things hoping that they work.
Yeah.
You're
Right?
right.
So then you start defending for the deep ball. You start defending for the run. You start defending for this.
Yeah.
Start defending for that. But realistically, your offense has no pattern. So you're just throwing anything out there.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's how the Eagles win this game.
Yeah.
If you guys become way too like go to the well, same well, and things gonna work, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work.
There's
It's
no
gonna be
water
a
in the
struggle.
well.
It's gonna be a
What do
struggle.
you,
It's
what,
gonna
what
be
do
a
you
struggle.
think?
So what was the question again?
I'm proud of my answer. Wait, I just
Yeah.
want to say
That was a great.
That was
I
great.
think I had
That
a
was
good
great.
answer
That was
for
great.
a
That was a
non like
great answer.
super
That
like
was a
because you
great
guys
answer.
intimidate the shit out of me with your
What, the sports talk?
sports acumen.
I'm new to this, so listen, I'm learning every day.
What was the
Well, I
question?
What are the keys for the game? What are the
Keys
keys
to
for
the
the
game
Eagles to
is-
win the
is
game? What are the
definitely-
keys to the Eagles to win the game?
Putting pressure on a young quarterback. He's you can't give him time in the pocket. That's what he do. You can't let him run.
Yeah, you can't get him out of the pocket. He can't
And-
have him
and
run out of the pocket.
I think this falls all on defense, and you can't and give him time out the pocket. That's where he's best at, and it shows. There's tape of him now. You see what he can do. You see last game they lost last game to the Steelers.
Yeah.
So
All that pressure.
there's a lot of pressure. You got to keep putting pressure on him. I feel like we got to dial up blitz, even if disguise blitz.
I'm with you.
The line got to get there, and they got to make sure he don't have that time.
I'm with you with that one.
I want and then as far as offense, it's no turnovers. We got to protect the ball. Last week we got lucky because we produced a lot of turnovers, which is good now too because defense is producing a lot of turnovers. I think that's like something they're striving on.
Yeah,
and
last like 4 games.
more privy to is like
4 games we've been like.
we're hunting the ball. It's like we will make tackles, we dig at that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to show him that he's just a rookie. Real shit. Fuck you, Jarvis.
It's not even him, honestly.
It's all this.
I don't know. I just see his face. I can't see this motherfucker. I'm not used to somebody being here. So
It's out of my peripheral. I can't see. I can't
out of sight, out of mind. So I think it's just get to him, make him uncomfortable. Let him know he's a rookie.
I like it. And that's where I was gonna go with it. I was gonna actually go with the same way. I think that we gotta get to him. We gotta get Bryce Huff out there, man. Bryce Huff gotta have a big
He's
game.
hurt.
No, he has a hand injury.
He's
but
hurt.
He's been
He's
playing.
done.
No, he's not.
Season hand injury.
But besides it being Bryce Huff or anybody, man, Zach Baum, we
And
gotta have these guys. We gotta have these guys have a big game.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be
Oh,
anyone.
my shit lowercase.
Yo,
There shouldn't be anyone We shouldn't have anyone running around back there. Like we can't have Jalen Daniels actually extending the plays. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is that you can't have him extending the plays.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot extend these. You cannot extend the play.
Yeah,
if you extend the play, we're gonna get in big trouble.
Yep.
We're gonna be in big trouble.
Yeah.
No extension.
No extending. Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, no extending the plays, man. But as far as offensively, AJ Brown owns the Commanders.
He owns Lattimore. Let's yeah.
Lattimore is not playing, by the way. But AJ Brown owns the Commanders, and I think that we need to go ahead and do what we got to do. We got Saquon Barkley now. Saquon's going to do the things that he has to do, like Elias said. Pass blocking, do the things that he do, catching out the backfield, running the ball. But we're also going to need someone like AJ Brown to do what he did like he did last year and just literally torch the Commanders.
But there's another thing we got to speak on. Dotson is going back home.
So that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get to that because you already know it's my guy. Go ahead,
Surprise.
Josie. You got anything for that, or you want to like continue?
No, well, I mean, I agree with a lot of everybody's points. Obviously, it's that I feel like the linebackers definitely need to keep the quarterback contained, but also stay out there in the field and in the zone and watch out.
I will say this. I'm sorry.
A lot of play action fakes. I feel like it needs to happen. What's up?
I'm gonna say this. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. I want to say this, man. That I'm very proud of your answer.
Oh man,
That's a good answer, right?
I appreciate it.
Well, from where he came from and where he's at right now.
Look,
for you to
I'm not the sports guy, but I'm
You
learning.
said continue,
I'm
and I
learning.
was like, I should have said that.
Oh shit.
Shouldn't have done that either.
For him to sit here and say that, we need our linebackers to contain Jalen Daniels. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That lets me know that you're learning.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. You know what I mean?
But
that's where I'm at. I feel like the defense probably needs to definitely step it up, and we can't rely on Saquon very much. We need to do some play actions and get some passes, but also we need to feed him the ball when we should, but not often.
What's up, Jarvis?
I think your main target right now for this game is Terry McLaurin. You stop Terry McLaurin, you win the game.
Yeah, it's cute. That's cute.
That's yeah, exactly.
It's cute, baby.
And you think about it, as of right now, Q has locked down everybody that has been put against them.
256 snaps, 0 touchdowns.
And he looks good when he's doing it.
Yeah, he does. Yo, listen.
Man, yeah, no,
score
you're
predictions.
right.
Yo, score predictions. Come on.
It's crazy. You just probably just threw that out there. The crazy part is his fucking feet movement.
I made that up.
That was good. That was good though.
But
let's just score prediction. Come on.
Q has fucking good fucking.
No, I just want to you.
Thank you for the dramatic pause. I think it's gonna be a super close game. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be.
But motherfucker, say the score. You do this all the time.
27-30.
Whoa, that's close.
That's close.
27-31. Yeah.
And so Eagles win by a field goal, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of close.
Kind of close.
I'm going to say, if I had to pick something right now, the two things that's going, I'm going to say 27-10.
Ooh.
I think that the Eagles kind of like, we're at home.
Yeah.
On Thursday night.
Division game. Both teams just came off a game. One team got more rest than the other. So I'll go to say fucking 35 fucking 17.
Even by 100.
Wow.
And I get where you're coming from because we did get more rest, and we also
we didn't play a tough game. They played a tough game, and they tried to win that bitch too.
Game, right.
Which I think personally they got that first down. My opinion. Zach Ertz got that first down.
He did not get that first down.
He got that first.
He
down.
did not get that first.
Bro,
down.
they didn't touch him.
His knee was on the floor.
But he wasn't touched.
The pass.
He did get touched.
You know what though?
He wasn't touched.
The pass. It happened already.
He was down.
It happened though.
You think he was down?
Jarvis, he was down.
You think he got the first down?
Yeah.
I thought he got the first down too, right?
He got the first.
He got that first down.
He didn't get it.
He got that first.
He
down.
got touched.
You a fucking hater. He got that first
Yeah,
down.
Don't get him worked up.
I'm gonna splice the
Do you
shit.
have a score
Yeah,
prediction in
yeah,
line or no? Before we go into anytime touchdowns.
21-17.
What was the close one? 21-17.
You was doing that.
Yeah, I was. I was thinking about it. I was like, kicker's gonna come into
You
play.
need your thinking cap. See if you get another score.
Say it again, yeah. You think Kevin say it again. Hold up. Let's figure it out now. Go ahead.
You ready? You ready for
What
this?
you get right now? Hold up. Yeah.
Oh, say it like slang poetry.
Yo, Yaz is gonna hate this part of the
34.
whole podcast.
Yeah, you can snap with that thousand shit.
That's friction, crazy.
21, 20.
21, 20.
You know what that means? Someone went for 2 points and he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It might be the Birds. You didn't say who wins. You said 21-20.
Mysterious.
Damn, that's legit though. That's pretty good.
All right, listen, let's go. Let's go anytime touchdown because I swear to God, if
Jalen Hurts. I'm over it. Jalen Hurts.
Wait. Who?
AJ.
You know.
It hurts me to say this.
Saquon.
Berkeley.
Hey,
That's
I like
good.
that. I like that
He's
a
gonna
lot.
do it.
It's
I like
been
that a
a
lot.
It's probably gonna be a pass play.
I like that a
Saquon.
lot.
Through
That
the
no,
air.
that no long.
Jarvis, what you think? Let's hear yours.
Who's
What you
anytime
think?
touchdown,
Anytime.
Jarvis? Before I
Um,
go.
It's got to be Saquon. He has. I don't think he's like played a good game against the Commanders.
He needs a rushing touchdown.
I like it.
That's a good point.
Saquon's due for rushing.
Yeah, he is.
Why? What you looking at?
What
Statistics?
I'm gonna show y'all
What's
something right now,
yours?
man. I'm gonna show y'all something right
I'm not
now.
even a sports guy, and I
Now, Chad
fucking with my
GPT
shit.
again.
No, I'm not Chad GPT. I'm just gonna see his
I
odds
do.
real quick. I just want to see the odds.
I heard.
real
I
quick.
wasn't gonna say it though.
I want to see the
I ain't
odds
never
real quick.
scared
Hold on.
about that.
Anytime touchdown.
I get worried about.
You know who it is.
Touchdown
I'm
score
very
props.
excited.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Especially when
And we're gonna go down.
Man,
When
you
I say
bet?
World War II,
He
he
is
gets very like.
he's a plus.
What you mean Hiroshima?
plus 950.
I was there.
Who?
He's a plus 950.
No.
Who?
He's a
Dotson.
plus. Jahan Dotson gonna score tomorrow.
Of course you would.
Plus
Of
950. He's
course
gonna
you
score
would.
tomorrow.
How about the rookie?
Johnny Wilson.
How much was that touchdown?
I don't know, but
Who
I'm
put
gonna
that
right
in?
now.
Who put that in? Somebody
Jahan
put that shit
Dotson
in.
scoring tomorrow, bro.
Somebody put Johnny Wilson
See,
in.
you've been
Yo, Johnny Wilson is plus 1300.
Exactly. So if somebody put him in last week,
Plus 950, Jahan Dotson tomorrow. Listen, this is a great podcast, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Elias. Yo,
Yeah.
Elias, honestly, man, thank you for coming
appreciate
out.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming out.
Let me
This
see
is
that.
awesome, man.
Wait, this
But-
has been
nah.
a
Look,
great time.
so
What
look,
we doing
Elias.
Icarus.
Icarus, my man, Israel Cologne. This is
Yeah.
a book. It's poems about his life.
Yep.
That's all I got.
But here's what we're gonna say. Look,
Honestly,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
So
yo,
look,
yo, thank you
look.
for coming out, man.
we appreciate you. Look into the camera. Spit out anything that you want to spit out or promote or whatever it
Yeah,
is that
bars?
you want to give
No
us.
beat?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then let us know what's happening with
No,
Elias, dog.
Look,
Hey.
hold up.
Hey.
Ain't gonna got no thumb.
Damn.
This is too easy. I'm sorry.
Let us know. Let us know.
So look,
Promote yourself.
What's easy? That fucking hat to put on?
I can put it in any direction, but no,
Yeah, but
for
you
real
can't-
though.
No, honestly, man, let's
No.
get serious, man.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I've been in this situation before where I've been given an opportunity to like promote something, and I never really feel comfortable promoting myself or what I'm doing. You know, I believe in Project Bluebird. You know, everything that we do is from the heart, and go out, listen to Charles Bukowski's Bluebird, and you'll understand what I'm fighting against, right? And then also do anything you can for the kids. So whether it's go out, support your local sports, support local like theater programs, local artist programs, local open mics, like get out and show the kids that what they're doing is worth it, right? Any opportunity that you have to support a kid, especially there's mad kids that don't have like their parents don't have both their parents. I mean, kids are lucky if they have their grandparents around. So like,
Which is true.
go out, support those kids, make them believe in themselves because that confidence is what propels them forward. So be that, because you have no idea what these kids are going through. Stop talking to kids like they're like lesser than you. Like a lot of these kids are going through things that most adults could never imagine. So be there for them, do what you can for them, and just show up for your community. That's all I have to ask. Like, I don't want you to throw money at anything. Just, think about when your final moment comes, what are you going to be proud of? And live your life like that. So I'm happy to be here.
Give us some social media.
Your time is worth more than any dollar.
Social media wise, please follow us on Instagram at bluebird.project. My personal Instagram is israel.e.cologne. Check out project-bluebird.com. Outside of just what I'm doing, there's organizations that I believe in and what they're doing. I'm partnering with Congreso currently. I've done work with Project Right Now in Jersey. Just get involved, man. Like, honestly, just get involved. It's really easy.
You know what, man?
Present parent, like,
not to cut you off, but honestly,
please.
man, if there's anything that we can do to help out, man, you let us know.
For real,
I got $5 on me, bro.
I mean, we can. Honestly, like any of the drives or anything like that. Let us know.
If you have coming up,
I think
I'm not getting choked out though. By no 50.
I think
stuff.
Look,
fuck kids up.
Like, even my presence here, like, I'm not a huge sports guy per se. I know a lot about MMA and certain things.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that.
A lot of good input,
man. Definitely.
But like, finding a way to talk about the book, to talk about what drives me, to talk about what I'm passionate about, which is obviously like being there for kids, tying in even like you as a Marine and doing that, tying in you guys with your sports knowledge and everything. Like, at the end of the day, everything comes back to kids.
Mm-hmm.
Everything comes back to kids.
Just me being smart in general.
You're so smart. If you were smarter, you might have a. Alright.
Talk about the kids.
Talk about the kids, man. No, but seriously, I mean, like,
teach gun safety.
Kids should be at the forefront of everything we do.
That's a fact.
They're our future.
They're the future.
And,
we are the world.
You have a great voice.
There's a documentary on HBO about that. No. It's lit, dog.
But this is. This don't feel like promo. This don't feel like marketing. This don't feel like a podcast.
You just family on the family shit. You came with
anything that we got, man.
Obviously, I've known you for a while.
Definitely.
That's my family. We just met, but now we're tight.
Man. Yeah, for real.
Jarvis over there.
Yeah, he loves Jarvis.
They Giants fans. They Giants fans. That's why.
Watch your cheeks, Jarvis.
Always put what's important to you at the forefront, regardless of what you're doing. So the fact that I'm here and I can talk about what's important to me is it means the world to me. So being in front of like a diverse group like this, where it's like we can still have fun. Like just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean that you can't have a personality. Doesn't mean that you can't jiggle around. Like, doesn't mean that he can't lose a thumb. It is what it is.
It's
right?
Truth. Yeah,
it is what it is.
But
it can happen to any one of you.
It could.
Safety first.
You know what I'm saying?
But
wear rubber.
You got anything going on right now in the future?
Actually, we talked about the docuseries.
Yeah, so I have a docuseries coming out. So this will drop Monday. So I have a docuseries.
You need me to play you?
That would be awesome.
Thank you.
That'd be awesome. You could lose a couple inches and gain a 6-pack. Maybe you
gotta get light skin. Get more light skin.
Yeah, I feel like he's a fucking liar.
Get light skin.
Not on this camera.
No, but
nobody show it.
So
show it.
No, this one would not be okay with that.
That's fine. I'll fight her.
I'm like sexualizing myself.
Alright, go ahead. Sorry.
But no. A friend of mine, his name is Phil. He has planet.tv on Instagram. Planet TV, I'm sure there's some type of like weird iteration of that for YouTube, but I have a docu-series coming out. You'll see me with the kids at Aspira through Project Bluebird. You'll see me with the kids at actually, I don't think I'm with the kids at jiu-jitsu, but you'll see me teaching jiu-jitsu. You'll see me sparring, and you'll see me at home because I'm a regular dude at the end of the day. I'm just a dad. I'm a dad. I'm a significant other. I'm just doing my thing, and
live a life.
I'm just trying to live a life so every night when I go to sleep at night, I feel proud about myself.
There you go.
So
man.
I hope all you guys do that.
That's a fact,
all
baby.
you guys do that.
Cheers to that, man.
And thank you for your service.
I appreciate the
support. Thank you for being
man.
my family.
Yeah.
And thank you for being big and sexy.
I
love you guys. And
that's it, man.
Yeah,
Sure,
so,
man.
man. Yo, like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Matter of fact, the book is at Barnes & Noble's.
Barnes & Noble, Amazon. You can find it.
Buy it, read it. It don't even matter. Go on his page.
Cherry
talk
Hill,
about
Barnes
it.
& Noble. That's where I got mine.
Share your experiences. If you want to drop a poem on his fucking joint, do
yo,
that.
I would honestly no. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I love reading other people's poetry. So like, please, especially if you're going through some stuff and you feel like you're alone, drop a poem.
For sure.
Like, let's just
Connect.
share.
Connect, man.
Don't feel shy if you know.
You
need
to
to pick it. And then
express.
my man over here is an Arthur too.
Hey there.
One time. Hey.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Like,
Thank
y'all.
y'all. Like, subscribe.
No one likes this podcast.
Smash that
This
subscribe
is what we do,
button.
man.
Yeah, listen to the beat.
Hit the bell.
We're gonna turn this off so we can really turn up.
Let's
so.
go. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Appreciate y'all.
From the heart.
Too aggressive, might just catch a case. Remember days I used to cop an eighth. Take some off the top, I sell it straight. Sleeping on me till my time away. God just hit me up, he by the gate. Got some bad news, I might be late. Told him I'll be there, but in faith. Greed and envy, such a nasty taste. Drown it all out with champagne.